What's going on, everybody? The play-in has finally arrived. It's here, y'all. We get two good games tonight. Will the Warriors losing streak in the play-in be snapped tonight? It's 3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can they break out of this? Can the Warriors come to life and be who they've been? Mars is saying no. I think they can, but at the same time, Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, who've been fairly competitive all year, they may have something otherwise to say. And how many other playing games did the Grizzlies beat them? Is it 2 or just 1? So they lost to the Grizzlies, they lost to the Kings, and who was the third?
Lakers.
Well, fellas, that is game 1 tonight. And then we also have the Atlanta Hawks playing against the Orlando Magic in another playing game tonight. 2 teams that, well, are both, I guess, good, but mid, but it's a toss-up either way it goes.
Better than the other one. Better than the other playing game. That's for damn sure.
You think so?
Yes. I have zero interest in the Heat Bulls game. The only reason why the only reason why I'm interested in that game is because of the Bulls. Because I like what they're trying to do. I have no interest in the Miami Heat. But I think the Warriors got a real shot tonight. I do. The thing I'm concerned with is Jimmy Butler being as banged up as he is. They really need him. They really need him tonight. So a number of different things have to happen, Ron. Number one, turn Ja into a jump shooter. Do what you can to keep him. Do what you can to keep him in front of you. That means guys like Moses Moody, Gary Payton III, Podziemski, doing everything that they can to keep Ja in front of you. Make him more of a jump shooter. Make him a playmaker in the sense of make him dropping the ball off to Zach Edey around the rim, where you got guys who I feel like can gang rebound when Zach Edey's missing. Keep Zach Edey as much as possible in the action. As much action as they run, get Zach Edey in the action and keep him in action. When you do that, and Jimmy Butler has to be what Jimmy Butler was. I mean, I did say that Kawhi Leonard needed to take the assignment. I went back and rewatched that Warriors game. I thought Leonard did do a good job on him. He did. Leonard actually did do a good job on him. So with that being said, I feel like Jimmy Butler, as aggressive as he was against the Clippers, even though he's banged up, I feel like he has to be as aggressive against Memphis. I think you could take Jaren Jackson out of the game with foul trouble. I think you could take him out of the game just going after him. And I think the Warriors got a legit shot. I do.
See, real quick before anybody else, I just want to say, see, that's why I came up here to push a line for Kawhi yesterday.
Why?
See, Chill came in the first 5 minutes showing Kawhi some respect. That's what it's about. Just had to whip you into shape real quick. Chill, that's all.
I had to run some suicides. had to get on the line and get back in shape.
I think that game is going to be a great one. But I don't know how serious is it. Like they said, he had a deep thigh contusion.
So
that's like a bad bruise, or what is that?
A real bad bruise, and it hurt like a bitch, Ox. Yes, it does. Yeah. It hurts like a bitch.
I think Jimmy will be okay. I think so. It's nothing. Yeah, I don't think it's nothing structural. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little whatever they do in the back. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be all right. You know, this is a serious game for Jimmy too. You know, he came over here. I think the implications of winning or losing this game are massive. So I think we're gonna get the best Jimmy that he can give us. You know.
Pen, predictions, thoughts?
It's hard to choose between the Grizzlies and the Warriors because you have both teams that kind of stumbled to the finish line. You wonder how much both teams kind of just looked at this bracket and said, we'd rather face the Houston Rockets. I don't know how much to buy into that. Like, there were some late game collapses on both sides. Draymond with that foul against the Clippers, giving up, a game winner to Harrison Barnes. Granted, great shot, but did they find themselves at 7 because they wanted to be at 7?
No.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. There's no way that first of all, Jimmy Butler has an injury that's significant and could linger. That's number one. And he's big for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to get into the play, and I'm going to intentionally get into the 7th spot and risk losing in the play-in tournament, which I haven't won a game in. I'm going to risk losing and not choose to have a whole week off to get rest for my older players. That's what I'm going to do, and possibly face Houston. No, I'm not doing that.
Risk playing OKC.
That's the thing. Even if that is the case, so much weighs on tonight. 48 minutes that they play tonight. If that is the case, they better execute it. It's like when you get one shot, you get one. Hey, Ox, when you fighting against that bully, and you get one opportunity. If you miss this hit, good night. He's going to pummel you. Yeah, it's like it's do or die. You get Houston.
I think you should.
I mean, because the six seed is the Lakers. I mean, the 3 seed is the Lakers.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think they run from the Lakers to risk OKC. I don't think that's a worthy gamble. I know I wouldn't do that. But Steve Kerr and those guys, they got their own agendas. But I just couldn't see them doing that. And on top of that, the way Harrison Barnes hit that shot, like Jimmy Butler contested, Jimmy Butler jumped, he tried to stop it. I don't think you could ever script Harrison Barnes hitting that shot. You know what I mean? So I don't think so. And in that game against the Clippers, I mean, that was a hell of a game. They were fighting. Everybody was fighting, going blow for blow. So I definitely don't think that they tried to slip.
No, for sure. And I mean, a lot of Steph Curry, turnovers down the stretch. Draymond with that foul, that's tough. Like, it was a lot of late game execution. I don't think either team should feel really good walking into this. I think there are a lot of teams that have had great momentum going into the playoffs, and you feel good about those teams. The Clippers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Detroit Pistons to some extent, despite the last game. Like, I think these are teams that are walking in and peaking at the right time, right? But then you got some teams that are just like, they're kind of fumbling, the Miami Heat, for instance, right? They're not looking great. Mm-hmm. The Bulls, however, are very interesting in this series. I will say this, to any team that is looking at Houston like easy food, I don't think so.
I agree.
I think they might be a little bit more challenging than people think they are.
Mars, I understand your apprehension with your crew because you're young, and I know how you feel about your offense. I get that. 100% get that part. But I feel like your team is built for these kind of playoffs. I feel like the discipline that you guys have, how you play defense, how you turn defense into offense, I think you're built for this kind of playoffs.
What about the size?
And on top of the size, I think that you can get in series where a team that struggles to score, I think you can keep the game in the mid 90s to the low 100s, and I think you got a shot. I'm not completely out on Houston winning the series. I'm not at all.
Neither am I against Memphis. That's why Memphis need to win tonight. Reality is, whichever team loses tonight, the season's over, right? Because they're not beating OKC. So both teams are playing for a chance of going to the second round and beyond. Because if they lose, practically their season's over.
Who has a better shot at OKC?
Huh?
Among the 4 playing teams,
none of them.
Who has a better shot?
I'm not saying a winning shot.
Who has a 4% chance of being?
Say that again.
The Warriors have the best chance.
Yeah, well, Mars said. Except for I think the Warriors can and might beat OKC. I don't think they want to play OKC. Obviously, they want to play Houston. That's no knock to Houston, of course. I just mean, like, if you're hunting, you know what I'm saying. There's a reason the Lions go after the weaker Buffalo. You know what I'm saying. So I do think that Houston in this case is the weaker Buffalo. You know what I'm saying. No disrespect to them, they're still a Buffalo.
Sure.
but I do think the Warriors got a shot at the Thunder though. I don't think that they don't have a shot. I think they could beat them.
I don't think that they have a shot at beating the Golden State. I don't think they have a shot at beating Oklahoma City. I think that Oklahoma City's defense is just too much. I don't think the Warriors' offense is enough. I don't think they create enough offense with their defense. I think the Oklahoma City defense is way too much for them, and I think their rotations are way better. As good as the Golden State Warriors' rotation is, I think Oklahoma City's is better. I think they serve Golden State in 5 games, maybe 6.
Y'all wild with this. Okay, when Steve Kerr turned back the Harry Potter clock and get the whipping his wand on the board, and Steph Curry get to doing all that wizardry, and Jimmy Butler.
Ron, you go with
Mr. Silver Dollar, turning to Mr. Silver Dollar. I don't know who it's gonna be over there. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be Shea. Hey, but Lou Dort Silver Dollarable. J-Dub Silver Dollarable. Y'all really believe? All right.
J-Dub definitely Silver Dollarable. J-Dub got a little cash in his eye.
He's the guy. He's the guy I'm worried about.
Come around barking.
Yeah, he's the guy I'm worried about. I'm worried about J-Dub, but you know what? I'm more worried about your other guys because Oklahoma. I'm more worried about your other guys because the same thing that you talking about doing in terms of roughing guys up, Oklahoma City does that without doing this. They don't do that. They do it with their defense. They shut the door on you in so many different ways. And on top of that, Ron, I know how you feel about letting Lou Dort crack the long ball. I know how you feel about Isaiah Joe and
he with us
and Jalen Wood. I get that part. I can say the same thing about Gary Payton Jr. We're gonna make him a jump shooter, just like the Clippers did. Just like the Clippers did. Just like the Clippers did. We're gonna make him a jump shooter. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Hey, right, but with that being said, though, Chill, we have seen Gary Payton hit some big shots. But I'm with you on this. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you though. Yeah. If we letting Lou Dort shoot it, we letting Gary Payton shoot it. Like Lou Dort with us, brother. Gary Payton with us. You know what I'm saying?
100%
I think that go both ways.
Yes, sir. He is with us. 100%.
But if Coach Kerr finds some good minutes for what's his name? No, not Buddy. The other Moses Moody. I think if Moses continues to play well, and Buddy. I know we don't like Buddy too much on the panel, but he is a strap. He's a certified strap. I strongly dislike Buddy Hield, and but I still respect the shooting ability. I know Mars has said some things about Buddy Hield, and when Mars speaks, the world turns.
And so the reason I sold all my Buddy Hield stock. I sold it all at a discount too.
So with that being said, I know we don't have much love as a whole for Buddy Hield, but we cannot deny that strap. He got one, and he can use it. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I think this is gonna be a good game, yo. I can't say who will win, but the Warriors do have a bad track record in the playing game.
Can I ask a question? Why are we leaving Lou Dort open?
Well, we got to give up something.
People think it's a fake 40% and B, Shea or Lou Dort.
Got to give up something, Pin.
And 41% from three on really high volume is like, I mean, he's shooting identical percentages to Isaiah Joe. I understand he's not as guarded as Isaiah Joe, and the shots are not as complicated. But if he's open and he's standing still, he's making that shot.
How many is he shooting? Like 7?
Yeah, something like that. Probably.
He's shooting 7 threes a game, and he's giving you almost 2 of them.
Lou Dort's been a shooter for the last 2 years. He just I'm telling you, reputation is a thing in the NBA. Like,
he shoots.
100% it is. And
last year he shot 39. No, Chill calls him a fake shooter. I haven't said anything about Max Strus in a minute. But
100% call him a fake shooter.
But last year he shot 39%. This year he's shooting 41%, and it's not like he just fell apart in the playoffs last year. Last year he shot 39% from 3 in the playoffs. So like. Lou Dort, the last 2 seasons, has shown he can shoot. But I agree that teams are going to dare him to be able to shoot. But that's just because that's how reputation works.
Would you do that, Mars?
It wouldn't be my first plan, personally. But,
what would be your first plan?
I told Ox this a couple weeks ago. I'm switching screens with Chet, and I'm forcing Chet to beat me in isolation. I don't think Chet can reliably score against mismatches. That's the difference between him and like an Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley's better than Chet for that reason. So I think that's what I'm counting on. I'm not trying to help off shooters because in all my arguments I've used for OKC, I've said they're the number 1 3-point shooting team since January. So in 2025, I don't think that's reliable. What is reliable is, in my opinion, forcing Chet to be a self-creator, play him one-on-one, force him to try and score over the top. That's what I would try and do. But obviously, when Shea's handle is as good as it is, he can still navigate switches and whatever the case. So
it's the English accent. I'm telling y'all, because when I said Evan Mobley is more physical getting downhill with mismatches, I'm ridiculous because Evan Mobley can't put the ball on the floor with his weak hand. When Mars says that Chet doesn't exploit mismismatches, it sounds so much better.
You can say you can say in a Jersey accent. You can say in a British accent. Doesn't mean either one of you are right.
Chet was doing a good job of it early on in the season, like before he got hurt. It's just since he's been back from his injury, he just hasn't looked the same in terms of agility and fluidity.
Right.
So it might just be like the hip, like it might be that, but he looked a lot better the first 9 or whatever games before he got hurt. But now, that's what I'm banking on if I'm defending OKC.
So, and with that being said, because Mars, you did. I remember we talked about that when you were talking about Chet letting him try to exploit mismatches and whatnot. So I'm not really coming at you with this. I'm just kind of curious because I have heard you say before that a wide open shooter making 2 3-pointers a game isn't a big deal. No, I said that's about Andre Roberson in my debate with Jordan. A wide open 3-point shooter shooting 2 threes a game is not a big deal. But if you're shooting 7 and you're making 2 of them, the value in theory is still like 6 points, especially if teams are just conceding those shots. They're still not high-end value. But I think you get to a point with Lou Dort. Like for me, this is why I've been against the leave Lou Dort open philosophy. Lou Dort is way more dangerous beyond the 3-point line than he is if you force him to beat you off the closeout. That's why he's terrible. Like for me, so real talk, not real talk. Hello, real talk. I was meant to say hello to you. That's why I said real talk. But anyway, Lou Dort becomes, in my opinion, a liability when you close out to him and you force him to make decisions as a driver or a decision maker. So that's where his value as a space is going to come. He's going to force closeouts, in my opinion. If you're just leaving him open and he's going to shoot 7 threes, there is a ceiling on the value. Oh, he made 2 threes. Like that, you're going to have a ceiling on the value. So the value of spacing and shooting is if you draw closeouts or if people are reluctant to help off of you. And I think that's what's going to happen with Lou Dort. I think Lou Dort's going to draw closeouts, and then if he can make the right decisions, then you've got advantages. If he doesn't draw closeouts, then he's not going to be that valuable.
I want to be. Go
ahead, Payne.
Yeah, so I just think like that strategy that the teams used against Dallas last year, specifically, I think OKC was willing to live with shooters, wide open shooters last year, and it's when those shooters are Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington. I feel like it's maybe not gonna kill you. Sometimes it might. They go crazy.
PJ did kill him.
I mean, he did because he was wide open and he got hot. But I'll understand at least looking at the percentages that you could say, okay, well, he shoots around 30%, 32%. He's not going to kill us. And then he ends up shooting like, 47% or whatever he shot and killed him. With Lou Dort, though, I agree with Mars completely that you need to run him off the line 100%. There just aren't a lot of teams that have the personnel to guard 3 really good offensive players and also, live with Lou Dort. Right. So when Lou Dort is out there, I understand that the simplest thing for people to be like, okay, we'll live with that. But this is a guy who could probably shoot 50% from 3 on really high volume for an entire series if you leave him wide open, and he can kill you. But if you run him off the line and you force him to be a playmaker, if you have the personnel to do that, now you're putting him in a real big weakness.
And that's my thing. That's my point. I'm not saying like we're just watching Lou Dort shoot the ball, and what I'm saying. I'm just saying like we're not. It's a lack of resources situation. You know what I'm saying? Where we're focused more on this. When Lou Dort catches the ball, we're gonna close out, but I'm stopping other things first. I think we can eat 2 or 3 balls from Lou Dort and still win the basketball game, especially if it slows other things down. Now, to Mars's point, I like the idea of Chet, trying to let him exploit mismatches, but Chet's also a pretty solid passer. I think so. So I'm pretty sure he'll be able to find Lou Dort. Now all I'm saying is slower to close out on Lou Dort as we are to stop and penetration from Shea or Isaiah Joe shooting or J-Dub exploiting mismatches in the mid range, getting to his bucket or whatever it may be. I think we have to give up something. And when I say give up, I don't mean we're watching.
We're conceding.
We'll
concede this. We'll
get there, but we're not. Our whole defense isn't. Don't let Lou Dort shoot. He with us.
Shooters go through ebbs.
I want to bring the conversation back to our playing games tonight, though.
Yeah,
we'll have plenty of time to talk about OKC, and eventually we'll know who their matchup is. But I want to talk to Mars, and I want to talk to Real Talk, or unless you guys want to talk to each other about something. No. All right. Well, I want to talk to Mars, and I want to talk to Real Talk, and get you guys' predictions on who you think won the PC. I mean, who you think will win this playing game tonight.
Okay.
A lot of slips,
Mars,
there.
For the record, Mars, I'm just letting you know, Mars, when I see this dude, we boxing. I just want to let you know that. We are straight boxing.
Ron could just genuinely right now just say he won. But
just say it, Ron.
You know we're not finna figure y'all know we're not finna know until the end of the episode.
We are boxing when I see this.
Upper management said I can't release it until the second hour. So and then I'm waiting for Ox to do his job. So we might be here for a long time.
Okay. But no, I got As far as tonight, I got the Warriors winning. Unfortunately, it would be great to see them, grind it out in the second play-in game. But I got the Warriors beating the Grizzlies today. And then the other one is who in the East? I'm sorry, I ain't even been paying attention.
Miami and Atlanta
No,
and
it's
Orlando.
Atlanta,
Miami
Orlando,
and Miami and the
Chicago's
Bulls.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
And tonight
Today's
Today's
Atlanta and
Orlando's going to beat the Hawks. Yeah, they're a better team. I
I
really liked Orlando heading into this year until they just suffered so many injuries. I really liked Orlando, and Paulo's been winding back into shape here recently. He's been hooping out of control. I got Orlando.
Real talk. In a 1-game playoff, I mean, Trae Young has shown that he can give you something astronomical. Even though Jalen Johnson is gone, in a 1-game playoff, he's shown that he can give you something astronomical, which he's done that in the past. Is it ridiculous for me to think with this Atlanta team? I know how good Paolo has been with his shot selection. I think that's what's made him a lot better. And I got to give France a lot more credit. But the fact that they're down a point guard and Jalen Suggs and that defense, as good as it's been, Trae Young can exploit that position. Is it ridiculous for me to think that Trae Young could carry them to a win tonight?
No. I mean, a 1-game sample size, everything is on the table for sure. I mean, it's not like Trae can't get hot tonight and carry Atlanta to a win. But in just my probability, I think number one, I'm not really high on Atlanta's rim protection. And I think, Paulo being able to get downhill and get 2 feet in the paint over and over and over again against Atlanta's defense, if he so chooses, he does have a tendency to, pull up and take some middies or some threes we may not like. But if he just continues to, be the downhill threat that he really is at 6'10", Franz really the same thing, around 6'9", 6'10", getting downhill and not much at the rim. I think Orlando can just produce better shots as the game goes along. So, and I think they have the better defense as well. So
Paolo is averaging 33 points per game against the Atlanta Hawks this year. They have no answer for him.
Yeah, especially with no Jalen Johnson either.
No, yo, that's 20 and 10. That's off the floor. That's killing me, Ron.
Even the defense too. Like, we might not categorize Jalen Johnson as an elite defender and whatnot, but
he's good.
He's very good. And being 6'10", agile, strong, like that's who you want to guard Paulo. Without him, it's like who.
Am I wrong to say the loser of tonight's game might actually be the winner of tonight's game?
No.
Which
the same
game?
in the West.
The East.
Well, yeah, you got a better chance of beating Cleveland than Boston.
There you go. And I don't think either one of these teams is very scared of whoever's coming up next in the play-in, right? And they would have home court in that game. So the loser of tonight's game has home court to decide their season against either Chicago or Miami.
Right.
Right. So if I'm the Hawks, I'm looking at my path forward. Look, the goal of any of these teams at the bottom of the play and probably not winning a championship, to be honest, probably not. I mean, you could, but very unlikely. In 7-game series, the better team typically wins. So I'm just looking at, can I make it competitive? And if I'm looking at Atlanta, I just don't think they have a chance at hell against Boston at all. I think they get swept, maybe 5 games max, right? Against Cleveland, it's probably not going to be that much better, but at least you have a chance.
Yeah, but I mean, you just don't play with the basketball guys like that. When you in the play-in, you just want to win the game.
Yeah,
like that. That's all you trying to do.
You just got to get out that water.
You just trying to win. You trying to get out the play-in. That's it.
Styles make fights, man.
I know.
But I'm saying, as somebody who had to endure the play-in for multiple seasons now in the Lakers, I'm telling you, it's not like
the Lakers have never lost the play-in.
Try to win the next one. Like, nah, you just want to.
But he was enduring.
The reason why they've never lost a play-in game is because they got right to it. They ain't screw around with it. Like, all right, we're gonna lose to these dudes and then possibly see this. Let's get this over with.
That's what people were trying to get them to do. I remember last year was like, should the Lakers lose the first?
Yeah, should the Lakers avoid Denver in the first round? Yeah, nah, just win the game. Just win the game.
Well, I mean, look, I know it's hindsight's 2020, but if somehow the Denver Nuggets last year avoid the Minnesota Timberwolves, literally that one team, if they avoid them, they were going to the finals. I think they beat every other team in the West except for that team. They just stumbled into.
You talking about the Lakers?
No, the Nuggets. I'm saying the Nuggets.
If the Nuggets
when they got packed up by that Minnesota team, despite that very crazy collapse in Game 7, But I'm saying if they go, they might have beat Boston last year. I feel like Boston had no answer for Jokic. So, it's like
I don't hate that.
I
don't hate it. I don't.
They were the favorites to come out of the West anyways. Pardon?
But I mean, with that being said, too, though, real talk. I mean, come on, man. If Zion don't come up lame like he did, y'all lose that, and then y'all go lose the next.
I mean, if was a fifth, we
that ass.
drunk.
Oh, that was you guys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If was,
we was ducking the Pelicans. Man. If y'all could have just took care of business for us, we would have beat y'all ass.
Hey,
Yo,
man.
how have we talked so much about the play-in, and we have a representative, a fan of the all-time play-in champions, the Sacramento Kings. You have all the greatest play-in players of all time. You have Jonas Valanciunas, who's never missed a play-in. You have DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. They have a lot of play-in experience.
No, I mean, we've talked about it before. I talked about we cooking up in the play-ins. I'm not.
Okay.
Dallas winning, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna beat Dallas bad, and then what we do, then we're gonna beat.
Is AD playing?
Yes.
I don't understand what they don't. Kyrie Irving is not playing. Y'all know that.
I already said yesterday. I seen the script. You're not gonna beat the script. So the script is set. Memphis beat Golden State. Klay Thompson comes into Golden State and beats Golden State. I seen the script.
That's a fire script. BC Mars is just trying to speak that.
If the Warriors miss the playoffs, I am going to
Mars wants Memphis, so he's trying to talk it into existence. I feel that. I respect that. Okay. But yeah, Memphis ain't beating Golden State and Dallas ain't beating us. If Kyrie was here, I would well, first of all, if Kyrie was here, they wouldn't even be in the play-in. But let's just say if Kyrie was here and they were in the play-in, then I'm with y'all. Like, we don't got no action for that. But they don't got come on, bro. We beating their ass today or tomorrow.
Penn,
we definitely not scared of Memphis.
Penn, you had mentioned just the different matchups and stuff like that. I do want to see the Magic and the Celtics. Now, I'm not saying that the Magic could beat the Celtics, but just similar to how we talked about the Warriors in OKC, how that'd just be a dog fight back and forth. I would love to see Paolo and Franz against Jalen and JT for a 7-game series.
Look, man,
we'd love to see that.
I feel like health has robbed us of some of the most amazing basketball we could have seen this year. Correct. That healthy Orlando Magic team, stomping people, man.
I could say the same thing about that Atlanta team. I could say the same thing about that Atlanta team.
Okay, sure.
With Detroit, Milwaukee, and Indiana that's where Atlanta is if Jalen Johnson is healthy the whole season. They're in that 4, 5, 6 spot.
I can see that.
Jalen Suggs has Orlando at the 3 seed, though. Jalen Suggs has Orlando.
Yeah, Jill. I feel like them still 2 different tiers of teams.
Atlanta were 500 with Jalen Johnson.
Mo Wagner as well. I mean, losing.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
And then extended time without Paolo, extended time, and then Paolo comes back. He doesn't look very good. They drop a whole bunch of games. Now he's balling. So it's like if you get Jalen Suggs, you got Jonathan Isaac already. That's not an easy team to beat. I don't care who you are. That's not an easy team. Like they're coming for you, and they are very, very tough. So bright future ahead for the Magic. I look at the Western Conference. We've been talking about how the Western Conference is so stacked. You look at how Portland turned it around at the end of the year. You see the De'Aaron Fox trade and Wemby, that potential pairing that we could have seen in the play-in or the playoffs. Man, it's just such a bummer to see all these teams be unhealthy right now. Because I'm telling you, there's like 4 teams that we're not talking about right now that could have been like semifinalists. Are you telling me a healthy Dallas Mavericks, it would be incomprehensible that they make it to the Eastern Conference the Western Conference finals or Western Conference semifinals? You telling me a healthy
probably as the second best team in the West?
The current roster, healthy Dallas, they're my favorites to come out the West, man.
Oh, damn.
With Luka or this current team that they have?
No, I'm talking about this team.
No, with AD.
With this current team.
This team
and
healthy Kyrie,
AD and healthy Irv. I don't hate them. I do not hate them.
They're definitely not in the play-in right now.
Hey man, we wanted parity all the time. We were all complaining. Well, I think a lot of people were complaining about super teams and this and that, and it's the whole thing scripted. I think right now you could say, okay, fine, probably going to be OKC versus Boston. But man, if neither of those teams make it, I don't think I'm that surprised. I'm not that surprised.
I'll be surprised.
I would be shocked if Boston isn't in the final.
Yeah,
I would be surprised if they're not in the final. I really don't think.
But again, real talk. Like, you might be surprised by that, but if the Atlanta Hawks and the Magic present a fully healthy roster, I don't think you're that shocked.
Or fully healthy Orlando Magic not in the plane though.
I'm still shocked.
Well, then you probably face them in the second round or third round if you're the Celtics, right?
I hear you. I hear you. Healthy. So if we're talking healthy, not how it is today, if everybody's healthy, I agree with you, Penn. I think Orlando could really shake things up, but I don't think we would be having to talk about it like this because Orlando would be looked at as one of the favorites in the East. So to your point, I think you're correct about that. I wouldn't be shocked if Orlando beat them as like fully healthy, like how they were playing earlier in the season. I'm with you on that.
I know you guys keep saying fully healthy, but once again, I'm gonna bring it to the reality and what it is.
Right.
I still think this isn't a team to play with. Now, once again, I'm not saying that they're gonna beat the Celtics. I just think they have favorable matchups against the Celtics, even without Jalen Suggs. I know Anthony Black is young. I know he's not as seasoned and polished, but I still like what he brings to the table. Jonathan Isaac is
Ron. Where's the mismatch? Where's the mismatch, Ron, with Paolo with the Celtics? Because I think as old as Al Horford is, can he handle Paolo?
That ain't the mismatch.
I
think he can in stretches.
Yeah, he
so where's the mismatch? Is it France and KP? Where's the mismatch?
Chill. You know what the first
Ron, can Tatum hold Paolo?
No.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
No. But even outside of Tatum and Paolo, it's gonna be a lot of cross switches and stuff like that. When I know Drew Holiday's one of the hardest guards to post
up. No one on the team can guard Paolo.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Thank you, Mars.
No one can guard Paolo.
And they got nobody. And Orlando got nobody that can score.
That's what I was going to say. Al Horford got to guard the young fella.
He might be the best.
That's what I was thinking about. Yes, and on top of that, who on Orlando is slowing down Jason Tatum? Jonathan Isaac.
I've seen him do that before.
I've seen him
based
on the I'm not saying he is.
I guess.
But yo, why y'all stopping? Why y'all stopping with Paolo?
In the league? Are we forgetting that Orlando?
Why y'all stopping with Paolo? Who's guarding Franz?
Jalen?
That's a good question. That is a very
Jalen if Jalen Brown's knee works, then I think
Jalen's gonna have to guard him, but
that's why this.
I don't know when the Magic played the Boston Celtics, but Paolo's averaging like 18 points against the Celtics this year.
Yeah,
37% shooting.
Tatum can guard
injury Paolo doesn't count.
So a fully healthy Paolo can just knock out the Celtics in the playoffs.
I didn't say he was going to win the series. I just said the Celtics don't have anyone who can guard him. That's why.
Because it sounded to me like from what Ron's saying, like Paolo kicks these dudes ass. And there's nothing that they can do.
I'm just saying, in theory, they can't guard Paolo. But luckily, basketball A isn't played in theory. And B, they don't have to respect anyone else on the Magic's roster. So they're going to guard Paolo with 4 people. One-on-one, they can't guard Paolo, but they don't have to guard him.
Well, then Franz dropping 50. What do you mean not respecting anybody else on the Magic roster? Franz not chopped liver.
They're not. Like, even Franz, they're not trusting him from the 3-point line. That man shoots like 28%. He can't shoot. Like, they're not relying on anyone.
But Paolo shooting 32%. He can't shoot.
They're not trusting anyone from the 3-point line. That's why they're going to guard Paolo.
Hey, Morris, am I biased or I just don't know, boy? Because what my problem is this.
You think Franz is a better shooter than the numbers say?
No, well, yeah, obviously that. But what I'm saying is, you know how I was saying about Lou Dort? He's with us.
Yeah.
And he shoot 41%. But if Franz get the ball, I'm like, get out there.
Yeah, I mean, some of his
He with us too. Franz with us.
Some of his reputation.
But like,
Franz hasn't been able to shoot a 3
Don't
for
let
2
him
seasons,
shoot.
man. Franz hasn't been able to make a 3 for 2 years now. So
Franz is with us too.
But you see when Franz get hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not bad. Like, I spoke about Lou Dort, 39% last year, 39% in the playoffs, 41% this year. Franz, 28% last year, 26% in the playoffs, 29% this year. Like, he hasn't been able to shoot a 3 for 2 years.
I don't know, boy. I don't know, boy. Because I'm not letting Franz shoot the ball. But Lou, go ahead, bro.
I'm still letting Lou Dort shoot that shit. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my goodness.
I think the bigger issue for Paolo will be turnovers, to be honest. If you collapse and you scheme properly and you force him to become more of a playmaker against length, especially with those guards that they have, the Boston Celtics. I mean, that's the recipe for a lot of turnovers. He turned the ball over a lot last year against Cleveland.
I'd be surprised if Orlando got a game. Ron, I'd be surprised if Orlando got a game in that series. I would be surprised if they got a game.
Obviously, I know
they can get an ugly one. They might hold.
They can win. They can win a game 94 to 86. They can win a game 94 to 86.
Yeah.
Hold the Celtics to 86 points.
Yes, they just miss every single shot.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That's
what it sounds like to me. Like you can't make no shots all night.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna have a game where they go cold from 3, and Orlando's gonna win with 95 points. That's what's gonna happen. Because Orlando can't score, so they gotta win under 100.
So now that's the recipe.
Yeah, that's the only way they're gonna win.
They still got to get by Atlanta though. Let's not.
They might score like 87 points tonight. Like they just they're liable to just not score the basketball.
Let's not put the horse before the carriage. I want to make sure that they get by Atlanta because I mean Trae, for all intents and purposes, could just show out. That's the dude that I'm worried about. And I know how you feel about Jalen Johnson, Mars. I mean, they what did you tell me that they were 500 with him? Yeah, they were 500 with him in the lineup. I mean, he only played what? I think he missed more than half the season. Yeah, he missed more than half the season. So we weren't able to really see them because at one point they were the 6th seed in the East, right? So we didn't really get a chance to see him. That was the time
when the whole East was below 500 because I remember we were talking about it.
But,
so like 6th seed, but
but even with that being said, Miles, we still had stretches where the schedule is favorable. With the schedule being favorable, teams go on runs. We saw Minnesota do that this year. We saw the Lakers do that this year, right? We saw Golden State. They had a favorable schedule. The same logic can be applied to Atlanta, where they get a favorable schedule. They get a favorable part of their schedule. We also got guys getting hot. Jalen Johnson was really good at one point during the season. So I don't think that it's ridiculous for me to think that if he played the entire season, that they were right around that 4, 5, 6 range. I don't think that they were in the New York, Cleveland, and Boston area. I don't think that they were that good. No, I'm not going to go.
Atlanta wasn't really about the total number of wins. It was just if you were watching them earlier this year with kind of healthy, they did beat some really good teams. Like Atlanta is always a team that played really good teams well,
and then they lost to the Wizards,
lost to Charlotte or whatever. So I do get the belief in Atlanta because they did beat some really good teams when Jalen Johnson was playing.
They played to that competition a lot.
Yeah,
that's where it appeared to be anyway. Because they lost to the Wizards and then beat the Cavs or something. So,
exactly.
Okay, interesting.
And Atlanta. I mean, they've actually fared really well against Cleveland this season. Not sure what the story is. I mean, Trae Young plays really good against Darius Garland. I'm thinking that that's going to change in the playoffs because
what?
Here's why. Okay, so years ago, what Cleveland struggled with Atlanta was blitzing Trae Young. They was blitzing Trae Young with Jared Allen. Okay, that's not going to work.
Now they figured out how to rush the quarterback.
Well, yes, because Evan Mobley is a lot better, right? With Evan Mobley being better, Darius Garland is better. So they've got a better opportunity now to blitz Trae Young and make him more of a passer and get him to turn the basketball over more than he did in the past. When they played them, I think it was 2 years ago in the play-in tournament, their plan was to blitz Trae Young, but they was blitzing him with Jared Allen, and he was splitting the trap. He was getting into the teeth of the defense, and they couldn't really do anything with him. Well, the fact that Evan Mobley is better this year, the fact that Darius Garland is better this year on defense, I think that they could slow that down. Now, the problem is getting Trae Young one-on-one with Darius Garland because, I mean, he kills him. I don't know what it is about him, but he cuts his ass.
You know what it is.
Wait, is your plan to make one of the 3 best passers on the planet more of a passer?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And make and not just and I know what you mean, Moss. Now, okay, there's a difference, and I'm going to put this in football terms. There's a difference between throwing the ball to Jerry Rice and throwing the ball to your number 3 tight.
So the Hawks role players suck, is what you're saying.
That's exactly where I am. Yes.
You're more so concerned
so
about
it's not make Trae more. It's not make Trae more of a passer.
Too.
It's make the non-Trae guys beat you.
Get the ball
because when you say make Trae more of a passer, it just sounds crazy.
I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Make Trae more of a passer to guys who aren't as effective. Let me rephrase.
Okay. Does it make sense if he says make Trae less of a scorer? That sounds
maybe.
Better.
Yeah,
that sounds
sure.
Better.
Yeah.
Hey, chill though. If you make him more of a passer though, to even guys that's less of a scorer. Is that what you're saying? Like, that's what he does, though. Like, he's so good at making guys better. Like, I don't know. Like, he might beat you.
His pass quality is amazing.
Well,
Like,
that part I'm not arguing.
Because
I'm not arguing.
It's not even passing.
Any
It's
NBA
not
player
it's,
can make a layup.
exactly.
Yeah.
That part I'm not arguing.
That's the point, Chill. So like when you send 2 to the ball and
Sure.
you're talking about the 3 to 4 best passers in the league,
Yep.
and their pass quality is in like the 99th percentile,
Yep.
they're finding open threes and open dunks. Those
Fair
are shots you don't want to do. So it's like, unless you're gonna argue that the Hawks role players are plumbers and firemen, probably gonna make open threes and open layups. Might be a
That's
recipe for,
and that's where I'm at, Penn, because this is where we are. This isn't January. This isn't February. That thermostat just went. The thermostat got turned up, and it looks a little bit different in the playoffs with Bogdanovic.
He break thermostats.
I would go the other way.
And
Joe.
it get cold
So
in there. It get cold in there. That's what I'm saying.
if I'm coaching against the Atlanta Hawks, I'm actually, my blueprint for success is Trae Young scores 40 points. That's my blueprint for success. Their role players don't get involved. I try to do my best job with hedge and recover and a little bit of single coverage with my best defenders. And I roll the dice. And I hope that the Hawks role players lose confidence as the game goes on and lose rhythm, because every single time you touch the ball, it energizes you. You get a dunk, it energizes you. Open threes energize you. Now you got energy for defense. I want you to all to fall out of rhythm, and I want it to be the Trae Young show. Okay, that's what I would bank on. I'm not saying open shots for Trae. I'm not saying let him do whatever he wants. I'm saying do a good job, make him take tough shots, but don't collapse 2-3 defenders and force him to dissect you, because this ain't Anthony
I would try it
Edwards.
out.
He will
the
destroy
first
you. If
I
you
would try
do
it out
that, he
the
will
first
destroy
game.
you. Pardon?
In a series, I said in a series, I would try it out the first game. Like, I would try it out,
Yeah,
to
but
see, like, how it works.
We're talking play-in right now. There ain't no second game.
I
messed that up.
And I don't know. Then I don't know
over.
if I would. I don't know, because Trae liable to bust your ass, and then once
for
he
one
going
game,
1-on-1, and he playing 1-on-1, everybody watching, and now you got cutters. It's easier said than done just to make a guy just get 60 on you. Like, because when they busting your ass, everybody start watching, and just the competitor in you, like, man, goddamn, stop this dude. And then all of a sudden, you help cut, or all of a sudden you watching cut, lob, like, and they're not just gonna just concede to that. They're gonna put you in ball screens. They're gonna put you in all kind of, make you switch. They're gonna try to get you doing a whole bunch of shit. It's easier said than done, though. So I would say in this playing game, you just gotta bank on playing solid, bro. Like, bank on playing solid offensively and defensively. It's not so much about can we stop Trae or like what's the game plan. I think your game plan ought to be, bro, let's go out here, do what the fuck we can on defense, do our very best on defense, do our very best on offense, and let's win the game. It can't.
I don't think it's hard to make like primary pick and roll ball handlers like ISO heavy though, if you want to do it, because that just means you're probably switching.
Yeah, you just switch everything.
Yeah, just switch.
So that's
I mean,
Orlando have the personnel to do that too.
Like, yeah, are you living with like Trae Young trying to beat who's the center right now for Orlando?
Wendell Carter.
Yeah, Wendell. Are you trying to beat? Are you cool with Wendell? Like, you know what, Trae, if you drop off Wendell for 50, then you got it.
Yeah, but
with Trae, you play high and you like force him into a crowd inside the line, because he's not a great 2-point scorer. I'm not saying, oh yeah, this is how you defend Trae. Like, obviously, I'm not.
Yeah, because he'll foul. He will also foul.
Yeah, like if that was the case, teams would have figured this out a long time ago. But if like you're Orlando with the length, like you don't want to give up the 3, so you try and funnel him into your help, but obviously not giving up the lob, which is easier said than done. And then on the other end, if you aren't mismatch hunting Trae on Paolo, every single time down the floor, that's just bad.
Like, they're gonna blitz that though, Mars.
Yeah, but then you got to play out the advantage. Like you have to hunt Trae, and then obviously they're going to have to send the double instantly, and then you just play out of that. You probably want to keep
Orlando got to make shots though.
Yeah, you probably want to have Franz one pass away, so when they blitz, you got Franz coming downhill for the floaters and stuff. And then if that's the case, then you KCP, you got to knock down shots. Cole Anthony, you got to knock down shots. Like
that's
Jonathan Isaac, you got to knock down shots. And if Orlando don't make shots, which they're liable to not do, then you might have to slow them down. Then you're going to see Paolo shooting over double teams and all of that nonsense. So,
bottom line, like I said,
watching Orlando, why is KCP so trash this year?
It's a lot. It's a lot different. Joker creating shots for you as opposed to.
But he's not even shooting
well.
well on his open shot.
I think A, he's playing in transition less, so he's getting less easy ones. B, he's getting a lot less dribble handoffs. Like KCP used to get in a rhythm just coming off to that elbow, dribble handoff, mid-range pull-up. Now a lot of his shots are just these catch and shoot threes. KCP's more of a rhythm scorer.
Sure.
So it's more than just Jokic, in my opinion. I think.
Okay, so you just said
all of those things, and then also you don't have Jokic.
So you said that they playing a lot less in transition, which they should be playing more in transition. They're one of the better defensive teams in the game. Why are they not playing in transition, right? So you got Joker as one of the best rebounders in the game. They speed the game up with Joker rebounding and getting the ball out. Why isn't Orlando doing that more? And in terms of dribble handoffs, that's another action because I'm not getting that with Wendell Carter. I'm definitely not getting that with Paolo because Paolo is more of a one-on-one guy than he is a dribble handoff. We run the offense through him. So, I mean, I think Joker is the culprit here more than anything. It's a lot. My shot selection looks a lot different when I'm running with that dude as opposed to when I'm running here.
Also, Orlando offense is just smaller too. By the way, I mean slower too. It's like
they're like 29th in pace or something.
Yeah,
why is that? As good as
a team that plays with good defense as them and never plays in transition. It's like they
got too many big ass. They got too many big ass players. They got 6'10", 7 foot. And then it's like KCP the shortest.
We live in an era of the best athletes that we've ever seen. These dudes get
ain't that fast.
Why these dudes don't run? Paolo is a great athlete.
He ain't that fast though.
France is awesome in transition. France isn't good in transition. France is awesome in transition.
But he's just not that fast. Like for you to want to speed them up, like that's not their game. Like they.
I mean, you ain't got to be fast to play with some pace. I do think they should.
You really don't.
Shit. I mean, but they pace is slow. They like to play slow. That's their game.
That's
Paulo is a slower player. I know, but that's Paulo's game. Paulo is a slower. No, Paulo's slow. He's not fast.
Paulo's pretty fast.
Yes,
for a
he
6'10" guy, he's really fast.
Are we talking about power forward?
Are we talking about fast? Quick or fast? What are we talking about?
Because he quick. He's not fast. He's quick. He's not fast.
I think
he's fast enough, Jordan. If Jokic is fast enough, Paulo fast enough. He just got to get
Jokic passed the ball. Like Jokic got the ability to get the ball and make a hell of an outlet pass. Like that's a skill.
I'm talking about Jokic. Yeah, he got that too. But Jokic be getting up the floor too. It's just a matter of. But we don't know Jamal Mosley's like coaching philosophy. Maybe he don't want to run like that.
They've been slow damn near every year that they play.
It's got to be him then. It's got to be a him thing. Because I would think if Mike D'Antoni was coaching him. Then in transition, they'd be a lot more dangerous.
No, but I'm saying Orlando was even slower before. I'm saying Orlando was even slow before they had Mosley. Like,
they have Steve Clifford though. Like, goddamn, the pinnacle. The pinnacle.
I mean, they got a slow ass roster. Like they just slow. Like they play slow. It fits them though.
But with that being said, though, Jordan, I don't think you see like I don't think when you're coaching, you're like, nah, we can't really run the fast break, or we can't speed it up because Paolo don't run fast enough, getting up 94 feet.
No, of course, that's not what I'm saying.
He's not slow like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying his game type is to slow it down. Like if you speed Paolo up, you're not gonna see the best version of Paolo. Like when he slow you down and get to pick and choose what he do. That's when you see the best version of him. Like earlier, Mars in the season was talking about how when Paolo get to going, he start over dribbling, he start taking them tough shots. That's speeding Paolo up. You're gonna see that when you start speeding him up. But when you let him kind of pick you apart and then he gets his one dribble pull up, his two dribble pull up, or turning in the post, that's what he's good at. But I will say though, they need a better personnel to play a lot faster. Like you got Wendell Carter in there. Who's they starting lineup? You got Paolo,
Carter, Paolo, France on the front line. It was Jalen Suggs.
16.
Yeah, it was Jalen Suggs, but KCP.
I mean, KCP is a good athlete. Jalen Suggs is a good athlete. And I think they could play with pace.
But also, Jalen Suggs out. Who else they got in there? I thought they had two centers.
Cole Anthony
starting.
They have Wendell, then they have Franz, Paolo, KCP. And then game to game, like sometimes it's Jalen, sometimes it's Cole, sometimes it's Anthony Black, sometimes it's Corey Joseph.
Corey Joseph slow too. Like what the hell?
I don't even know why Corey Joseph's still in the league. But like,
man, respect Corey Joseph. Toronto.
I don't know why he's still in the league. I don't know why he's still in the league. I'm sorry. But like they go to a bunch of different stuff.
But 6'10", 6'10", 6'10". That off the rip. I'm not saying take him out because Paulo and France, your best guys, by the way. But it's just like, bro, like I don't know, bro. Like imagine having.
I think if they had a point guard, if they had like a real
if
ball
they had
handler,
a good point guard,
and the point guard speeds up the pace, and then Paulo's just able to like fill a wing consistently.
Actually, dude, this kid Anthony Black, he just
stuff like that. That I think
Anthony Black,
fine,
nice, but he's 6'7"
too. You gotta grow up a little bit. But
that's the issue, Ron. I don't think he's progressing as fast as I thought he would. Because I like Anthony Black as their league guard. Yeah, he's only
Mars. Don't do that because you'd have been out on Jalen Green. Don't do that.
I was in on Jalen Green for the first 3 years.
But I'm just saying though,
Jalen Green was on his way out the league last year, Mars, and you was telling me that.
Anthony Black, not because I thought he should be out the league. I just thought that's where he was going. Yeah. That December stretch was bad.
Yeah.
You gave up on the boy. That's crazy.
Hey, he go crazy in the playoffs. Hey, Jalen Green FC, we back. I don't know what to tell you.
Fellas, we got to talk to the people right quick.
Yep.
And we got to let them know a couple things that they need to do. First, obviously, turn on your notification bells. Second, obviously, like the video. Third, sub up, member up, do all that good stuff. And last but not least, download this beautiful app right here because you can get $50 instantly when you use promo code PANEL. And that's really that. There ain't no catchphrase to it. It's not no special magic trick. You download the app and you get $50 instantly. All you have to do is use promo code PANEL. And the cool thing about it is every day we come and give you layups. We give you free throws. We give you alley-oops on what we're going to do for the night. And it looks something like this. Paolo Banchero, less than 30.5 points.
Less on Paolo.
I mean, 31's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
Yeah.
In a postseason game,
Pitt said he averaging 33 against them.
In a postseason game,
that's why the line was at 31.
Well, we're banking on Paolo not to get hot and his 32% from 3 not to really translate into the playoffs today. And for him to go less than 30.5 points. And another Lester. Bam Adebayo. We're banking on him to go less than 19.5 points. We obviously know it hasn't been the best season for Bam. And so we're kind of staying on history side throughout this season. And we got Jimmy Butler, points and rebounds and assists. Now, we know Jimmy is questionable tonight. We know he's a little banged up, but we also know Jimmy's a hard-nosed player. I think he can get a few assists and some rebounds. And then, Anthony Davis. More on the rebounds, 11.5. You said the superstar?
More against Sabonis and Valanciunas? Ooh.
Yeah, he cooking.
That means he's going to be right next to he's going to be next to the basket a lot.
He's going to be cooking their ass, too.
He'll get 11.5 rebounds for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot they had Derek Lively and Gaffer, though, so they might not. So he might not.
I don't know if that means he's cooking them, but he's going to get some boards.
I don't know if he's going to get 11.5, though, with Gafford and Lively.
I think
Gafford and Lively going to be contesting the shots at the rim. AD going to be there to clean up.
AD going to be leaking out in the fast break.
I read a stat. I think that Valanciunas leads the play-in tournament history and like rebounding and something else. Valanciunas does.
The MVP of the DeMar DeRozan
longevity stats.
Shout out to the best backup big in the NBA.
You end up playing every year. You better have them type of stats.
But y'all see our picks, so y'all go ahead and let us know how you feel about them. If you are choosing these same picks, send us a screenshot and let us know once you hit with us. And if you don't choose our picks, I guess best of luck to you, as long as you're using promo code PANEL. All right, y'all. It's a couple other things that I want to transition to because obviously the season just ended, so it's kind of a lot to talk about. So I want to just talk about some milestones that some people hit over the season. It's funny that we were just talking about Domantas Sabonis because Domantas Sabonis has led the NBA in double-doubles for 3 straight seasons. And, he's one of 5 players to ever do that. And
you would think
one of 2 since the 2000 season. And so he joins.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Obviously, Mars, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh. Okay.
Chill Chamberlain.
That doesn't even count. Who's the other name?
That man had 83 double-doubles in 82 games. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
what the fuck? He did for real?
Probably.
he probably played an extra game. His ass went to another team, played an extra game.
In the same season, by the way.
10 blocks, 10 assists, 2 double-doubles in one game. I don't know what to tell you.
Shout out Wilt Chamberlain. The other guy with No, it's no surprise that
Yo,
dude is
gotta
better
be
than Jokic, rebounds better than Jokic.
Chris Webber.
Not that one.
Hell no.
Moses Malone.
Moses.
Oh,
Moses.
yeah, that makes sense.
That
Very
makes
similar
sense.
sense.
Moses. My boy
Next-
was snipping out them rebounds. Boy, I feel
He
you,
wasn't
boy.
playing. He was on that glass.
Chill, they gave you a hard time about that one, by the way. That Moses Jokic, they gave you a hard time about that one. Man.
Yeah, it's
Well, real
noses.
talk, you got Moses?
Huh?
You got Moses?
I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying y'all gave Chill a hard time.
Chill. I got Moses. Don't worry about it. I got Moses, dog. I'm backing you up. Chill.
Chill.
champion. I
Hey,
got
4
you.
of us up here with you, Chill. So you got
Yeah, I got
reinforcements.
Hey man,
I got
Four.
Moses, dog.
my frozen.
Yeah, but the next guy
Nah,
on the
you ain't
list is
Oh.
Kevin Garnett.
Damn, I ain't know
Yeah,
KG was there.
I didn't
He
either.
was getting like 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, led the
Good
league in
KG.
double doubles for 3 straight seasons. So shout out to
Thank you,
Kevin
led the
Garnett.
I think KG led the league in rebounding like 4 straight years, something like that. Mm-hmm.
How many times?
Damn, KG.
Is this double doubles just as in points and rebounds or any type of double double?
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be
It
any
could
type
probably
of
be
double
any game.
I'm
John
pretty
Stockton
sure.
locked in. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm surprised John Stockton went in there. The
Yeah,
way he
John
was
Stockton
doing that
was
shit
so
for
bad.
82 games, and he wasn't
He
missing
played
games.
every
That's
game and was
crazy.
getting 19 assists.
Y'all will find any reason to hate on John Stockton. Keep going.
No, I just thought.
No,
Don't let them get this off,
Even
man. This is
Ian, that's
ridiculous.
be like
Nah,
that.
I'm dead ass. I love John Stockton. I'm dead ass
We're
serious.
not
about John Stockton.
here for John Stockton.
That man averaged over 13 assists for like 4 straight
You
seasons.
average
How the hell he
17
not
and
in there?
14 and a half, and then you follow up with 17 and 14.
How is he not in the double-double
And then you
joint?
follow that up with
Because it
16
was somebody
and 14. Like,
leading the league in rebounds that year. Because
One
what you mean
of those
double doubles?
seasons.
Patrick Ewing, David Robinson,
Not more than
Hakeem,
him.
Shaq.
No way.
He played in the league with all these monsters.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Man, that gotta be points.
19.
That got to
How
be
many-
points
how
and
many
rebounds
double-doubles
because there's
you
no
had?
way. Because John Stockton, with 13 assists a game, Ron?
In
Somebody
1990,
was
Ewan only
averaging
had
13 rebounds.
49 double doubles. In 1990, how many did John Stockton have? 64.
Like,
In
goddamn.
Like in 1991, how many double doubles John Stockton have? 68. How many
That's a
more does
lot.
he need?
That's what I'm saying. He had to be leading the league, though. in
Somebody-
double-doubles at that
What
time.
about somebody else?
the
Who
next year,
led
yes,
that year?
you
Who
know?
led those years?
I don't
It had to be him.
Who led the league in double doubles in the year?
This man had Patrick. This man beat Patrick Ewing in double-doubles. It had to be him. 68? That's
And he was
a lot, bro.
clearing Patrick Ewing.
Well, then
Bro,
adjust
yeah,
the
Double-doubles
stat,
in
Ron. It's
1992.
points rebound.
John
Points,
Stockton led
rebound,
the NBA in
double-double.
double doubles in 1992. I'm looking it up. He beat Kevin Willis. John Stockton led the NBA in double doubles in 1991. He was
Somebody
ahead of
lying
Robinson.
about these stats, dog. They be
John
lying about
Stockton
stats.
rebounds.
Second in 1990.
Oh, he came second. Okay.
Who first in 1990?
Hakeem.
Hakeem?
So
See, I'm
close.
saying like
Damn,
you
stop.
had all these. You had all
he
these
did
big
it
men
2
rebounds.
times. Oh,
Damn,
so
Stock.
close.
They capping on Stock. Man, that's bro,
So
that's
close.
crazy.
Yeah, but shout out to Domantas Sabonis. Oh, and the last person also is George Mikan.
The one that's better than Paul George, by the way. Don't forget that.
That's right, Mars. The NBA, yes, that's right, Mars. 80 years ago. Yes, sir, Mars. 75 years ago. That was going on. Yes,
Before
sir.
chill
Mars.
time was allowed in the league, by the way.
Yeah.
we
And I was there when Michael was there. I was there. I was
Mars,
around.
that's
He was outside
Mars.
the arena. They
Mars,
wanted
that's crazy, Mars. That's worse than Bill Russell clan yesterday, Mars. I ain't gonna lie. That might have got it.
Y'all, and speaking of George Mikan, the only place where you can go and watch George Mikan film is on the Game Time app. When you download this app, like Swiper and Ox, you'll get access to, well, real life games and playoff action and stuff like that. And you know what's the beautiful part about that? Well, obviously the playoffs just started, and you know that's the type of environment that you don't want to miss. And if you have an opportunity to get in there at a discount to a premium environment like that, you would want to take advantage of it, right? Well, with the Game Time app, it's the MVP of all ticketing apps, and they allow you to do that. So let me break it down to you right quick. Game Time makes buying tickets the easiest way you could possibly do it. You download the app, you get in there, and you're able to view your seats before you even buy them. They got you on that. You don't want to deal with sneaky fees? Well, don't worry. They got all-in prices, which means no surprising. Oh, and last but not least, they have last-minute tickets where you can get tickets all the way up until the tip-off or even after the game starts. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Game Time app. Download the app, create an account, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but who really cares? Use promo code CLNS. Get $20 off. Download the Game Time app and get in the game for the playoffs. Let's get to it. All right,
I don't
fellas.
think you can actually watch George Mikan film with the Game Time app, just in case anyone downloads it thinking they can.
You
Just in
can.
case.
Go check it out. I promise you. I did it.
When you get sued for false information.
I seen Jonas Valanciunas. That was George Mikan. I seen it.
My fault. Okay.
I seen it with my own eyes.
All I'm saying is though, George Mikan
seen
film,
Donovan
bro,
Cleveland.
they probably only played basketball when it was sun outside. They ain't had lights in the gym when he was playing for sure. Ain't no way. They only played basketball when it was sun outside, bro. It's no way.
We only
They
do it
ain't
in
had
the
no damn
daytime.
lights
We
in
had-
the gym.
We got we
Hell
we
no,
got
that's what I'm
lamps.
saying.
We got lamps in the arena. What the
Man,
hell
they
is
had windows all across the damn
When,
gym.
yeah, they was playing.
They didn't have no
Windows.
candles.
that?
Yeah, they
No,
might
have
no
no.
candles, no nothing.
Man,
That
hell
shit
no.
sound
They
loud
only
as
played.
hell.
They only played when it was sunny.
fires. A lot of
12
bonfires in the arena. Yeah.
9. I mean, look. They played at noon every damn Friday. That's what they did. Noon on Friday. Did nobody go to the game?
Well,
Everybody.
well, we couldn't play at noon because I got a day job, so I'm working during the day. So I
That's
can't do
true.
that.
Right.
That's not gonna work.
I know some people worked overnight and came and played with
Yeah.
George Mikan and them. Some people just got all work and got in there.
They
But they
got
were boots
out of World
locker
War
room.
II. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Like they just got out of World War II. Like
Oh my
this is-
God, boy, that's crazy. That's
the
crazy.
NBA started in 1949. They just
What
got
year-
out of World War II.
What year was George Mikan in the league?
1949.
No,
He
no
was
way,
a World
Doc,
War
bro.
II veteran at 6'10. Like that's what he was
Oh
doing.
my God, no way he
Lugging
was
cartridges.
1949.
Like this is what we talking
No
about.
way he was 1949. I thought he was like in the
George
60s.
Mikan, real shooter.
Hell nah.
Yeah,
1949. Fresh
Ja
off the
just
front
paying Moran
line.
to the old vets. Shout out Ja.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, I want to continue along this theme of, I guess, showing Big Ox's franchise some love because the G League champions were announced last night, and it was the Stockton Kings.
Oh wow.
Ain't that their second one?
Yeah, Ox, ain't that second one?
Yeah, because what's his name was the coach for the first one? It wasn't Doug Christie. He got a head job. I mean, he got an assistant job. No, I forgot. That's got to be Stockton's second one.
Ox?
Just look it
I
up.
don't know.
Asking Oxford, what I got to do with
Man,
me?
ain't that your neighborhood? Or you right around the corner, right?
No,
I live in
Stockton,
Portland, but I ain't down there.
Stockton,
I forgot.
California. Ain't good. Well, no.
Well, Stockton is
You
like
gotta
40 minutes.
keep up with,
Stockton is 40 minutes away from Sac, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching no G League games, bro.
You got to keep up with anything in Sacramento winning the championship because y'all.
Well,
don't
it ain't
keep
in
that
Sacramento.
close.
It's the Stockton Kings.
Okay.
Well, shout out
If
to
I was
Stockton
you, I'd
Kings.
be claiming that championship.
Never mind. They ain't win too. Never mind. I thought they did.
That shit don't
Look
matter
at
to
you
me.
lying, Jordan. How dare you?
Yeah, I lied. I thought they did.
Is it like a suburb of Sacramento or is like?
Nah, it's a completely different city, but it's really close though. It's,
Yo,
it's
I
only
was-
like 40
Ron
minutes
would
away.
claim it as Seattle.
I was pretty
know
much
that.
really
Yeah,
hating on the
you would.
Stockton Kings a couple
They-
of years ago when
they won a G
the
League
owner's
championship.
daughter became their GM, Anjali Ranadive.
Keep it in the family. What's wrong with Jeannie
What's
Buss?
the-
Jeannie Buss?
why would you hate on that?
I just thought it was nepotism, but two
That's what
W
it
nepotism.
is.
It is nepotism. W nepotism.
nepotism
We with
works, I guess. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Hey,
that. We with that
Millions.
nepotism right here.
Hey, Stockton won a summer league. That's what it was. They won a summer league.
Okay. But
Ah.
Pin, what's his daughter's name?
Anjali Ranadive.
She cold.
Shout
too.
out to Jeremy Lamb because he's dating her,
Yep,
and now
yep. They say Jeremy
he's
Lamb
the
making
owner
the
of the Stockton
decisions.
Kings.
They say
All
Jeremy
right.
Lamb making the decisions for sure. That's what they said. They said Jeremy Lamb, he putting folks in. Hey, WGM.
Go ahead, brother.
Jeremy working his way up. I respect
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Everybody
Rockets
working their way
legend.
into
Rockets
position.
preseason legend. We almost got Jeremy Lamb out here, boy. Rockets preseason legend.
Mm.
Preseason legend is crazy.
That's when they
I thought
traded him.
Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Hey,
And then in that
Hey,
James Harden trade.
everybody want to be a legend in something, and if you can only be
Hey,
a legend in the
boy.
preseason,
That
take
boy
that.
played. That boy played one preseason game, and everybody was like, "Oh, I like this Jeremy Lamb kid." The next day he was traded. Oh, I love James Harden.
Bro,
Like,
Jeremy Lamb could not miss in 2K. I'm gonna say that.
yeah, he had a crazy ass jump shot.
60 points every time.
Yeah, I'm glad the Rockets got rid of him though. I ain't gonna lie. I never thought he was gonna be a
You don't
superstar.
think Jeremy Lamb could have led the Rockets on multiple conference finals?
Hell no. Hell no.
You didn't like Jeremy Lamb coming out of college?
I did, but I knew he wasn't the franchise, bro. The Rockets was bad that year. Like they was coming off and winning like 22 games or something like that. Bro, they had Kevin. That was the year of Kevin Martin, and I like Kevin Martin. But bro, Jeremy Lamb came, and I'm like, it's no way y'all think this is how you build a franchise. And shout out to Daryl Morey, because Daryl Morey came and said, "Hey man, something going on over there in Oklahoma City. We can send y'all this boy who y'all think like that, and give us James." James came and got like 41 his first preseason game, bro. And then he followed it up with another 40 ball. When he did that, I knew what we had. Boy, I knew what we had. I said, we got a star. 40. I was overreacting to preseason.
First regular season game, 37-12.
Yeah, bro,
and followed down with 45.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, I was overreacting in preseason. But I really wasn't. I mean, I saw the vision. Then we, 8 straight years of the playoffs.
I thought Jeremy Lamb was going to be one of them ones coming out of college.
I didn't.
He was going to be a good one. He was like 6'5", long, athletic, had a jumper, had a handle.
Yeah.
Who's the prospect that you just got wrong? Like really wrong? Like you thought they were going to be cold as hell, all-star, and they just ended up doing nothing.
Probably Chris Dunn.
Damn, you thought he was gonna be a
I was a big Chris Dunn fan, man. Chris Dunn was good at Providence, bro.
Let's swipe and tell that you ain't get that wrong.
No, he was good. I was projected that.
But he got drafted like what, top 7?
Yeah, I want to
something like
7,
that.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, bro, I was really.
I mean, Markelle Fultz, if that counts as being wrong.
Yeah,
I was high on Markelle Fultz, but they jacked Markelle up.
No, you're not wrong. You're early. Markelle gonna turn it around. I still got I got some Markelle.
He don't play for nobody, huh?
He plays for the Kings.
He was on the Kings, right?
Yeah, on the Kings, yeah.
When do he get in? I don't never see him.
He gets in.
Don't be giving him.
He does stuff. He gets some cardio.
I know they signed him late in the season. I saw him play one game, but lately I ain't been seeing him.
No, he played a little bit. He was getting some burn.
I don't know, man. I was wrong about Chris Dunn.
Who a player I was wrong?
I don't know.
Usually I'm right. Nick Stauskas.
Usually I'm right about this shit.
Yo, Ron, we're not doing that right now, bro.
Nick Stauskas. It's no way you was wrong about Nick Stauskas. There's no way you thought he was going to be good.
What?
Oh,
no,
Ben McLemore.
Ron, were you also wrong about Ben McLemore?
I see what you're trying to do right here, Ron. And now you got Penn thinking he funny. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this.
I'm funny.
I'm Reddish. I was
Marvin Bagley. My bad.
Marvin.
Oh, you know what though? I tell y'all what. This was the crazy one. I was right about James Wiseman, but I kept telling people, I was like, yo, they're like, James Wiseman be good for the Warriors. I'm like, number one, the Warriors offense is too complicated for James Wiseman. He never had to play like that before. And they're like, bro, he's gonna be good. And I'm like, what center have the Warriors played that plays like James Wiseman? 0. And it was like, man, you gotta get James Wiseman. I'm like, just pick LaMelo, bro. Pick LaMelo. That's the easiest pick. They picked James Wiseman. Now James Wiseman tore his Achilles, damn near out the league now, man. And this shit is like clockwork, bro.
Yeah, I thought James Wiseman was gonna work down there.
I thought Quinzel Woods.
I don't know how y'all saw that. The ball. When have you seen James Wiseman be a passer like that?
Yeah, I wasn't high on James Wiseman, so yeah.
I thought he would have been better in Charlotte, though. He would have been better in Charlotte, but man, LaMelo
because no one would be paying attention. That's why.
He could just play his role a little bit better. Like James Wiseman is a scorer at heart, bro. Like he wants to score the ball. They tried to turn him into this passer, and it's like, nah, bro, that's not him. Bro, shout out Andre Ingram. Somebody say Andre Ingram. Rest in peace, Andre Ingram. That's detail.
I thought Emmanuel Mudiay was gonna be real nice in the league too. 6'4", 6'5". Good athlete.
I thought Mario Hezonja was gonna be good.
He just couldn't shoot.
No way you thought Hezonja was gonna be good.
I thought Hezonja was gonna be
another player I really believed in was
Rodney. Hezonja was gonna be. I thought Dragon Bender was gonna be good.
I thought
no way you thought Dragon Bender was gonna be good.
I was willing to fight people for Rodney Carney. I thought Rodney Carney was gonna be really good.
That was a while back though. Shout out Rodney.
Yeah, that's
I'm old as hell, bro.
Yeah,
2006, 2007.
Yeah.
Shout out Rodney.
Yeah.
Thomas Robinson.
Y'all.
I thought I was looking at Karl Malone 2.0.
Oh, my bad. Andre Ingram
With
ain't
who?
passed. I'm talking
Whoa.
about Andre Emmett. Andre
Tom-
Emmett.
Yeah, who?
Thomas Robinson.
Oh my god.
Thomas was too
Oh.
small. He was way too
Thomas
small to be compared to
Robinson.
Paul Malone.
6'8". I thought I was looking at Malone 2.0.
Can I tell you one player I think we
I-
were all wrong
Yeah,
about?
out the league. Yeah.
I will almost
Thomas
bet we
Robinson,
were
but if
all-
I would have said him,
I'm gonna bet we were almost all wrong about Stromile Swift though.
I wasn't wrong about Stromile, bro. I'll be seeing all these guys that's
I
athletic.
wasn't born, sir.
All these guys that be athletic and be dominating college and stuff like that. It's like you can see clear as day. You're not gonna do that in the NBA, bro. Like you're not gonna do that. You gotta have some type of
Stromile
talent.
was
Like Thomas
dope,
Robinson.
What
I like
y'all-
Stromile.
What did y'all think Stromile was
sucks.
going to be?
Amari.
No way. No way.
You asking for too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like no way.
Kenyon Martin.
No way. No way, man.
Stromile was
no
still
way.
dope.
Stromile was good. I hated him for the Rockets though. Couldn't wait till he got out the Rockets. I mean, couldn't wait.
How long was he even in Houston? Like a year?
Yeah, couldn't wait. Couldn't wait.
Another one for me.
I didn't-
Well, not necessarily what he did at UCLA.
Don't say Emeka Okafor, please.
No.
Don't say Emeka.
Coming out of high school, Jalen Hands.
Oh,
Jalen Hands was
Yeah, but I see. I saw him play. I saw him play against some NBA players in the summertime. And as soon as I did, I was like, "Yeah."
with the Rico Hines runs.
Yep. I said, "Yep."
He used to
not
be
it.
busy in those though.
No, no. In highlights,
Okay,
watch.
okay.
Yeah, go. Yeah, you
No
go
doubt.
watch.
Yeah.
And
Got
you like-
got you.
No, bro. Kyrie was trying to help him though. I will say that Kyrie was trying to help him, but no.
Trayvon Duval was another one from that era, like that
Yeah.
high school point.
Yeah,
guard.
but he was. I
Yeah.
never really
That high
believed in
on
the
Trayvon,
6'1", 6'2" athlete.
I like Duval. I ain't gonna lie. I like Duval. I like Tyler Eulis too. I really like Tyler Eulis.
I love
Tyler
Tyler
was
Eulis.
dope.
I love
Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler
Eulis.
was
I seen him
dope.
hating on Terrence Mann.
He was hating on
I
Terrence.
seen him hating on Terrence Mann on the
and I was
timeline, but
like,
I love
yeah.
Tyler Eulis, man.
Mind you,
Yeah.
he only averaged 7 points or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, he in the NBA, bro. Relax, bro.
I say it all the time. Tyler Eulis was the only reason I was watching Kentucky that year. Like the only reason.
That's crazy because they had a hell of a.
They
Oh,
had a hell of a
that's
team, and the
crazy.
only reason I watched was because of Tyler Eulis.
But Tyler
Which one?
was a goer at that time.
The one with Scal Labissiere that year. What was that? 2016?
Oh, Scott Labissiere was a disappointment, bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
and then they had him coming off the bench.
No, he just
and
won a
was
G
meant
League
to be-
championship.
he was
Shout out to
meant to be-
Scal.
Yeah,
He's on
Bro,
that
he's
side
still in the
team.
G League. What the heck?
yeah, he on the Stockton
He
Kings.
won a championship.
Bro, he trying to be a Kings legend. He trying to make Ox like him so bad, boy. I'll tell you, he trying to be a Kings legend. Ox, let me find out you got a Labissiere jersey back there, bro. Let me find out.
He
Nah,
might not have one now.
Scal
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
get
be
him
good
one.
in the league. I thought he was one of them players where like college
Didn't
wasn't
think
great
so.
for him, but the league was gonna be good.
No, didn't think
He
so.
fell
Bro. Once
down that draft board, bro. He fell
once I
down
seen
so hard.
once I seen Hasheem Thabit play in the NBA and it didn't work out, I was like, see, players like that never work out.
Like
Scal
what?
wasn't like Hasheem Thabit.
Scal
I'm just
has
saying,
nothing.
No, he's nothing like Thabit, but I'm saying those big tall guys who kinda play physical, kinda play soft. It's like you a tweener. Your ass not gonna work in the NBA, bro. You got to decide. And when you playing physical, you got to be Jalen Duren like you got to be.
I feel like Scal Labissiere was DeAndre Ayton before DeAndre Ayton, man. That's how I viewed him.
I can see it.
Really
I can see it a
good
little.
face-up game, really soft.
Not really good face-up game.
He
but
didn't have a
okay,
really good face-up game.
Not really good, no. Not really
Come
good.
on, he had
Yeah,
a good
you
face-up
see,
game.
Jordan,
man.
you might be thinking Scal in the league, like in high school and in college, like that
Yeah.
version of Scal. It was a little different.
I
But
just
you
when
know,
I got
obviously
an
it's a-
eye-
he was just very soft, like that.
That's what I'm saying.
DeAndre Ayton, like he was like he was
Man.
DeAndre Ayton before DeAndre Ayton. That's what I view him as. It just he didn't.
Andre Ayton was on some shit at Arizona, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, y'all. Couple things. Once again, y'all turn on your notification bells. Y'all like the video, but also the WNBA draft was yesterday. I want to shout out to Paige Buckets for going number 1 to the Dallas Wings. Shout out to Paige.
Can we
They're gonna
just
be good.
introduce one very small thing? Do you know how close Dallas was to having Luka and Paige in the same city? Do you realize how marginally close it was? It was so close. You could watch great hoops all summer.
What would it be?
Like now LA got Luka and Cameron Brink in the same city, so they good.
Don't compare Cameron Brink to Paige Beckers.
I will.
Why
But
not?
Please do
my
not.
thing-
You better respect.
Talk
You
about.
better respect.
Why not?
But did y'all see what
Paige
Connecticut?
Queers.
Did y'all see what Connecticut did yesterday?
Yeah, how did they get those back-to-back picks? No, not Connecticut. Washington. They traded and got the fourth.
Oh,
pick.
Washington did that thing. But I'm just talking about
Washington
Connecticut getting Anissa and Sanaya Rivers. That was crazy. But not only that though, Penn. Not only did Dallas get Pace, but they also got Isaiah James too. I think Dallas had a really good year.
That's lefty. That's lefty.
Yeah, that's lefty.
One from East State.
Isaiah and Paige were my favorite players in this draft. So the fact that they're both going to Dallas, I am officially a Dallas Wings fan. I ain't never watched a Dallas Wings game before, but I'm officially. I don't know about Chicago though. I don't know about Chicago.
You don't like I forgot you don't like Haley.
They trying to get out. They
I'm
trying to get out.
I'm not a Haley guy. I am an Angel Reese guy, so now I'm confused. I don't
Just
know.
so you know, Ben, they got a scoring
I
machine.
don't know how Haley finna hold up defensively in the W. Got a nervous.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. Everybody. Haley, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, what was you gonna say, Ox? I probably would agree with you.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
they got a scoring machine.
Hey,
they got more than that, boy. I tell you, boy.
No, I wasn't going that route either. I definitely wasn't going.
I know for a fact that you want to Washington.
Hey,
they got a scoring machine down there.
Sky got some shit down there, boy.
He definitely they got a scoring machine for Dallas.
Who you talking about? Oh, with Paige?
No,
or Enrique?
Yes, Enrique. Mm-hmm. They got a scoring machine down there, so you'll enjoy watching her. With Paige,
who was Ron?
You ain't gonna see a lot of passing going on, but you're definitely gonna see a lot of scoring. That's going to happen.
How y'all feel about ESPN literally calling Caitlin Clark the second best player in the WNBA?
She
They're just doing that.
Sounds like I won my debate.
They're just doing their job, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with hyping.
You said the second best player?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, who they said was the first?
Asia Wilson.
Probably
Asia Wilson. What do you mean?
Shit, I don't
he already
know, bro.
better than Stu.
I'm talking about that.
You don't know what.
She ain't better than
Yes, she is. Yes, she is, Jordan.
Hold on. Chill. Let him get it off. Chill. Let him get it off.
I always forget her name.
Yes,
she's not better than Nafisa. She's not better than Nafisa. No, she's not.
Crazy though. That's not crazy for me.
Wait. Y'all saying Caitlin Clark is better than Nafisa?
Yeah,
I'm saying she's not. I'm saying Caitlin Clark is not.
Asia number one, but I'm saying I don't think Caitlin's better than Nafisa either. I thought Jordan.
I don't know if Asia better than Nafisa either, though. Hey, man.
See, this is.
Hey, man, I don't know either.
There's nothing wrong with him.
What other player? I'm not mad at you, at half, bro. Bro, what I'm saying, Jordan.
Yeah, so Steph Curry, the best player in the NBA.
That don't make you better.
They don't make it like that.
Just because Nafisa and Asia don't shoot coming across the half court, don't make him less than her. What I'm saying is, Jordan, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for feeling. I'm not mad at you for feeling like Nafisa's better. That's cool. That's your opinion. I'm talking about Caitlin Clark ain't better than Nafisa.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I'm agreeing with you on that one. I think the number one and two players, you can go either one. I think you can go either one. Number one and two players is Asia Wilson and Nafisa to me. Like, but I like that. I would, and it could be play style. Like, I favor Nafisa over Asia. I just do.
Tough.
Bro, her skill, bro. I swear to God, bro. When I be trying to teach kids, I be like, go watch that. Go watch this. Bro, her skill set is incredible, bro. Like, incredible.
Do you think Nafisa better than Stewie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she better than Stewie.
Now she is.
She is.
She wasn't 2 seasons ago, but she is now.
Better defender, and I think she should have got DPOY. She did. She did get DPOY, right?
Nafisa?
Yeah. Like Nafisa.
I think she did. Yeah.
I'm DPOY, and I'm second in the league in scoring. Like
a distant second.
By the way.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Man, going to the finals.
Be that as it may.
Be
that as it may. I'm a top 2 scorer, and I'm the best defender in the league. It's just too much for Nafisa.
Asia
went to the finals.
MVP?
Yes.
Yeah, Asia's.
Yeah.
Mars, of course. Do you not watch the best basketball player in the world play basketball, Mars?
I do not. No, I do not.
It was her.
That's right. I forgot. Oh shit! It's April. I got to get back on my campaign. Get Mars.
Bro, I did a stream.
Yeah, that's my goal right now.
And
bro, I did a stream.
That's how good Asia is, Mars. It was her, and it's everybody else.
Bro, I did a stream. I did a stream, bro. I think it was when Nafisa was trying to break that record for the most, I think, 30-point games in the playoffs consecutively.
Yeah.
And bro, everybody was like, she not gonna do it. She not gonna do it. Shit. And I'm like, I'm watching the stream and she cook it. Like, she started out the game slow. By the third, fourth, it was like pass her the ball every time. Just straight destroying.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, you know what? I like Asia. Her shoes was, she just dropped the shoe and all that stuff or whatever. I like Asia. But I gotta take Nafisa. I think it's just me. I like the skill set. I like her skill set a little bit better. I still think Asia cold, but I think I favor the skill a little bit more. I'm a little bit biased to her skill. I think that's probably
Jordan,
what it is.
Jordan, I'm with you all the way up until saying that Nafisa is just better than Asia. I gotta go Asia. But I like Nafisa more. I like her skill set more.
Yeah,
I like what she does more. I like her versatility more. I like how she can play on the block and take you on the perimeter and cook you in the mid range and grab the rock. Push in transition.
She's the best transition player in the game.
Hey, I'm telling y'all,
she's the best transition player in the game, no doubt.
I'm just a little bit biased
if he actually could really, really shoot,
which is fine.
That's what Nafisa reminds me of.
You like who you like. I'm not gonna take issue with that. Absolutely not.
Nafisa cold on the defensive end too, man, bro.
Yeah.
Which says a lot because Stewie is impossible defensively. Stewie is impossible.
Yeah, Stewie, she still like that defensively.
Stewie got her ass cooked in the damn one, boy.
She did.
She got chilled. That defense shit went out the window in the one, but she got her ass cooked.
It's a difference. It's a difference between being a team defender and a one-on-one defender too. Like Stewie can't guard up one-on-one, but when you have help and stuff like that, it's easier to funnel defenders.
Man,
and you know what's funny? And I'm not even trying to be funny, but in all seriousness, if you blow by her, she really can recover and get a block, or steal. Like she can rely on the defense. Yeah,
man, here we go with this bullshit, man. Come on, Mars, don't do that. I did not say that. There you go with the bullshit. I did not say
you
that.
did say that what made Kawhi so good was that when he gets blown by, he can recover.
That's not what Ron said. First of all, that's not what Ron said.
Ron said
no,
he said recover. That's what he said.
No, but he said when she get blown by, she cooked, and you said Kawhi Leonard. Like that's not.
No, I said when she if you blow by her, she'll recover and get the block. Or she got good hands and stuff like that.
First of all, somebody tried to make it seem like I said anybody. The context of what I said, if you listen, keep listening. Not just anybody, but the guys that's supposed to do it. All I'm saying is, after the panel, I went to YouTube, typed it in. You know how long it took me to find that? 5 minutes to find blow by after blow by, block after block. That's what he did. I don't know why y'all
send me the link. Please.
Okay, I mean, you can just look it up. They got it all over YouTube, bro. All you gotta do is look it up. I'm not saying Kawhi can't hold water.
Back-to-back days.
Yes, bro. I'm not saying Kawhi can't hold water, bro. I think y'all listening because and it's just shock value. It's not that he cannot guard. I'm not saying that he cannot.
Jordan, enough already. We heard you.
No, hell no. I'm getting this up.
Kawhi Leonard gets
Jordan. You telling me?
By the best offensive players, by the best scorers in the game. You told us.
Yeah, what's crazy about that?
We heard you more than once, more than twice. You are wrong, yo. He's a great on-ball defender.
I didn't say he wasn't great. I didn't say he wasn't.
You are wrong with this.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Oh my God. Is Kawhi Leonard extremely fast?
Yes.
In his prime?
Yes.
And he's not extremely fast.
Extremely. Like who would you consider extremely fast?
John Wall, Russell Westbrook.
No.
Okay, no, he's not as fast.
Okay, you have to get the measuring stick. Okay, no, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, he's not that fast.
Kawhi faster than he looked, though. He's faster than we give him credit for.
However,
that nigga Kawhi be moving.
However,
no, he's quick. He's not fast.
Okay, he's not fast. However, Jordan,
defenses.
Okay, in his prime, he was fast. He was fast.
So listen. Okay, however. So when I say that you can get by him, it's not a knock to what he does. Of course, the only way you can beat Kawhi, to be honest with you, you can't play side to side with him because he's going to block it. You get by him is when you get free. Now, once you do that, he's the best damn near we ever seen at recovering, getting steals, blocking shots. That's what guys like John Wall, that's what guys like James Harden, Luka do. When they start playing side to side, that works for guys like Patrick Beverly. Like Patrick Beverly want to get you on ball. He want to try to turn you. Kawhi not doing that. Kawhi is like, blow by, not necessarily like, oh, blow him out the water and he's looking at him. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he drives and he's strong enough to kind of stay attached to your hip. And when you try to go up for a layup, block, or when you try to pick the ball up and do a Euro step, steal. I'm not saying Kawhi just to let George Hill blow by his ass. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like that's how you get him. Like that's how you get him.
So if I'm strong enough, and I'm quick enough to your estimation, if I'm quick enough to stay attached to your hip, you're not blowing by me. I'm still
but he is blowing. But also you got to also think too, when he does blow, like this is why he's good at it, because not only when you do go by him, he has help. So if he has somebody in front of the ball handler to slow him down, he's going to steal it from you or block it. He's the best damn near we ever seen at that shit.
Jordan, Kawhi Leonard is incredible.
This would be a great time to read that super chat because it'll clear up that misunderstanding real quick.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
There we go.
Jordan,
you want me to read it?
Yeah, I don't have my glasses right now.
Go ahead, Penn. You're a Toronto guy.
Okay, perfect. NP13 says Jordan is praising Kawhi's otherworldly recovery ability, not downplaying his great on-ball defensive ability. He's pointing out Kawhi's superpower. Completely agree with you.
Okay, we get that part. Absolutely, we get that part. However, remember earlier in the segment, Penn, when you said turn Trae into less of a scorer and more of a turn Trae and less of a scorer in terms of wordiness?
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, quote, gets blown by all the time. That sounds way worse.
Yeah, what I said after that.
That sounds way worse.
Yes,
but
what I said
blown by all the time.
What I said after that was, yes, he does. But what I'm saying is that's how you get him. Like y'all were trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm gonna put a straight jacket on James Harden, and it's like you've never seen Kawhi put a straight jacket on James Harden. Like you've never seen that.
I mean, with that being said, with that being said,
not for a quarter, bro. Like not for a quarter.
With that being said, James Harden gonna call out a shit ton of pick and rolls. So you're not
obviously
watching them go mano with mano like that.
I mean, yeah, obviously, you don't want Kawhi fucking guarding you the whole damn game. Like, obviously, I don't want to do that. But I'm saying when you look at it, if it's all right, me and you, it's 7 seconds left on the shot clock, ain't no screen. You saw them people go by him. And y'all are making it seem like that's not possible. Like it's no way Luka just went by. And it's like,
no, you making it sound like that's all that's going on. You making it sound like
what,
bro? That's what you make it sound like. That's all that's going on.
If you go, I think it's game 7.
Just blowing by him.
I think it's game 7 in the playoffs when they played against Luka.
What's going on?
Watch what Luka did to Kawhi. He just went by him. When Luka got in trouble when he started playing side to side. Then eventually he said, you know what? I'm gonna just go by your ass. And you know what Kawhi was doing? He would try to steal and recover. That's his defense. It's nothing wrong with that. Like he's the best in the world at that.
I'm pretty confident.
I don't know why y'all like.
What year is that? What year
still
is that?
The best in the world.
2020.
He talking about
2020.
He talking about.
But I don't consider that like Kawhi's defensive.
Game 7. I can't remember. One of them.
It might have been 21. It might have been 21 because I think it was in the Mavericks arena.
More so, like, I'm thinking of Kawhi like in like 14, 15, 16, 17 is like.
No, I mean, but 17 is when I kind of noticed it. Like I tell you, Mars brought it up when Russell Westbrook was doing that shit. I mean, it might have been 16 when Russell Westbrook was just going by his ass.
Not going. A bunch of people getting mad at me quoting.
That is a fact. Russell Westbrook was just going straight by him. Like you can just go look it up.
I mean,
pretty confident.
I don't know who was staying in front of Russell Westbrook.
But that was kind of Jordan's point. Like Kawhi's guarding those guys, and those guys get back Kawhi. Now that doesn't.
Y'all making it seem like he's straight. Those
guys
I don't think what Jordan's saying is drastically off base. I think he said something and people took it as Kawhi can't guard people.
No, that's not
would be crazy.
That's not it at all. No.
But I don't know what the conversation y'all had yesterday, but I do think that there's like a point in time, like 17, 18 later. I think he leaned more into that, but I do remember vividly watching Kawhi Leonard be able to stay in front of people like very well.
Yeah, I think he could stay
who's better? Who's better on the ball? Who's better like guarding the ball? Drew Holiday or Kawhi?
True.
Exactly Drew. Yeah, it's Drew. I 100% think it's Drew. I would even say, come on, Ron.
Well, who are you asking them to guard?
I mean, whoever Kawhi's guarding.
Any wing.
Any wing.
A point guard, I'd rather have Drew, but like a bigger wing, I'd rather have Kawhi.
No, I'm saying if we want to say keep person,
Kawhi Leonard has
person in the box, Drew.
Kawhi Leonard has some of the best hands we've ever seen.
That's great. Yeah, 100%.
Ever.
Drew Holiday got some of the best.
Easily.
Drew Holiday got some of the best lateral quickness as far as like mirroring your opponent.
He
And
do.
we've
Ron, I
seen
just
it.
want to make sure that
Absolutely.
I'm not losing my mind, Ron.
No,
as a
chill. I'm
defender-
losing my mind too.
Because I'm thinking to myself, as a defender, at some point, I got to keep you in front of me. Like at some point, I can't just let you. And to your point, Miles, you talk about Russell Westbrook. Maybe that was, and we talked about this yesterday. Maybe some of that was part of the plan because we could speed Russ up and get Russ to turn the basketball over. Maybe we can.
Not
get
at that
Russ
time.
in the
He didn't
lane.
turn the ball over that much at that time.
But with that being said, as a defender, knowing for a fact that we got to get stops, I got to keep you in front of me. You can't get by me. And with Kawhi Leonard being as big as he is, as strong as he is, his hands being as busy as they are, his lateral movement as quick as it is, his wingspan as good as it is, he can't. Just him mentally. He can't just continuously allow people to get by him and just rely on his recovery ability. Because guys like
your
him,
wingspan doesn't matter here because
why
your
not? He's the best
wingspan
at it,
allows you
Phil.
to give space. Okay, hang on. This is like really weird. Your wingspan allows you a little bit of space defensively because you can contest further out, right?
Sure.
That's how your wingspan helps you, right?
Right.
It doesn't help you guard the ball in terms of moving your feet laterally. That's all your feet. There's no hand checking in the NBA.
I disagree. Because
That's cool.
if your arm is longer and I know I can get a contest up, that gives my feet actually a half a second more time to be able to catch up because I'm not as close to you as I would be if I didn't have a long wingspan.
Well, that's sort of the first point that I said, which is you allow.
Well, yeah, I think the first
bit.
point and complements the feet is what I'm saying. Like,
sure, but what I'm saying is, if I tie your hands behind your back, like you're effectively, that's like your hands are angling you in different directions. I think if you're guarding Russell Westbrook, first of all, it is really, really good to accept the reality of the situation. You're not containing him. It's not happening. If he plays the basketball a little bit, he's too fast. Offense always has the advantage in the NBA. That's how the rules are structured.
But
So-
Pen, I will say, like guards like Drew Holiday, like
Hang on, man.
even
I'm about to throw you a lob for the dunk. Okay, just hang on.
all right, cool. I'm gonna windmill it.
Nice. So all I'm saying is you got to pick and choose how you're going to angle the offensive player, where you're sending them, and Kawhi can do that really well. You talk about wingspan, you talk about the great hands. That is the help recovery superpower, right? He can poke it from behind. He can contest from behind. He can recover. He can angle you. He can angle you better, right? And so that is his real superpower. Being able to contain the basketball is an overrated skill when you're talking about elite players. If you're talking about Darius Garland, sorry, too shifty. You're not keeping him in front of you. What you got to do is you got to push him to a spot on the court. You got to do your work early, make him a little uncomfortable, and then you got to contest from behind. If you get beat, you contest from behind, you make it a tough shot. The best players in this league are going to beat their man off the dribble 10 times out of 10.
But I will say this. But what I will say is,
I actually think containing the ball actually may be
and I was about to say, and I was about to say, Drew Holiday, like one thing Drew Holiday is good at is he can guard up close. Like this is how he stopped guards like Russell Westbrook or slow him down, like and try to keep him in front of him and turn him. Patrick Beverley does the same thing too. The fact that they can mirror you up close, like from a very close distance and move their feet is the reason why guards struggle against them.
Avery Bradley's another one.
Avery Bradley is really good at that too.
Ooh,
like
Avery Bradley used to have niggas in jail.
So exactly. So when I'm talking about that with Kawhi, I'm not saying Kawhi can't do that. I'm saying those guys are better at that. And
that's a fact.
And it's okay. Yeah,
that's
and it's okay.
Jordan, real quick, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I got the maintenance man. He fixing something. I got to run back, but I got my headphones on and I just hear a lot of cap. First of all, Penn, Jordan can't dunk. Second of all, I'm an elite rim protector, so I'm gonna stop all the bullshit, okay? Because this is what happened. Jordan's saying something now that he wasn't saying yesterday. I realized after. Hold on, Jordan, real quick, because I got 1 second.
Yeah,
because
you pulling your
What Jordan said was Kawhi is always getting blown by. He doesn't keep people in front of him. What makes him a great defender?
What else I said after that?
Real quick, Jordan. What makes him a great defender is the fact that he can recover and block shots and steals. When he said that, I said, yes, Jordan. Of course, there are certain people that will blow by him, but what makes Kawhi Leonard an elite defender is the fact that he can recover when he gets blown by. What makes Kawhi a great defender is the fact that he doesn't get blown by. He stays in front of you, and then if he does get blown by, he can recover because he's elite at that. All I'm saying right now is Jordan is changing the argument from what he said yesterday.
I'm not.
But he started off.
You moving the goalposts, Ron?
Because what he said one thing. Me and Chill both heard it, lost our minds, and then
you had a layup. You went to the windmill.
And then Jordan started.
Y'all lost y'all mind and didn't listen.
Jordan started coming back down to earth and start saying, okay, well, there's certain guys. Okay, and I agree with that, Jordan. Of course, Russell Westbrook, those dudes.
Yeah, I said, why would we be talking about George Hill? Like Kawhi's guarding the best guys in the world.
You said one thing, Jordan, and then changed it. That's
because
what I'm saying. No, because if you
go back and watch the clip, I said that and then kept saying not anybody.
We can go back and watch it. We can go back and watch it. But Jordan, what I'm saying is here. Okay. But here on the panel, what I've learned being on this panel for 3+ years now. Well, 3 years now, what I've learned is if you say something, you have to be sure to say what you mean. You can't just make a statement and expect us to be thinking for you.
Yeah,
Jordan, we not in your head, bro. So if you meant that elite point guards are gonna blow by Kawhi Leonard, you should have said elite point guards. No, what you said is Kawhi always gets blown by. He can't. Jordan, you said he always gets blown by. He can't keep nobody in front of him. That's what
you
said,
better
bro.
than this. You better than this. I said that, and if you listen, because listen, you and Chill lost y'all mind because for some reason
because of what you said. That's why. Because of what you said.
Okay, so y'all proving my point. Listen, if you listen to me say that, 10 seconds later, I said, obviously not just anybody. That's exactly what I said. Obviously not just anybody. I said, I'm not talking about George Hill. Kawhi, and then Chill ran off a list of guys, and I said every single one of them guys blow by him. And Chill
Jordan, with that being said, I expect George Hill to go by Kawhi Leonard.
You crazy as hell. No, he not.
I'm saying, but once again, what also the point about it, Jordan, is and then me and Ron start talking about, well, yeah, of course, no matter who you're guarding, you're eventually going to get blown by. So you're going to be able to do what you did. You're going to be able to go to YouTube and type in Kawhi Leonard getting blown by.
I just typed in Kawhi Leonard
because everybody's going to get blown by. But if I keep elite scores in front of me, half or majority of the time, I'm doing a great job on defense. That makes me a great defender.
So
now, if they are blown by me and I'm recovering, no, Jordan, I'm not proving your point.
Y'all trying to make it seem like Kawhi never gets blown by. He gets blown by in the game.
What you're trying to do is okay. Yes, he does get blown by, Jordan. We're not trying to say he doesn't get blown by. You're trying to say he always gets blown by. Which one is more true?
First of all,
which one's more true, Jordan? Which one's more true, Jordan?
Y'all want me to put you on the PCL screen?
Does Kawhi, no, because I've already cooked Jordan the PCL. Jordan, what I want to know, Jordan, is this. What I want to know, Jordan, is this: is Kawhi Leonard keeping really good scores, elite scores in front of him more often than not? That's all I'm asking you. I'm not talking about Russell Westbrook and John Wall. I'm talking about elite wing scores, forward scores, wing scores. Is Kawhi Leonard keeping these dudes in front of him more often than not, or is he always getting blown by and he's a great defender because he has to recover 9 times out of 10?
I mean, based off what you're saying, I would say he gets blown by and he recovers and makes the plays. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's part of defense.
Like, there is something wrong with that. Though,
no,
Jordan.
it's not. Because that's
what I'm saying. Like, yes, he does have great. He has a great ability to recover in defense. What I'm saying is he always recovering because he's getting blown by all the time, Jordan? That's all I'm asking.
He's not always.
I mean,
that's what Jordan wants us to believe. That's what Jordan.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. And that's first of all, flabbergasted.
No,
and now we coming back and he talking about that's not what I was trying to sell you.
No, because it wasn't. Because it wasn't.
What are you? So Jordan, what are you? Hold on, Ox. So what are you trying to say?
If y'all stop talking and let me explain that.
I told you he can't dunk, Pen. I told you he can't dunk.
I told y'all 5.
That beard heavy as hell, Pen. He can't dunk.
First of all, boy, I had some bunnies back in the day. Don't do that. But hold on,
saying, Jordan, go ahead.
But hold on. I told y'all 5 times. I said the way y'all were talking about Kawhi when it comes down to guarding the ball, point of attack, defenders. Y'all talking about him as if he's the greatest he ever seen. And the point that I'm trying to make is he's not better than Drew Holiday getting up and guarding on the ball. He's not better than Avery Bradley getting up and guarding on the ball. I don't think he's better than I don't think I'll give you Davion too. I don't think he's better than Patrick Beverly at that too. But what he is he's good at guarding the ball. His superpower is when those guys get beat, they're cooked. When he get beat, you cooked. That's his superpower. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I just disagree, Jordan.
You disagree on what? You disagree on what?
You mentioned Drew Holiday. You mentioned Avery Bradley. You mentioned Penn mentioned Davion.
The first two, I let this Patrick.
Y'all crazy as hell with Patrick Beverly, bro. Y'all crazy as hell with Pat.
And I love Patrick Beverly. Here's the thing.
Y'all are. I don't know why people do that shit with Pat, bro. I swear to God, y'all can't be watching.
I got love for Pat.
Yeah, he's sitting down.
Yeah, he is sitting down, and I still would rather Kawhi Leonard over all of these niggas.
All that pressure don't mean nothing. The difference, Ron. Let me explain the difference real quick.
Kawhi's still pressuring you too. He's just not all in your grill. It's still when Kawhi got that hand right there on your hip, or when he got that hand in your face.
You can't put your hand on your hip.
That's pressure. But Kawhi do it. Because
a lot of them do. All most of the elite defenders do it. Like what Chills or what Penn was saying earlier. You play. I agree. Real talk made a good point. But you play defense with your feet, not your hands. You know what I'm saying? And so I agree. I agree with you on the Avery Bradley part, the Drew Holiday. Yeah, those dudes are better at guarding certain players because of their speed. They get to that spot a little quicker than Kawhi. But the reason Kawhi is above them is because he's bigger, a lot bigger than them.
And he can recover.
Wait, hold on. Just hold on, bro. Just hold on. Relax. We 1 second. He's a lot bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? And he might not be able to stay in front of Russ, but he's big enough to guard the big scores, the wing scores. And with the same type of tenacity that Avery Bradley has, except for I'm 3 inches taller and about 20 pounds heavier. You know what I'm saying? Longer arms. He's doing that same thing, but he can guard the other dudes, the scorers, you know what I'm saying? The wing elite scorers. Kawhi does what they do against them to them. They can't do that. There's a difference. Okay. And yes, of course, he gets blown by from time to time, but that I just want us to all understand that. Like in defense, you're gonna get blown by. You're gonna have clips of getting blown by. So I get that, but you're trying to make it seem now you're backtracking a little bit. But yesterday you like
no, I'm not backtracking.
Why don't say in front of nobody? On top of that, Jordan, let me go ahead on the spike right here. What are you really saying?
This is what I like about when I say something. Y'all trying to tell me what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to tell you what I'm saying. I'm repeating what you said. And on top of that, though, Jordan.
But I said more to it. You only went on one spot.
Okay, but Jordan, when you say that, and then we're talking about Russell Westbrook. How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard actually recover and stop Russell Westbrook when he blows by him?
Not in that series in 2016.
Never.
I didn't see it.
It's but after,
I said you definitely saw. Hold on, because for example, those 3 guards that I gave you, Pat Bev, Avery Bradley, Davion Mitchell, who else did I give? Drew Holiday. Okay,
you know how Russ better than a couple of them.
No, I don't think so. But I will tell you this. Hold on. So this is how good scores beat those guards. They just turn their back. And they just stop playing with the ball. Yes, they turn their back. You know how good scores beat Kawhi? They just go by him. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready to move on? Y'all ready to move on?
True.
Hey,
we talking about the top 5 perimeter defender of all time.
What am I listening to right now? I'm losing my mind over here.
Everybody just walking about Kawhi, bro.
That's not what I said. That's exactly what I'm saying. Y'all are just sticking. Y'all are just. I don't know. Y'all are maybe like y'all are in this trance about Kawhi getting blown by, like y'all never see it. You can look it up, bro. Even if you look up Kawhi best defensive highlights, his highlights are him recovering. That's what he does. So when I
think what you're saying is right, but
bro. So how do you beat Patrick Beverly and Avery Bradley? You gonna play with the ball and try to blow by him? Is that how you beat them?
Yes, niggas blow by them too.
You are out your mind if you think that's how you beat them. You are out of your mind.
I see Patrick Beverly get smoked. As a matter of fact, you know what's funny?
Every Beverly ball pressure is so crazy. I just gotta pass the damn ball.
So yeah. Okay, so
that's what he said. He said, "Nah, nigga, you run point guard."
Is Patrick Beverly or Patrick? Are you saying that Patrick Beverly?
Bro, you are crazy. Come on, chill. You don't see Kawhi picking up 94 feet. You don't see Kawhi picking up 94 feet. Why? Why don't you see Kawhi picking up 94 feet?
About that.
Hey, mind you, if you missed this yesterday, we're not talking about 2025 Kawhi Leonard. We're talking about 2016, 17. We're talking about peak defender, one of the best defenders we've ever seen. 2015, 14.
Yeah, he can still be that. He can still be that, though.
Okay. So can we get to the bottom of this? Can we get to the bottom of this so we can move on?
That shit is nasty because that's a clip that you saw. That's
Jordan, I want to ask you, Jordan, who guards elite wings, scorers, perimeter players better? Patrick Beverly or Kawhi Leonard?
Of course, Kawhi, he's bigger.
Okay, I just want to get to the bottom of it.
He's bigger.
We can even keep it in a weight class. Who guards bigger wings better? Jason Tatum's, LeBron's, yada, yada, yada. Or who guards elite point guards better? Derrick Rose's, Chris Paul's, John Wall's, Russell Westbrook's, Patrick Beverly. Kawhi still guards them better than Patrick Beverly guards point guards.
But you're conflating better defender with better point of attack containing basketball.
Exactly. Like that's what you're
that is
spinning that, bro. Y'all. Okay, so why the fuck do y'all always be talking about who's a better point of attack defender?
Hang on.
I don't ever say that. When have you ever heard me say that?
We can all
When have
agree
you
that
ever? Wait, hold on, Pin.
Right?
When have you ever heard me ask who's a better point of attack defender? I've never even said that before.
I mean, maybe not you, but I'm saying that's just the consensus. Everybody want to talk about it. Who's a better point of attack defender? Because it's so important. I just think that y'all are trying to make it seem like I'm saying Kawhi not a world-class defender. I know he's a world-class defender. Like, I know that's what he does. Somebody brought up a great point. Gary Payton will sit down on your shit. Sit down on you. You got to come off that pill. I'm not saying Kawhi not doing that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying... Yes, those guys take the ball from you too. But what I'm saying is when they blow by, you know why they turn their back on pesty guards? Because it's hard to go by them.
Because I don't need to go by you because you're little. Because you're little. I don't need to go. I don't need to go by you because you're little.
So we can't go to footage of the 2013 and 14 finals and see LeBron crab dribbling Kawhi.
I'm sitting
there. I swear, I
promise you.
You can't play with the ball. I promise you would take the ball.
I promise you go do that.
Yes, Ron. Do you know why he was? Ron, do you know why he was? Ron, do you know?
Prime LeBron or Prime Westbrook? Who's the better athlete? Prime John Wall or Prime LeBron?
Do you know what? Do you know why he was crab dribbling
Kawhi?
Do you know why he was crab dribbling?
Take the ball from him.
Smaller defenders on him, Jordan.
No, he was. First of all, and this is the shit I hate.
So nasty.
Because this is shit.
No, what you're about to say about why LeBron was crab dribbling? That's the same reason Damian Lillard a crab dribble Patrick Beverly.
No.
And
first
all
of all,
these other guys.
No, that's not what I was about to say. This is first of all, what y'all talking about with Kawhi and LeBron. When he was doing that with the ball, he was looking for a screen a lot of the time. He was trying to get a mismatch. That's a lot of the time.
I will punch this mic.
That's exactly what he was doing, bro. Bro. See, look. Some of the shit. I don't understand. Like y'all be doing, and it's like very like amateur looking. Like, bro, when you playing fucking basketball, you don't want fucking Kawhi Leonard on you the whole fucking game. It's fucking 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters. Why would I want Kawhi on me the whole game? So of course I'm gonna try to attack somebody else. So when y'all say dumb shit like that, y'all don't really know what y'all talking about. Y'all just talking, bro.
So you just talking. You just talking. Because you gonna say something and then act like, oh,
it's clear.
His back, Jordan. Why did he turn his back, Jordan? He turned.
Who turned his back?
You're gonna tell us right now.
Who turned his back?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You're telling me that some people turn their back on smaller guards because they're afraid that they're gonna get the ball or whatever, right? But you're telling us that LeBron James is crab dribbling Kawhi Leonard not because of ball pressure, not because
first of all, that crab dribbling shit is crazy. Hold on, bro.
It's not even
you don't want to listen. You just want to yell. You don't want to listen.
Versus 2025
you're so convinced that you know more about this subject that you don't want to listen. What I'm trying to say is LeBron James is crab dribbling Kawhi Leonard for the same reason he would do it against Avery Bradley or whoever you want to say, because the ball not safe. when me facing you. The ball not safe.
But
Yes, but you are right. Two things can be right, Jordan. You are right that yes.
So I brought it up as if he wasn't doing it for something else, though. That's the point I'm trying to make. He brought it up like he's scared. Like, no, he's doing that shit because he's trying to get a screen.
So that's see, but you're saying that he's only doing it to get the screen. He's trying to get him off him just like everybody else, Jordan. But you're flipping it around, trying to only speak about 1 point. One point of defense.
Flipping it around. LeBron wasn't in attack. First of all, okay, I got you on that. No, of course I got you on that. But Ron brought it up like Bron was trying to attack, and he was scared. Bron wasn't even in attack mode. He's looking for a screen. Like he's not even looking.
Why is he looking for a screen?
Because I don't want Kawhi on me.
Exactly my point. So when Damian Lillard,
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
I'm saying it's the same thing that applies with.
My God.
Look. So check this out. If Kyle Korver was guarding LeBron, would he be grabbing him?
That's the matchup he would want. No, why would he? Why would he?
But why doesn't he want Kawhi? If he could just
blow it's 4 quarters.
No,
because it's 4 quarters.
Remember? Well, he doesn't want Kawhi to recover on him.
Oh my God, bro!
I'm just saying, he could just blow by him, right,
bro? Obviously, you don't want to try that every time. Number one, because when you do blow by him, like I said, Kawhi is extremely good. He's one of the best we ever seen at making a recovery. No, but damn near nobody's better at that shit.
I'm telling you right now, this is bad right now for you.
No, it's not. I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, it's a bunch of clips. It's a bunch of clips. So what are y'all talking about?
Jordan's right about that though. Kawhi Leonard
he's right about the recovery part.
Like, what is bad about that?
It's not. We don't need to talk about the recovery part anymore. That is established. We all know Kawhi is an amazing recovery defender.
So James Harden is going on you. Okay, so James Harden is shutting the door on. So Kawhi shutting the door on James Harden the whole game.
Nobody's shutting the door. But if I can bank on somebody, I want Kawhi Leonard. If I can bank on anybody, give me Kawhi.
Okay, so if there are 100 possessions, Ron, if there are 100 possessions, Ron, if there are 100, let's not even do 100. Let's do 20. Let's do 20 possessions. How many times you think James Harden will get by Kawhi Leonard with no help, 1-on-1, get a bucket? How many times?
Damn, Jordan. Shit.
Oh, the way these guys talk, impossible.
James Harden getting by anyone.
The way you talk, he getting by him every trip. The way you talk,
chill.
Every time.
Damn near y'all out of your mind. What the fuck? Y'all out of your mind. Y'all out of your mind.
At the least, Morris, he's going to be getting up contested shots. Kawhi's going to be in contested shots at the.
Yeah, but that's going to.
He's going to get blown. He's definitely going to get blown by. But a lot of shots, a lot of times it's going to be where I'm here, and he's going to pull a step back, and Kawhi going to be contesting that, whether he hits it or not. So that's what I'm saying. We're talking about James Harden. Yes,
I would say you know how many times he wouldn't get by every Bradley that many times. So he wouldn't get by every Bradley that many times. You know why? You know why? Because he would be.
Who's he going to score on? Who's going to score?
Say, elite ball handler, one of the greatest scorers ever. No help.
Yes, but he wouldn't get by every Bradley that many times. But he wouldn't get by every Bradley that many times.
So you trust Avery Bradley to guard James Harden more than Kawhi?
That's not what I'm saying, Ron. See, look, that's
exactly. He just talking about the blow by, Ron. He's just talking about the blow by.
Okay, let me scale it down. To stay in front of James Harden, you think Avery Bradley's going to do that better than?
Yes. How do you not know that?
We can just agree to disagree.
That's not crazy to me.
We can just.
I don't get that. I'm telling you how James will look on Avery Bradley. It would be tough. It would be bumps.
But see that's where
he can't do that on Kawhi.
That's where we're conflating everything. You think the bump and the rah-rah and the me doing all of this is what's the big thing? Is I can bump you and I can get all in you.
That's not what I think. That's not what I think. I just think the defender.
I bet you Kawhi Leonard more steals. Not recovery steals either. I'm talking about I'm just stripping the ball from you. I'm taking the ball from you.
I don't know, Ron. See, I'm not
sure about that. And I understand, Jordan. I understand that that's not what you're arguing.
Every Bradley would get a lot too, though. Every Bradley would get a lot too, though.
Like Jordan, I understand that that's not what you're arguing. I understand that's not your main point. I'll get you on that. But I just want to say that I do still disagree with your actual argument that
I mean, that's
Kawhi
fine.
Leonard's not staying in front that well. That's all I just want to make sure, so it doesn't look like, oh, y'all just argue about something Jordan wasn't talking about. Like, I know we kind of went away from that, but the original statement, I do disagree with that though.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but like I said, you and Chill reacted to what I said, and then 10 seconds later, I said obviously not everybody.
Right.
And then Chill, this is what y'all letting off the hook.
No, we're not.
Chill named 10 guys that he don't think can go by Kawhi. It all 10 up good.
Okay. What?
That's what y'all letting off the hook. He named 10.
Ron, this is where the shit get tricky because Jordan goes off the deep end again because I never said guys who can blow by them. You said they blowing by him all the time. That's what you said. And as a defender,
so he said everybody too. He said everybody.
Oh my God! I just explained to you what I just said. This is what I'm talking about. This is top PC shit right here. You said everybody right here.
No, Jordan, stay with me. Stay with me, Jordan. And the guys that I named, once again, you said every time as a defender. As a defender.
Okay, so is Kawhi stopping him every time then? What is it?
At some point, as a defender, I got to keep you in front of me. I have to do that.
Okay, and what point is that? Out of 10 drives, what point is that, Chill? Out of 10 drives, out of those 10 guys you named, what point is that? On the 7th one?
At some point. I don't know what point it is, whether it's in the beginning of the game, whether it's in the beginning.
You gotta say something.
What I'm about to tell you right now, whether it's in the beginning of the game to set the tone, whether we get late in the game because we need a big stop, at some point, I got to keep you in front of me. And we're actually sitting up here having a conversation debating whether or not the better scorers in the game, Kawhi Leonard can't keep them in front of him.
See, I didn't say he can't keep them in front of. First of all, Chill. First of all, I don't even want to go down that dark horse no more because we after I make this point, we can move on. Chill. I just want to get you to commit to something. Those 10 guys you said damn near Hall of Famers, right? Damn near 10. All right. You said at some point, I'm gonna give you a scenario. 10 drives. What point is Kawhi? Because you saying they blowing by Kawhi all the time. So is Kawhi clamping their ass all the time? So I'm going to make you commit to a point. 10 drives. How many times is he clamping, putting, I use James Harden a lot. I'm going to use somebody else. I'm going to use Jason Tatum. How many times he putting Jason Tatum in a straitjacket?
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
I don't like that much of Jason Tatum.
You don't want to know, Jordan. You don't want to know.
All right, that's
Jason Tatum ain't never word by that boy. He ain't never
I'm triggered. So I would go with James Harden then. Let's go James Harden then. Y'all triggered by Jason Tatum. I know what this shit is. Hell no, I know what this shit. I know what this shit is.
Let's go SGA.
Go James.
James Harden.
SGA. Perfect. Let's go SGA. Let's go SGA. Perfect. Chill. 10
drives. That's actually the archetypal wing, their best guard, SGA.
10 drives. How many times you think SGA will say, fuck it, I'm going to just go by it?
I seen us throw out Thompson and the momentum sustain.
Hey, Chill.
Yes, sir.
But I'm saying you got to be able to withstand them shoulder bumps.
I mean, them guys.
Why locking that shit up though?
Hey, even Mars, I would give you with Amin Thompson. You know what make Amin so cold too? You go by him after he gambled, and he get back and tear that shit up.
To answer your question, Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi locking that shit up.
I think he's staying in front of SGA 60% of the time.
I think,
we're talking about 2025.
I'm Kawhi with Tim Duncan. I mean, Tom Kawhi with a hell of a defense behind me. Yeah,
that might be the disconnect.
2015, 2016.
No, that's not the pin. We all know.
Yeah, but it's different. I got fucking a hell of defense behind me.
Now there's a difference.
You were talking about 2015, 2016.
Keeping a guy in front of you.
No, I was talking about after pretty much after the run. I never put prime Kawhi. I never put that stipulation on it. I was just talking about. I mean, prime Kawhi.
You made a tough shot.
What?
Y'all
hold up, y'all. We got 10 conversations going on right now. Let Chill finish his point, and then Jordan and Pin.
Jordan trying to say he wasn't talking about.
I never put a stipulation on it though. I never put a stipulation on it. I was just talking about like I've seen you gonna go 1 year of Kawhi prime. I'm talking. I mean, we talking about multiple years of Kawhi prime. I'm not just talking about. I'm not pinpointing 1 year and saying the best you've ever been because now I'll have to do that for the score. So I'm not doing that. Like,
so no, I'm not doing that for the score.
Ron, check your window. Check your window.
Are we doing rookie SGA?
Ron, check your window. They sent the black SUVs.
To answer your question. Just because you make tough shots does not mean Just because you make tough shots does not mean that I wasn't in front of you while you were making tough shots. Kawhi Leonard, as big as he is 6'6", 6'7". SGA, as shifty as he is, Kawhi Leonard can very well, that's part of recovering, keeping you in front of me when you make a move, bumping you. That's part of recovering when you shift. Now I'm shifting with you. Because guys, when you shift, you can just get right past the guy because he can't recover from you shifting, right? So a guy like Kawhi Leonard, when SGA shifts, when SGA changes direction, Kawhi Leonard can stay in front of him, put his hands on him, not put his hands on him like it's 1992 or 1995, but put his hands on him enough where there's a touch where he can keep him off balance and stay in front of him. Now, if SGA makes a tough shot, those two things are different. But if I'm staying in front of you as much as I possibly can, I think the best version of Leonard, 14, 15, 16, 17, I think he could stay in front of SGA 60% of the time, to answer your question.
Fellas,
I do think Kawhi is actually, that version of Kawhi is faring very well against SGA.
That's like my favorite archetype to defend Shea.
I agree.
I mean, that's totally fine.
We got to move on, though, y'all.
That's crazy, motherfucker. Bro.
I didn't know we was gonna go back down that alley again.
No, I told motherfucking mind. All right. Yeah, I told motherfucking mind. But
You
all right,
paved the road. I mean, you didn't know you were going down that alley.
Well, to be fair,
I
started it for sure. I definitely started it for sure today.
Yeah, Mars started it for sure. But I will say, this shit I be talking about, boy, y'all like to spin some shit that I did not say, even when I told you.
Nah, to be fair,
Jordan,
I explicitly heard you say, you know how great scorers beat Kawhi? They just go by him.
Just go by
Yeah,
him.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
I would guarantee Jordan making a reel about this.
Word for word. Ox repeated what you said, word for word.
Yes, that is what I said. No, I said
anybody.
I did. I first of all, I said that today. Mars said, I said that.
That's why I died long.
Yes, that is how you beat him. I'm not saying that that's how you gonna fucking get 100 on him. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your best bet is to go by him. It's not to play side to side, because when you play side to side,
I agree with that.
That's your best.
Yeah, I agree with that. You should have said
every great defender.
I didn't say it. What are y'all talking about? That's what Mars just said. I just said it. What the fuck?
And now, no, but you said so much more than that. And then now you're saying
that's what it is,
Jordan. And now you're saying that you wasn't talking about prime Kawhi, even though I explicitly said, "Hey, Jordan, are we talking about?"
I didn't pinpoint 1 year.
When I asked you that, you said yeah. So why are you saying now? It's not a big deal, Jordan. All I'm saying is you blame us for disagreeing on what you said. Instead, you should blame yourself for not being clear about what you mean. You know
Mars literally said everything I said. I just repeated it, and you said you didn't say it like that. I said the same thing.
Something tells me that that if we would have just let Mars translate your thoughts, we wouldn't be arguing right now.
No.
Unfortunately,
oh my fucking god,
because he be doing it in British.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
y'all
that.
crazy as hell.
I don't know.
Hey, y'all need to quit fucking capping on Pat Bear. I'm sick of that shit. Y'all need to stop capping on Pat Bear, bro. Y'all capping with that shit, bro.
You need to stop capping on Kawhi Leonard.
Fuck out of here. I ain't capping on Kawhi Leonard, bro. Y'all capping on Pat Bear. Pat Bear was one of the best point of attack defenders. Period.
All right, y'all. We do got to get. So we got 1 more hour left in the show, and we got super chats. We have to talk about a couple other things with the playoffs,
but
we got to talk about who won the PCL, and I got a couple other things I want to show you guys. But we also have a $100 super chat from my man Arch, and shout out to Arch Prime, shout out to Tyler Arch, shout out my favorite version of Arch Diddy, but shout out the original Arch. Arch sent through $100 and said, "El Kawhi hate. Let's hate on Tatum instead, please." Y'all with that?
I'm done.
No.
If that's what we're gonna do, because he sent 100.
Hey, Swipe will be here tomorrow.
I'm not hating on Tatum.
Nah.
No, y'all.
Tatum
is a trigger word for y'all, boy. But y'all be doing y'all. You know what? These narratives, I hate fucking narratives, because y'all hear these narratives and y'all just start hate. I can admit when I'm hating. I know when I'm hating. Like, I'm gonna tell you for sure.
But who hating on Tatum?
You say Jason Tatum. Oh, Tatum. What? God damn.
I mean, Tatum is getting clamped by Kawhi. Like,
that's not great. That's not a great matchup.
That's not a good matchup for Tatum.
Oh my god, bro! I promise you, Tatum gonna run out of there with at least 28, 30.
It's a hard-earned 28. I'll say that.
What if it ain't?
Hey, on like 30.
It will be a lot.
9 for 33.
Get Kawhi off me. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, everybody gonna want Kawhi. Only person that
hard-earned 28.
Only person that won't a tough defender on him, like Luka did with Pat Bev, that's totally different. Like that's
What's
some
up,
different
Dale?
shit.
How you doing?
Hello,
Nice
everyone.
of you to come through.
Dell just came in the gym.
What up?
Like, what's going on
What
in
up?
there?
I was gonna join yesterday when y'all tried to gang up and line my man Mars. Because Ron, you definitely was on the KD was better.
Oh,
See, Ron be lying.
I'm not
Ron
being
be lying.
I'm not
Give me
being
the clips.
See,
Please
Ron be lying. See, Ron be lying.
Please give me the clips. You wasn't even here. You don't even know what
Exactly, but you be lying.
Mars is arguing adamantly, and of course I was on the side of Slim, but yeah, you definitely was on. It was cringe that y'all think that his career is better, but that's neither here nor there. Hey everyone,
Del Roy, what's up, brother?
what's the word, man? Chilling.
How your little man doing?
He good, man. He downstairs right now, so I got some
That's what's
time.
up. Word.
All right, fellas. The next thing I do want to, you got anything that you you need to get off?
Oh no, I just came to you. Y'all was trying to go crazy. Y'all had Marge yelling and all this stuff. Who's this kid in the corner with the glasses?
Cussing me out.
That's the PCL.
That's real talk.
This
I mean,
is real talk.
It's real talk, brother.
Yeah.
Ron didn't leak the results. That's some bullshit.
Dude, I told you yesterday. Like,
Yo, that's some bullshit. Nah. Yeah, I'm act surprised. I'm a crash out if Chill beat me. Shit, I'm
also 28. I mean, not 28, 27.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You was
look
born in the
19,
90s?
I was born in 97. Yeah.
You look 19 though.
Oh, I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you
he
should.
talked like he's 48 though. You hear that? You hear that laugh? Boy, that
Yo,
laugh
I
is in
see
your
my
conscience.
man Mars about to be back-to-back champ.
Hell no. Hell no.
You know something, no doubt? It'd be great if we could get to that. That'd be great if we can actually get to that.
Mars been wilding on y'all though.
You think so? Well, on here or in the PCL?
It don't matter. It's both is the same to me. He just can't be touched.
So what run is he on right now?
Goodness gracious. I hope you win.
Dirk 2011.
2011.
He's on 2011 Dirk.
Got no shot, real talk. None.
Exactly.
Hell, you got no chance, brother.
Hey, maybe it is close. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yo,
close.
how did Gifted? Is it not Gifted? What's the one name that can't play basketball that y'all love? How did he do in the show in the PCL?
Jordan, you packed him. Was it Jordan back?
Yep.
Jordan packed him. Yeah.
You know, shit happened.
What was the topic that you got him out here with?
Shaq, best
Gifted
center in
was disgusting
Magic
with that.
history. I can't remember the other ones. I mean, I can't
Wait,
remember the
Gifted
other-
said he wasn't in, and he said Shaq. Wait, what
No,
was
I
that?
said Dwight Howard was the best in Magic history, and he said Shaq. But he was arguing that Shaq is just a better player, and I'm like, that ain't the topic though. I think he was just arguing the wrong
I
topic.
got you. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was just arguing the wrong topic.
For DreamCon, I think it's at the end of next month. But I got Gifted coming down. He coming down to Houston for DreamCon because DreamCon in Houston this year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
I got Let's Keep It a Buck coming down, and we trying to set up some little runs. You know what I'm saying?
What date is that?
Oh shit, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that?
That's
What's DreamCon?
DreamCon
it's like a content thing. It's like a content
basically,
where a bunch of content creators come down.
when is that?
It's like at the end of May, like May 30th.
Oh, that's
through,
the
like,
end. I'm in
June 1st.
Houston on June 5th. That's why. If it was around that time, I would definitely come there and cook y'all.
You think you could beat Gifted?
In basketball,
me?
yes. I saw him play.
Either one
He
of them.
said basketball I saw him play.
Even
Me
one
and Gifted, me and Gifted running the ones.
He said I saw him play. Hey, he said in basketball I saw him play.
Hey, real talk. You who?
Way back in the day before the knee injuries.
Real talk,
and
like
stuff
5'8"
that.
though.
How can you go
Nah.
back in the day? You born in '97.
Because I'm saying before my injury,
Shit,
so
I
I
go
actually
back in
did.
the
I
day all the time.
actually scholarship to JUCO. I played JUCO basketball.
At 5'8",
5'10", respect me. Thank you.
5'10"
Hey,
in shoes.
I go back in the day all the time, just like Ron look back on the future all the time.
So you gotta do what you gotta do. If you got the vision,
Shit,
you got
nah.
the vision. But
So
hey,
I go Gifted beat.
Back on the future. Holy shit.
looking back into the future, though, y'all, I just want to show some love to the guys that really balled out this season and led the regular season in these major statistical categories. So let's walk down and see who we dealing with. Obviously, in scoring, we got SGA at 1, Giannis finished at 2, and Jokic finished at 3.
Oh, we're gonna see a common theme. Okay.
Rebounding leaders. Domantas Sabonis, 13.9. He led the NBA in rebounds. Cat came second, 12.8. And Nikola Jokic, a very close third with 12.7.
Glass cleaner. Love it.
Assist leaders. Well, you guys know the best passer in the National Basketball Association. Trae Young, 11.6 assists. Jokic, 10.2. And Hadley,
Why you just
9.2.
be saying stuff? I can't even let you finish, bro.
What?
That shit wild as hell, right?
Trey's the best passer in the league, bro.
Yeah,
Do you think it's Luka? You think it's Luka?
Wait, I just want him to answer.
I thought we all knew that. I thought that was common sense.
Trey don't pass the basketball better than LeBron James.
Oh.
I think
you think Bron's the best passer in the league?
No, I think
he's a better pass. Yo, so wait, do y'all consider him just getting
passes?
dimes as a passer? Like just get
No, I don't. I'm not saying Trey's the best in the league. I'm just asking if you think LeBron's.
I got Braun passing better than him, Luka, Jokic.
Today.
Yes, better passers. Yes,
I don't think you just get magically worse at passing. But so you think Trey's fourth?
I'm still thinking of good. Chris Paul still in the league. He is a better passer than
come
Trae
on.
Young.
Is James Harden
not right now?
No, James Harden is not a better passer than Trae Young.
I would give you James Harden. I'm gonna give you CP3 though.
Is Hallie a better passer than Trey?
Because Trey got the ability to create and make plays.
LaMelo? Is LaMelo a better passer?
Like passing, like here, like you won't say John Stockton is a better passer than Magic Johnson, would you?
Oh, I would. Hey,
I'm talking to Ron.
Why is John Stockton the go-to?
No,
Well, John Stockton is a motherfucking passer, boy.
But I'm saying, like, Trey not getting John Stockton assists, as you guys like to say. Trey do everything.
He gets alley-oops and drop-offs. What are we? Are you?
He create too. He
get
get downhill.
But it's not on stuff.
Yeah, he get downhill and hit them shooters in that
court
pocket.
dimes, transition dimes. And on top of that, the thing about Trey is passing you open. Like Trey literally will get you open due to his creativity, getting downhill. He'll draw a double, triple. He'll draw your defender and literally.
Who's a better passer, Trae Young or Jason Williams?
Trae Young.
Like White
Jason Williams is a damn good passer.
No, you like that? He fed it. Trae Young is a better passer than White Chocolate, and White Chocolate is bad. Is a bad. You know what?
Trae Young is a better passer than him, though.
Yeah, he a better passer than White Chocolate. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm.
Trey do all that too, though.
I don't know why that sounds
wild.
wild.
Same thing.
Well, not to the level of Jason Williams in terms of the flash and stuff.
Bro, y'all don't realize Jason Williams did that too, but
wait.
He also turned the ball over a lot for a low assist rate. I mean,
oh my God,
dude, damn near averaged 12 assists. Like
that's my point. So y'all going?
He been doing that for a long time too.
And if y'all say yes, I will stop talking.
I'm going off both. I'm going off what I watched, and I'm going off his ability to accumulate assists.
Who's a better dunker, Anthony Edwards or Vince Carter?
Vince Carter.
Why?
I mean,
does dunk more?
Hold on. Why?
He got the best in-game dunk. He's the best in-game dunk.
Answer the question. Why is Vince Carter better dunker than Anthony Edwards?
He's the best in-game dunker ever.
I mean, because
why is he the best in-game dunker?
Because he got dunk-ons. He has posters.
He jump higher.
He has posters. I don't think he jump higher. He got posters. He got the best on the break dunk.
Just say the word. He has a better flashiness and creativity. Just say it. Thank you.
That's not just
waiting for you to say creativity and flash.
But that's just
I was trying to get you guys to go where you was.
The correlation between the Jason Williams. Okay, I see what
you
saying.
how creative
Trey creative too. Trey creative too.
Trey giving you no looks. He giving you all of that. One-handed passes.
First of all,
he's not passing it beyond the back off his freaking elbow and getting an assist.
Do that.
One or two times.
In the All-Star game, I'm gonna use Trey fan. He's not a better passer than Jason Williams.
Hell no.
He's not a better passer than him. He's not.
But
I love Trae Young.
He's not more flashy than Jokic.
I always say he's the most
flashier
underrated player in the NBA to me. Trae Young is the most underrated player in the NBA to me. I love Trae Young, but he's not a better passer. He's a better point guard. He's better everything than Jay, but he's not a better passer than him.
So who are the better passers than Jason Williams?
I want to know how is
it's not much to me. My top five. I got Ray John Rondo because it. You know, he does all. I was just talking to my young boy about this the other day. I got Rondo, Joker, Braun, Luka. Let me see. Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Like
Magic.
all the good pat, like you know what I'm
Magic.
saying, to translate both. I watch Trae a lot. I love Trae Young too.
You don't got Steve Nash in there?
Nash is a solid one.
But why don't you think Trae is more creative or flashy than Jokic?
Then Jokic is catching the freaking ball for full court and going like this. It lands here. You get a layup.
That's an outlet pass. What's flashy about an outlet pass?
That big man do. That's what big
What's
man
flashy?
do.
Wes Unseld was doing outlet passes.
Going like this.
Yeah, Trae Young.
No, that's fly. That's fly when he do
I
that.
seen Reed Shepard
Spinning
do that.
around. He had the
Trae Young
3-point
did
line and he go like, and all that.
Can't we?
You watch-
Can't
I watch
we?
Jokic.
But
Trae
Dale,
Young,
can
Trae
I-
Young,
Jokic do
Trae
that,
Young is
and that's fly.
Trae Young is throwing lobs off the backboard in the half court.
That's going on.
Off of
And on top of
Yeah,
that,
roll.
I'm gonna say
and
something.
Dale, don't.
Is that no
and Dale,
flashy?
Yeah.
Let me say something.
that shit,
I could do
first of all,
that.
that shit hard as fuck too, though.
When I've done that. Drive and throw the backboard. And I won't consider my like that.
But
to me,
how many
that's
other
not
people
as
do that?
flashy
Pass
as-
to you?
It is flashy, but that's not like what Jason Williams be doing.
I think
At all.
Jokic. Jason Williams can have it. Jason Kidd can have it. Magic can have it.
Jason
Jokic?
Williams can't have it. For
Yeah,
me.
Jason Williams don't got
In
it.
terms-
One
I think
off
he's
one
still-
elbow pass and a couple of these. Nah.
Yeah.
In terms of flash, I think Jason Williams can clearly have it. I just
Flashy,
don't-
flashy
Yeah,
guy.
but that's what I'm talking to Doe in his language.
okay.
His language is
Alright.
flash. So I just don't understand how Jokic is more flashy, or even LeBron. I don't understand how they're more flashy passers, more creative.
LeBron
passers.
has probably made one of the top passes I've ever seen in my life.
The one where he did that one.
No, that was just a read.
That one was kinda
That one was
basic.
crazy.
Okay, so which
he
one?
was playing against the Wizards. He said like
Okay.
this.
Oh, the
going
playoff
under
game.
Everybody's
Yeah.
hand, dime. That is. I
I mean,
like
you can
some
look. You
players-
can see Trae do that too, though. You can
Y'all
see Trae
telling
do
me
that.
what I can see him do because Trae can pass instead of what he has done. That's the
I'm
difference.
pretty sure. I'm sure he's done it too,
watching.
though.
I'm
Like,
watching
pretty
Trae.
confident.
Like I said, backboard, lobs off the backboard. I'm watching him look away, finding guys, throwing the ball between defenders' legs for passes.
Yeah.
What's he not
They
doing?
got a pass named after Trae. It's called the nutmeg. That's what it's called.
Like,
We
what's
throw
he?
the ball
What is he
between
not?
guys'
What
legs.
is he not doing? Like that. That's
Yeah.
where the disconnect is. What is he not doing? Like he's throwing
I don't-
underhand passes. He's doing everything.
He does everything, but he doesn't do everything like the other people I named. To me, I watch Trae a lot. Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot. And then he said he's the best passer in the NBA, and I'm like,
Right.
Ron
So
still in the
you
league,
think Chris
Jokic in
Paul's
the
more
league.
flashy than Trae Young?
You said who?
Chris Paul
Paul.
is more flashy than Trae Young.
In passing the basketball?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is. But not
Yeah, I
just
just-
San
I just-
Antonio Spurs. Chris Paul.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you remember Chris Paul with Tyson Chandler? What he used to be doing? All the
So
stuff
just-
y'all
okay.
glorifying.
Yeah. What he's doing is
The
he's
lob
throwing the
back
ball
off
to
the
the rim with
back.
the weekend. He's
Behind
throwing
the
the
back.
ball.
Is Chris Paul a better lob thrower than Trae?
Trae is doing, but to your point, Dale, Trae is doing that in the half court in traffic. That's not like on a fast break. He's doing that in
Everything is in
traffic.
traffic when Chris Paul. And what you said, full court, Chris Paul would pass it and then just bounce 2 times, pick it up, dime.
And so is Trae Young. Trae Young.
But
Trae Young
the thing is with these
Trae
things,
Young
we
is
forget
Trae Young
everybody.
is getting in the lane. Trae Young is getting in the lane at 6'1", and he's throwing the ball.
He not even that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He's throwing the ball.
Hold on.
Hold on.
When you talking about Trae Young
That's
against
going
Chris
on.
Paul, don't bring up his height.
Yeah, they both tight.
Yeah.
Don't bring up the height. It's like the same thing. They're both miniature.
So are you high on Pistol Pete as a passer?
I don't remember Pistol Pete. I could go watch and see something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why don't we even talk about Pistol Pete?
Pistol Pete was all about the show. He didn't care about nothing else.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is like
I mean, I
I get
guess
what
it's
you're
just how
saying.
you view
I get what you're
passes,
saying,
though. I
and
mean, I
like,
don't
based on the way you like do it, like this, I'm not about to argue how I rank passing versus you because we do it differently. I just think you are underselling Trae's creativity and flash.
no, I'm not. I think Trae's up there. I just think the other people are better. That's why that's why I say I got a preference because I love Trae Young. Trae Young's, I think he's the most underrated player in the NBA. Consistently, he gets shit on consistently.
I agree with that too.
You
Definitely
think
the most
you think LaMelo's a better passer than Trae?
No,
Melo tough too. Though.
Milos Teodosic clears all.
I agree. Milo's a motherfucker, boy. Ain't no that shit.
I've been in Europe and Milo is
Milos
old.
is a god over there, boy.
Boy,
Milos is him over there,
he's
boy.
OD. He also
Milos
had
one of the best
top
passes I've ever seen in my
ever
life, boy.
He had a
Yeah.
In my
baseline
life.
pass.
Them motherfucker, bro, Milos do shit like them motherfucker be looking dead at you, shoot it, and then just throw that bitch behind his
He
head
had
to
a
the corner
baseline
for a
pass.
dime.
that's- Woo.
Bro, Milos the best pass I ever seen in my life, bro. I
Since we on
swear
the
to
subject
God.
of great, since we on the subject of great passes, as Pat Riley, Mars, give me the kid. Mars, give me the kid.
No,
Mars, give me the kid, Mars.
No.
Campazzo's a hell of a pass.
Give
too,
me
by
the
way.
kid, Mars.
Right.
Please
Milos
give me the
clears,
kid,
though.
Mars.
Is Trae Young a better passer than Manu Ginobili?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm trying to get the
Trae Young ain't no
creativity.
better passer than Campazzo or Milos for sure.
I'm just
though.
saying, Trae Young gives you everything you could want as a passer. As a matter of fact, in the league right now, I would say he fills up the most passing cups in terms of just simple assists, in terms of oops, in terms of transition assists, in terms of I'm just getting in the lane and just dropping it off, the Westbrook assist, in terms of I'm attracting a defender and I'm getting you a wide open layup because I bent the whole defense. Just all type of skip assists. When I drive and I skip an assist to somebody else, assist out the pick and roll, the pocket passes. He checks every single box. Every single box.
I think Luka does it too, and then adding the post ups. But
yeah. I mean, Luka
up there with you on Trae. Like, I'm really high on Trae's passing.
I'm really high on him too.
Yeah, I disagree with Dell, basically.
Jordan, I want to ask you real quick. Who the best passer in high school in Houston that you've seen?
That I seen probably would be JJ Caldwell.
I had the same, and I was waiting. I was going to see if you
JJ
say
Caldwell. Yeah,
JJ Caldwell on Houston Defenders was
Houston Defenders, and when he played with Southwood, probably JJ Caldwell.
Yeah.
JJ Caldwell was fucking nice.
Cold as hell.
Shit just happened though.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let me throw this back up here. It's a couple more categories I want to talk about. I didn't mean to derail the conversation by acknowledging that Trae's the best point passer in the league, but hey, shout out Jokic and shout out Hallie. Block leaders. We got Walker Kessler with 2.4. Well, we probably shouldn't even talk about this because we know who's the real block leader.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, Wemby had more blocks than anyone this season.
Still, and he missed half the season, almost half the season.
Total blocks, he had more blocks than anyone.
He was averaging 4, right? When he went
he did.
3.6 or something like that.
Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
He had like
How much-
178. He had like
Crazy.
178.
He was
Next
on-
was like 140 something.
Okay,
He
but
was
let's
on-
be fair. Walker Kessler was forced to sit because the Jazz are tanking. So
I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
and
he missed
Wemby was forced to sit.
Even
because he got
if that's true, Penn, Wemby was on pace to average 4 blocks a game this year. He was on pace to do that.
He was averaging 3.8 when he went.
He was on pace to average over 4 blocks a game before he had to sit.
Yeah, Wemby had 176. Second place had 148 blocks this season.
Shout out Wemby, man. And shout out Walker Kessler. Shout out Miles Turner. Shout out Brook Lopez. Steals leader. This is another crazy one. Averaging 3 steals. I think the last person to do it was in the 90s.
He actually broke the record for steals in the season from Allen Iverson. Mm-hmm. He broke.
Was it who is the last one with 3?
Allen Iverson averaged 2.8.
I'm pretty sure it was John Stockton.
Robinson. Oh, I'd assume.
I'm talking about total. I'm talking about total steals in the. I'm talking about total steals in the season.
Allen Iverson was the last person to get close to him. Mm. So it's been. I think he had 226, if I'm not mistaken. Allen Iverson was the last person to be close.
Shout out to
Pirate is funny. Pirate is funny.
But I mean, you got guys like Alvin Robertson, Michael Jordan, and those guys back in the.
Jordan averaged 3 steals a game in 88.
No, chill. They said that was fake.
Did he though?
Yeah,
they said it was fake.
And then the next year, he averaged 2.9, which is 3 again. So
Mookie Blaylock averaged 2.7 in 97.
Mookie.
That was the first name I went to check.
Also, shout out to Jokic and Casey Wallace. Good defender.
Damn, Jokic's a hell of a point of attack defender, ain't he, boy? God damn, boy. God damn, all them steals like Kawhi shit. I mean, god damn.
And last but not least, 3-point leaders. Check out Ant-Man. He ended up leading the league in 3-pointers made with 320. Malik Beasley was only one behind him. He had 319, and obviously
29.
Steph Curry with 311.
Yeah. Ant was gunning for that record.
For sure. Beasley told him he had to make 7 threes.
Yeah.
He did it.
Ant was gunning to get that 7 threes against the Jazz.
Shit, he campaigned to get back in the game.
Hey,
Don't take me out.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
I just want to say you wrong as hell for talking about Ant jump higher than Vince Carter. You out your damn mind. Vince Carter
Can't do jump higher than
no, he doesn't. Vince Carter in high school touched the top of the backboard.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with wingspan and stuff. But I mean, I get it. But I don't know.
How you gonna say they have to do with
Ant has a crazy
wingspan
wingspan too.
But isn't Vince
My
Carter's
wingspan is crazy,
crazier?
and I can't even reach your net sometimes. What are you talking about?
What are we doing?
Hey, man, I don't know. Real talk. Vince Carter jumped over a 7-footer. Not no bullshit.
I know,
jump over.
but
Vince Carter different.
bro, Ant be getting off the ground,
Jalen
bro.
Brown jumping over Casanat.
Real
We
talk,
talking about?
I don't know what you got on the docket, but I came in with a couple questions. My
Real
young
talk,
boy
you
be asking
do.
these questions.
Real talk,
And
you
I
do
said,
remember
Talk to
that.
us.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe. You finish up.
I was just saying, real talk, you do remember Vince Carter almost jumped in the rim.
I'm
Put
not
his arm
saying
in the
that.
ring.
Y'all acting
I
like
think
I'm
I
saying
could
Vince-
do that. To be fair,
Vince Carter
I'm
can't
not-
jump. I'm
Yeah,
not
break
saying
his
Vince
fucking
Carter
shoulder,
can't
Mark.
jump. We
He might get hurt.
comparing
I'm
like
pretty sure Ant could get.
A
You know
plus.
how you
but
gotta
I'm
get to
saying,
get your
bro.
arm in the rim, bro?
Your arm, Pen.
Yeah,
like
I
my
think
whole
Ant could
arm.
get his. I think Ant could
Without
get his.
I don't know. I
Like,
don't
you gotta
know,
get it
Mars.
clean.
I don't
You
know.
That's
gotta get that
literally-
clean.
Mars, to
I
give you-
don't know.
wingspan.
Clear Andrew
Bro.
Wiggins when Andrew
Bro,
Wiggins
he
was at his
did that
apex.
off
To
the
give you
bro,
an
he
idea,
did
Mars,
that
in
off the
2000,
dome.
when we first saw that, we was like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get like the creativity is insane. I don't think Vince Carter.
We wasn't
I
like,
do think
oh, we
Vince
was
is the
like-
better dunker for sure. That,
like,
that's
I
not
think,
a question.
for reference, I think Dominique Wilkins could do that. He just didn't have the creativity to come up with it. I think Dominique Wilkins could do that.
put his
And I'm not saying
Dominique could
Ant is
100% do that.
Wilkins, and I understand there's a height difference. I'm just saying I don't think Vince Carter's the only one who could do that. I think he was the first one to come up with the idea.
Only
You get
But
that's
Mars,
creativity.
correct, but you
I
can
think I
say
could
that
get
for a
his
lot
own.
of things, though, Mars. You know what I'm saying? I think the point of the creativity just live in that moment is why I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm just talking about who can jump that high. Not
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Vince gets all the credit for being able to come up with that idea. But like for reference, I think Shaden Sharp could get his elbow in the rim.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp can jump like a
Like,
motherfucker.
and I'm-
He might
you
jump
won't-
higher than
you-
Ant.
you-
To be honest with you, Shaden Sharp might jump higher than Ant.
He might, yeah.
No.
Do you think he jump higher than Vince?
No,
No.
bro. It's not very many people on the
Yo.
planet.
Crazy.
Hey,
real
I have
talk.
a conversation
Bro,
about
Aaron-
Shaden.
Aaron
I have a
Wiggins,
conversation about
bro.
Shaden.
Andrew Wiggins
man
Andrew Wiggins got a legendary high school picture, bro, where this man looked like he floating in the fucking air, looking down on the backboard, bro. I don't know if Ant hitting Andrew Wiggins in his apex at jumping, boy. Andrew Wiggins was doing some shit in high school. I was like, bro, this is unbelievable.
Yo, we
So-
talked about best dunkers before. We brought up a lot of names. I will always remember bringing up two names that I would even put in Vince Carter conversations. One is Kador Ziani. Always
don't
bring
know
that
who
dude
that
up. Oh man, look him up, man. Look him up. One of the greatest dunkers of all time, and even damn near 50 right now. He's still dunking barefoot, and he was 5'11". 5'11".
Damn.
Real talk, you go ahead.
Oh, he's amazing.
Who the other
and
dude? Who the other
Hey,
dude, Pen?
man.
I really
could
like
rim
James,
grade
I really
him.
like James White as a dunker. James
Flight,
White.
Flight White was crazy.
James Fly White.
Fly
Yeah,
White
he
was
had
crazy.
some
just
crazy
spoke to
hang
Fly
time, but I don't know if
yesterday.
I put him in Vince
That's funny.
conversation. So for me, it's like Vince and Kador, like the greatest dunkers of all time.
Gerald Green jump higher than all of them, though.
Wait, my question:
You know,
who's better,
Gerald
Chris
Green-
Bosh or
Gerald Green,
Amari
that boy.
Stoudemire?
Chris Bosh or Amari?
In
Yes.
terms of what? In terms of what, Dale? In terms of what?
Better basketball player in their prime or whoever, whatever you want, your own logic behind it. Who do you think is better?
Amari.
Bosh got the outside shooting. Mari probably got the mid range post up.
I got CB4.
I probably have to go with Mari.
Okay, 1-1.
Because the only thing CB probably got on him is that outside shooting.
Well, and then
Mars, who you got, Mars?
Who I think is the better, more talented basketball player is Amari Stoudemire. Like in the
Okay, that's
NBA,
2-1.
valuable is Chris Bosh, but Amari.
Yeah. Valuable is probably CB, but
but
better it's
We're
like
not
with
talking
Dale
about-
Action, it's Amari.
yeah, Amari.
That's 2-1. I have Bosh for context. I have Bosh.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's
I'm going Bosh. I think Bosh is better with the ball, better in the mid range. I think Amari having Steve
I
Nash.
don't know if he was better than the mid range though.
No. He was better.
He was better in the mid range.
Y'all forget about Chris Bosh.
No, I don't.
Y'all
Chris
forget
Bosh.
about
I haven't forgotten. Like, if you're telling me on an NBA team who's more valuable, I think it's Chris Bosh, and I think you factor in the defense, the outside shooting, the fact that he can space the floor at 5, blah blah blah. You ask me who's just more talented. I think it's Amari Stoudemire.
Like, cause y'all forgetting how tough Amari was in that paint too. Oh my god.
But
That touch
who
around
you
the
got?
rim.
Chill-
Nah, he
Chill-
was
Chill-
in
Chill-
very
Chill-
explosive. That was
Oh, damn.
Amari was dumb explosive.
And I'm telling you, and Mari
Bosh
was
was
nice
better
in the
than
mid
Dale.
range,
I
bro.
think
I ain't
Bosh
gonna
was-
lie.
I think
Mar-
Bosh was better, Dale.
You think Bosh was
better.
better too?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
Bosh was
4.
better, yes.
And what you got? Is one more.
You mean?
Yeah, the Chris Bosh hater.
Oh, he hates Chris Bosh.
Yeah, he hates
Yeah, Nick Claxton, clear.
And he's from Toronto.
I didn't say Nick Claxton clears. Don't misquote me.
You said Scotty Barnes was better than Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way.
He said who?
Scotty
Don't worry
Barnes.
about it, Dale. Don't worry
Scotty
about it. Don't
Barnes.
worry. You gotta understand, Penn thinking long term with Scotty. We can't argue.
Nah, he
Penn.
thinks yesterday Scotty Barnes better than Chris
I
Bosh.
thought Scotty was better last year than any year of Chris Bosh's Raptors
See?
career. All right, so I'm gonna put it Chris Bosh.
I see the case for Chris Bosh.
I see the case for it, but shit, man, Mario boy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being swayed by high flying and all of that stuff.
Yeah, nah, you right to be swayed because before he started taking that bath and that red wine and lost his vision, shit, it was closed curtains on that.
I'm saying though.
Shit,
Chris Bosh next to Steve Nash.
It doesn't look close to the same.
Are we talking career or peak? Are we talking career or peak?
I mean, just a better basketball player.
Yeah, at their peak.
At their peak.
No, I'm just saying, in general, better basketball player.
Who's just better at basketball?
I don't see like Mars say Amari. I don't see.
Amari next to LeBron James. Shit. Shit.
It wouldn't look as good.
Yeah, it definitely.
Why not?
The same way people say
Chris Bosh being able to space the floor and stuff. Yeah, I get it. I definitely do think I'm overcompensating the value, not the overall skill set, just because like the dunks and finishes and stuff. I do think Chris Bosh was more well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue against it, but if I dominated one area, I mean, you know what they say, you either master one or a master of none. So, hey, man.
Yeah, Amari was so dominant, like 8
feet
in him. My God.
That's what I'm saying. You're a master of one or a master of none.
The agility, I don't know.
No, great athlete for sure.
It's the shooting. That's the only thing. That's the only thing you could really say. The defense is like Chris Bosh became a much better defender later, but it's the shooting. But that paint finishing for Amari, damn, that definitely puts him in a very different conversation.
Should be rolling, bro.
And the last one, I might be last one. Cade versus Paolo.
Today,
right now?
Yeah.
I think
better at basketball. Better at basketball is what you're asking.
I think Cade's the better player.
Paulo's better at basketball when it comes down to as far as more. And I'm a Cade fan because when it comes down to like being more, effective like for a team in a game. I mean, you got to go Cade for what he, his floor rising. But better at basketball is Paulo, bro. We roll that ball out, Paulo, your shit over with. That's what we asking.
I think his versatility for me is the separator with Paulo. I just think he as good as Cade is as a distributor and a playmaker. I feel like I don't think that Paulo can be as good as a passer, but I think he could do the other stuff better, which will make up for that. So,
but Paulo's a really good passer, though.
Yes,
he is.
He's not a Cade level.
Y'all might get mad at me. I have Cade better than also Paulo. Probably like 18 players. Y'all might laugh at me about. I made a list yesterday because I was supposed to come on and do this yesterday.
Of who Cade's all better than?
Yeah.
Damn, this shit finna be crazy.
I'm high on Cade, so Penn, but I'm high on Cade.
Hold on. Where is it?
Hey, bad, yo.
Okay.
Bad.
So here it is. Cade is, y'all gonna get mad.
Nope.
He's better than LaMelo. He's better than LaMelo.
I agree.
Okay.
He's better than Trae Young. He's better than Jaylen Brown. He's better than Jalen Green. He's better than Tyrese Halliburton.
Absolutely.
Paul George.
I think he's better than Pascal.
Paul George. Jamal Murray. Austin Reeves. DeMar DeRozan.
Whoa. Okay.
I agree. I agree with every name you said except maybe Hallie. Except maybe Hallie.
Yeah, me
He
too.
better than Hallie. Man, shit.
Oh,
maybe.
And I'm low on Hallie.
No one's gonna agree with this last one.
I'm low on Hallie.
I also have Cade better than Tyrese Maxey.
I agree.
Ain't nobody gonna disagree with that.
We're high on Cade around here. We're high on Cade.
Except for Penn.
Yeah, except for Penn.
I agree with almost every one of those names except for Halliburton. And even Halliburton, I can see the argument.
I gotta be here more often. I don't feel the hate as I usually do.
Yeah,
I mean, if you had included the name Scotty Barnes in there, like I push back hard. But I mean,
Cade is better than Scotty Barnes as well. I didn't even think of Scotty Barnes because he's not better than none of those lists I called. So I didn't even think of Scotty Barnes.
You don't think Scotty Barnes is better than DeMar DeRozan?
No.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Quarterbacking the number 3 defense in the NBA for the last 44 games as their best defender, averaging damn near 28 and 6. He not better than DeMar freaking DeRozan at 35. Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Scotty better than DeMar.
You think Cade?
You don't gotta apologize to me. You gotta apologize to the audience.
You think Cade close to Jalen Brunson? Though you think he close to?
Yes.
You think Jalen Green is better than Scotty Barnes?
Hey,
God,
yes,
what is wrong with people, man?
Yes,
It's like Jalen Green.
you wouldn't like Scottie Barnes this much if he was on any other team.
That's not true. That's not true. I've been following Scottie since long before he got to the Raptors, and I would have followed him anyway.
He was on Florida State. On Cade back then.
Florida State. What do you mean? Long
Way
before
Florida State. Way before Florida State.
Yeah, since
we
he was
we talking
Cade's teammate.
NSU school Sharks, bro. We're talking before.
Oh yeah, wasn't Cade better than him in high school?
Cade was better than high school.
Nah, Pam be like, Scrape Barnes at the little things.
So Cade been better than Scottie Barnes like his whole life.
Yeah, apparently he. I mean, come on now. He beat him out for Rookie of the Year. He was the first All-Star from his draft class. Y'all act like that shit didn't happen.
Yeah, Cade got hurt.
Did Cade get hurt?
100%.
Yeah, Cade got hurt.
Let me give you a fast fact, okay? This is gonna blow your mind. Do you realize December last year? Not this year. This year, you know the context around the Raptors.
2023 or 2024?
2024.
Okay, so
wait. December 2023. My bad. December 2023. So Scottie's third year when he made All-Star. Do you know what he averaged across 13 games in December that year?
13 games.
Yeah, 13 games.
So a month. That's about a month.
Okay, enlighten me.
That's why I said it's December.
Yeah, enlighten
24 points per game.
24.
I think it was 9.9 rebounds and like
10,
7 assists. On 41% 3-point shooting. Okay. If he did that for a whole season, first
Mars,
team All-NBA.
please find a 13-game stretch for Cade.
Man, if Jalen Green
did that on the season.
Bro, he averaged
Jalen Green March
for a whole 3.
Jalen Green
I'm about to. Hey,
Jalen Green March.
He was averaging.
Do you know what Jalen Green averaged in March of 2020?
Like 30 a game, but he ain't playing defense, so that's the difference.
Oh, but
Scottie
do you
was
want to know
blocking up
what the
defensively, too.
Rockets' record was in this stretch?
What was it?
So
Like
I've got let's give you a 14-game stretch. 14, one extra game, where the Rockets went 13-1. So winning basketball. Jalen Green averaged 29 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists a game, while shooting 42% from 3, shooting 10 threes a game, which will pull up threes, by the way. So 14 games.
He's going to take out
okay. Now find
he gonna take 5 bad shots.
Find me a single stretch. I'm gonna give you some grace. Okay, I'm gonna give you some grace. Find me a single.
He gave you grace.
No, I don't think he's giving me shit.
I gave you a stretch of 13-1. What was Scottie Barnes' record in that month? What was Scottie Barnes' record in that month?
Don't watch that. So
losing basketball.
So what I'm saying is find me any stretch, because I can find you 15, 16, 18, 20 game stretches of Scottie's career where he's been like 8 boxes minus. Find me a single stretch of 10 games where either one of those players are 10 boxes minus, 9, 8, 7.
Don't answer yet, Mars, because I gotta say this. I hate, like, yes, it's basketball. The defensive side of the court is basketball, and yes, or Scottie doing all this stuff. But when you originally ask who's better, honestly, like for real, only people that are like in a way less talented, you're gonna have to bring up. Oh yeah, but he plays defense too. When you ask who's better in basketball, no matter where you are, they're just looking at basketball as the normal basis. If you deep dive like you're doing for Scottie Barnes, just to numbers to compare to what Jalen Green's stats he just put up. It's like a defense mechanism.
It's not a defense mechanism.
It's like I hate when people bring. I don't do this like, oh yeah, Jordan got 6 rings versus Brown 4. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Jordan guy. He's my GOAT. But that's not what I'm talking about when I'm just talking about who's better in basketball. Like if you go to the park, you're not. Damn, I'm about to pick dudes up. Look at him.
But this ain't the park, yo.
That's my point.
Is the NBA.
Stop bringing that up. It's basketball. It's simple. Like
either
you
good or you're not good.
I've been on this show coming on for years. You said something I've never heard. You said you find me a stat of those guys that has 10 game or plus minus. What the hell are you talking about?
I say a lot of shit that you ain't never heard before.
What are you talking about? 10 games of a stat with a better plus minus. What?
They'll have no idea what the hell it is.
Bro, but again, you want to judge something that you're not even taking the time to understand. And what I'm going to say is, at the end of the day, if I come onto the court and my team wins minutes with me on the court, if my team is better during the basketball and limiting, look, there's a lot of players in this league that are empty.
Didn't Sengun miss all of that time too?
Yes, without Sengun, they were 13-1. But box plus minus meant to tell me the impact. Like what?
When I look at a player like a Jordan Poole or a Cameron Thomas or even Detroit version of Jerry Stackhouse, I'm seeing big numbers. But I'm also seeing those numbers.
They were 3-10 in the stretch you were glazing. But box plus minus 3-10.
It's possible to be great and your teammates suck in that moment, yo. It's
but
possible.
you just try to make an argument with Jerry Stackhouse labeling empty stats.
It is empty stats. He averaged
So
29
what is
points
3
per
and
game.
10?
It's
Listen,
so,
one thing you're not going to do is make me and Mars get on the same side. Because I'm talking off of my mind, and then he's going to look at the numbers. It's going to make you look bad. Because I would have never known he was 3 and 10.
Oh my god! So Jalen Green was 13 and 1, but his box plus minus was an 8.
look, man. When you
consider, is that why you like stats? Because it's pen.
He's got a degree.
He's got a stats degree.
Pen. Because that's why they name him Pen.
No, that's not it. Pen is just a short for something.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It means to think. So I mean, like, look, like you want to talk about Kevin Garnett being one of the greatest players of all time. Try to make that argument without the defense. You want to talk about Tim Duncan being one of the greatest players. Try to make that argument without defense.
But
but you can't. You cannot make an argument for Kevin Garnett being a top 20 player without talking about defense.
Cook up.
Why not?
You can't. Because it
depends on who you're
one of the best defenders in
Why
NBA history. You're taking away half the damn game when you talk.
I'm not taking off half the game because some of these
players, PCL
offensive end, of course, they have to be.
Man, we need the results. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't view the other side of the basketball because when you can label someone winning back-to-back MVP like Steve Nash over Kobe Bryant, who was first team all NBA and all that stuff, it means his back-to-back MVP season that Steve Nash wasn't playing no defense. And he still won MVP, right?
So what? 2 wrongs make a right. So the voters made a mistake.
It's not about wrongs or right. It's just how the game is viewed.
Well, I don't think Steve Nash should have won those MVPs, and I don't think he should have won those MVPs precisely because of the defense.
He wasn't playing.
No, but he was trying. But this is what I'm talking about. Why even look at it the way you're trying to look at it?
He just couldn't play defense.
Yeah, why even look at it the way you're looking at it? And how do you determine who can play defense or who cannot? It's too much.
I have eyes. You have eyes.
Could you make a top 25 case for Kevin Garnett and not bring up defense? Yes, KG was a. You think when people say KG is a beast, right? What are they thinking about? His drop post. Yelling and all that. That's what they're thinking about.
Anything is possible kind of come to mind. That kind of
comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He's a beast. Yes.
I get what they're saying. I do think about defense
as a really solid case offensively for like someone like Derek Coleman over Kevin Garnett. Okay. Offensively, prime Derek Coleman was a beast. Okay. So you're not going to tell me that if Derek Coleman just played way better defense, that he wouldn't be in completely different conversations, because he would be. Okay, Chris Webber, it's the same thing. Rasheed Wallace provide two-way impact. If you don't have his defense, you don't got a championship in Detroit in 2004. You just ignoring one huge side of the basketball.
I agree with you. Defenses matter. You not understand. I've never said defense don't matter, but it's too pendulum you're going at. Most of these players, Magic Johnson played defense. He's in top 5 of everybody. What are you talking about? That's my point.
Magic played better defense than you give him credit for.
That's my God.
But I get what
you give him credit for. You're going to act like Magic was a pylon and he wasn't.
Matter, but stop bringing it up all the time to just kind of
pre-pylon.
Who's better, Jokic or Giannis?
Mars, you be nasty with that Magic Johnson shit.
Magic Johnson is a good defender. How am I not for that?
He's all right.
Why is Jokic better then?
Because he's that much better offensively. I didn't say that just because you play better defense.
So why are you bringing up Scotty Barnes 3 and 10 in a thing to compare to Jalen Green? Jalen Green went 13-1 before Mars ratted out those stats. You said you brought up Jalen and all these low stats, that guys.
Because passing is a part. Because passing is a part of basketball. Rebounding is a part of basketball. Defense is a part of basketball.
The moment you went to for Scotty Barnes, it was empty stat because his team went 3 for 10. So why did you bring up that?
That's not empty stats.
Why? 3 and 10 is not empty?
Just because you lost a game doesn't mean that you yourself are not contributing to winning.
That's what you just said for Jerry Stackhouse. That's what you called empty stats, not my words. I didn't know.
Because I watched Jerry Stackhouse. And when I say empty stats, my version of empty stats is, number 1, not very efficient. Number 2, I look at it as a volume role, and you're giving up a lot on the other end. So if do you
think if you're not efficient but you're winning, a lot of people are calling those empty stats? Yes or no?
I think people ignore it.
Just answer the question. Yes or no?
Empty stats.
If I'm winning based on those percentage, winning the game, are there empty stats? Because what is the main purpose of a game?
To win.
The game. I win shooting 38%.
You don't win games by yourself,
my team win, which is the most important part.
This is the dumbest shit ever, man. Like
this
argument
gets. I know this is why I don't like to go to stats, because it's fickle. I don't do it. You made me
It
do
doesn't.
it.
We're not even. We don't even have to bring this conversation to stats. You could look at a
Who
lot
brought
of
up stats?
I'm saying you don't have to bring it to stats.
In the
So we
stretch
can
of games, you said Scotty Barnes' true shooting was 54.8. That's inefficient. Jalen Green's was 62.5. You used the 40%
you talking
from
December.
three.
Talking
December
December
the December
2023.
stretch. The December stretch. Yes.
Okay.
He. Let me wait. Actually, let me check.
Wait, you saying Jalen was more efficient?
Let me
No,
make
he
sure I'm
wasn't.
not. Let me make sure I'm not lying because I might have clicked on.
I mean, 42% on 10 threes. I
I
would
want to be absolutely
assume.
accurate. I want to be absolutely accurate. Oh, my fault. My fault. I was on the wrong stretch. The record was the same, so I was like, oh my god, they just sucked for 2 years. Okay, in this stretch, he had a 62% true shooting, 62.4. Jalen Green was 62.5. So Jalen Green was still technically more efficient and winning.
Who were they playing? Does it matter?
Yo,
Didn't they beat OKC?
We played the Suns. We played the Spurs. This
And
is
which
last year.
month was it?
Last
Which
season.
month was it?
Last
Was
season.
it April?
We played the Suns.
Was it April, March?
No, it was March. It was March. We played
March
the Suns.
hoops versus December hoops. Not the same thing. Teams. Yo, man.
fellas, we got it. Fellas, we got to
Hey
move
man,
on.
you got to.
I gotta
realize.
get to these super chats.
Beat
but I
OKC in
also-
overtime. Beat the
You got to get to the
Cavs,
results, Ron.
beat
Yeah.
the
That's what
you gotta
Suns,
get to.
Beat the Clippers. Beat the Kings. Yeah, I guess.
As you were
right,
saying, Ron. As you were
You
saying,
guys
Ron.
ready? Are y'all
Whenever
ready?
you are, whenever you are, Ron. Whenever
Get
you
ready.
are, whenever you are, brother.
All right, y'all. Well, feast your eyes on the screen because I will be presenting to you guys who won the third place matchup. And hold on, wait. Let me pull up what the judges had to say.
Jordan, get ready to crash out.
I ain't gonna crash out.
Ah, okay.
One of the judges had Chill 2-1. Judge number 2 had Chill 3-0.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Judge number 3 had Chill 2-1, and the other judges had Chill 2-1 as well, which means
He got swept.
Man,
Chill Town.
Well,
Hey man, it's a conspiracy.
Congratulations
around
to
here.
Chill.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Chill.
Thank you very much.
Damn,
Congrats,
Jordan,
Chill.
going out on back-to-back L's.
Hey man, it's a
Insanity
conspiracy
round?
around. You know, it's a
Insanity round?
conspiracy around here. You know how shit, shit be going. You know how shit be going. But congratulations to Chill. I ain't gonna crash out on you. I was just kidding.
Thank you very much, brother. I
Chill, is
appreciate
it-
it.
But I do want to know how the hell.
You are very you are a worthy adversary. 100% you are. No doubt.
It's all.
Yeah,
cool.
congratulations to Jordan too, 4th place.
No, don't congratulate me on no 4th place. I don't.
man, you were Final Four, man.
Jordan was mad
fourth
enough
place.
about competing for 3rd place, bro. Like,
Yeah, I really didn't want to do 3rd place, but I'm like, shit, I signed up. Fuck it, let's do it. It is what it is. I just, hey man,
4th place.
conspiracy.
I mean, 4th place ain't bad. Hey, for what I expected from you, 4th place is a hell of an achievement. So
I was supposed to get
That's
fucking.
crazy.
I was supposed to.
Yeah,
get
from
finals.
what I
backhand.
expected-
That's
from what
some
I expected-
backhanded compliment, bro.
I
Like,
gave Jordan his credit after like the first 2 debates. I was like, yeah, he
like
better
what,
than
what did you expect Jordan to debate?
I expected him to get packed up by Carson.
Or just run out.
Yeah,
of
he had
time,
him.
or
He had
what?
him out. He had
Yeah, I
Jordan out
expected
a
Jordan
long
to get
time
packed
ago.
up by
round,
Carson.
1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The pathway y'all had Jordan on was
Hard.
OD. I'm not gonna lie. Jordan had an OD pathway.
Yeah, Jordan, I can't believe they threw you to the wolves like that.
I don't know why. I told folks, hey man,
You just
I
threw the
told folks,
schedulers to the wolves, man.
Yeah, I told
You throwing
folks, bro,
everybody under the bus.
you wasn't
The
gonna
Wolves
just
gotta
come
eat
in the
something.
room and slap me. You just wasn't gonna come in the room and slap me.
Yeah,
I just knew
people
that wasn't
found
gonna happen.
out. People found out.
Yeah, you know
you
how
got
that
my
shit go.
respect. In the piece, I'm telling you, Jordan with prep time, he can hoop.
Uh,
Jordan
that's
just on a
fact.
live
That's
show. when he gets the
backhanded
yap-
too.
Nah,
Damn it. Quit
Jordan,
speaking,
yes, it was-
Mars.
No,
it's a
no,
difference.
no.
It's a
No,
difference
no,
between
no,
open
Mars.
gym and
Yo, I'm
actual
catching
game
all
with
these
refs,
subliminals.
stuff like that.
No, Mars.
Jordan
Tell
and
it to
PCL
hold on. Let's get it right. Jordan with prep time, and I get minutes to say what I want to say, and I tell you what I mean.
Jordan in PCL
Him.
format and Jordan in
But
panel format.
when I'm on a panel and somebody else gonna tell me what I'm gonna say and gonna switch the argument to that when that's not what I'm arguing,
Out gaslighting.
Hey, man, everybody can do it.
We gotta stop doing
Jordan,
that.
PCL
No,
Jordan would never
y'all
say,
gotta stop
"No,
doing
you have
that.
to do to beat
We
Kawhi, just go by him." Like PCL Jordan would
Yeah.
say. Like, so,
I would have said that, but I would have explained it a lot better before y'all just ran off a cliff. Ox literally did exactly that. He said, Jordan, you said everybody. And I said, Ox, I said 10 seconds later, not everybody. But you said everybody. And I'm like, I just told you what I said. No. You said everybody.
Mars thinks Jordan was Jeremy Lin.
No.
He thought you had a
you
Linsanity
give Jordan
run.
time to prepare with his topic, and he gets to say what he wants to say without interruptions. Jordan
And
makes some
somebody
good
tell me what I'm
points.
saying.
Yeah, Jordan made good points. Jordan did really good in the PCL. Next time there's a PCL, I won't underestimate Jordan. Like
if you repeat what Jordan says, and Jordan realizes, you know what, I didn't mean it that way. I should have said this, or if Jordan realizes I said some bullshit. Jordan, yeah, Penn, we are doing this again. And if Jordan hears, you know what, I said that was some bullshit. Let me fix it up a little bit. Jordan gonna say is, man, y'all putting words in my mouth. You nullified the conversation.
Hey, hold on.
You said something that you didn't mean, and you cleared it up. You cleared it up.
I thought Swiper. No matter of fact, Swiper number one that doing that shit. Ox might be number two though. Ox might be number two.
Ox and Swiper disgusting with that shit.
Boy, Ox is number two. Because number one, this man Ox got people thinking I said Jared Dudley can stop Kawhi Leonard. When he said it, not me.
Low-key, Ox was the Swiper, low key.
Yeah, because he said that shit, not me.
Sleight of hand. Ox is just strong arm it on you. Oh yeah,
and then he gonna say it with a straight ass face too. He not gonna laugh or nothing. He gonna be like, yeah, because Jared Dudley can guard Kawhi. And I'm like, you said that, not me. Why you bringing that up? And then he gonna ask somebody else.
You didn't say
Jordan,
that's
go
not
to
a
the
bad.
tape.
So you didn't say that's not a bad matchup.
I didn't say nothing about Jared Dudley. You brought it up. Jared Dudley was nowhere in my notes. Period. Didn't even bring it up.
That's something different. That's PCL shit. Like that's way different, but you know what I'm saying?
You just did it today. I just told you what I said. No, hell no. You said everybody. I'm like, I just told you what I said.
But you're even admitting that you went back and cleared it up though. You
10 seconds later, I said not everybody.
Was it really 10 seconds later, or was it after me and Chill was like,
everybody
else?
Or do we have a new heavyweight champion? What do we have?
Yeah, good work, Chill. Yeah, let's get back to
what's going on, Ron? What
y'all debating about who is putting words in each other's mouth more is ridiculous.
Ron, you instigating this shit, bro.
And Ron is the biggest instigator of them all. By the way.
And then I just be having to do this so we can move along in the show. That's the only way we can move along. And see, this is why you niggas aren't the PCL champions. All right. Now, so moving along. The next judges in the title bout scored it this way. The first judge had Real Talk winning round 1 and Mars winning the last 2 rounds. The next judge, Namo, had Mars 2-1.
Congrats, Mars. You won.
God damn, you know, Ron's gonna make it suspenseful. Then Roto's gonna have the next 2, and it's gonna come down to the 5th judge. We know.
Hey man, just say the goddamn shit, man.
The next judge, ironically, Mars is right. The next judge, Real Talk 3-0 over Mars. Almost gave Mars round 2, but I think he just got outclassed in too many points. I'm not gonna read his whole thing because I don't want you to get mad at Ticket again. But
that's not Ticket.
So the third judge had Mars 3-0.
No, Real Talk 3-0. Real Talk 3-0. Real Talk.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Real Talk 3-0. The fourth judge had Real Talk 2-1.
See, I told you, Penn, I know how this works.
The last one.
The last judge, boy. The last judge.
And new heavyweight champion of the world.
What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is a hell of a segue, Ron. Ron, that is a hell of a segue.
That is crazy.
What the fuck?
That is crazy.
Yo.
Which one is it?
Oh my God! The
What'd I
fact
say?
that they got real talk picture like that is crazy.
You know
as
what I'm
hell.
saying, bro?
Real talk, you got to send us some headshots. Like that's
Bro.
all we had to work with. You.
Hey,
This
man.
man,
Look at you. You cooking right now, though. You
this
cooking.
man still said, and
You
the
wanna
new,
win.
and real talk looking at him like, nigga, I got second place.
Still got paid, man.
Yo,
Where Mars
What
is?
the fuck?
Yo,
Mars, you crying? What the hell? Mars, put your camera on before we turn your TV off.
Hey, Mars just got 3 bands. Mars up right now. Mars dancing in his drawers right now.
Mars crying. Damn, Mars, you going to
that boy
speech or
Mars and his
something?
whitey tighties doing backflips right now. There you go.
Oh, he came to flex. Cut this nigga. Cut his ass up.
Heavyweight
Check the
champion.
boy
of
out.
Want my second belt, please, Ron? Want my second belt? Want to have one over both shoulders? You know what I'm saying? I can't say it was ever in doubt, but I'm gonna be arrogant now because this is how you go out of time, man. It's nice to know that everyone is gonna have an opportunity to actually win. I will be taking my talents to judging, hopefully, if HR allows me to. Going out as the 2-time PCL champ, I think there's no better way to do it. And if you really want to get really bad, any debate event we've done, I have won every single one. So I think now is the perfect time for me to hang it up. Say thank you to everyone. Thank you to the chat. I read all the comments. Some people thought I lost. Some people thought I won. It is what it is. Some people felt the same way last year. But at the end of the day, the truth always prevails. The winner always will win. Congratulations to Real Talk. Hell of a battle. Definitely think it was the closest battle I've ever had in a PCL format. No disrespect to Pirate last year. No disrespect to Jordan. No disrespect to John D. Definitely the closest battle. In fact, I'll say this. This is going to be me being humble. I was so concerned I may have lost to Real Talk. It's the only debate of mine I didn't rewatch back. Because I didn't want to watch it and see that maybe I did lose. So all jokes aside, I actually think Real Talk did a really good job. And if I lost, I would have accepted it. Because I think
he lying like a motherfucker.
No, I would have. I genuinely think that's the one debate that now 3-0 is crazy. I probably know which judge it was. 3-0 is crazy. But Real Talk can attest to this. Ron was there. I spoke to Real Talk and Ron after the fact. I said it's gonna come down to whoever won that Hakeem and Shaq debate. Mm-hmm. I think Real Talk destroyed me in round 1. I think I won round 2. Round 3 was gonna be a toss-up. The judges ultimately favored me. Can't say I blame him. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, this is a great way for me to go out. PCL champion season 1, PCL champion season 2, King of the Court champion 2-time, duo debate champion against
Steph Curry resume.
Duo debate champion against Chill and Fluent, 3-0 against Ticket.
Damn, what the fuck? Ticket get it straight down.
Yeah, I've won.
That might be why Ticket had you losing 3-0.
I've won literally every single one of these that we've done. So it's nice that next time we are gonna have a new winner. So congratulations to whoever that is. But yeah, I have no more to say. So congratulations to everyone who participated. Congratulations to Real Talk and Chill for getting some money, 2nd and 3rd place. That's all I really got to say.
Real talk. When we had that Warriors debate, that was a right cross to the chin piece. I can't argue against the fucking Warriors. I can do what I can to put up a fight.
Yeah, the 2017 Warriors are cheat codes.
And I was thinking, oh, I didn't know we was doing that. When you said that, I was like, fuck, okay, I got to dig deep in my. But that was a right to the ribs. I was like, fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I had did it. I thought it was destiny. Matter of fact, it was a few things. Number one, I knew the first place winner got 3K right. Just last night, I hit 3K members in my playback room.
Oh, you thought it was destined.
So I was like, oh, this is destined.
Congratulations on that, by the way. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Also, you didn't have me, you didn't announce the result the day I wasn't here. And I was like, there's no way Ron is such a dick that he would wait until I got here to tell me I lost. But hey, we're here. Hey, I could have heard I lost yesterday when I wasn't here. I could have heard that yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we're here, man.
Have the results.
You know I was fired yesterday. Why you call me in the office today? You know I was fired yesterday.
Now real talk. He's definitely a dick. He'll do that.
I don't have the results. All right. Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a loser though. Real talk. You are a winner.
I mean, I'm a 15.
It was 32 contestants. You came second, and you going home with 15K or 1,500.
And you beat some comp to get there too. So
yeah,
you did a good job.
If you ask me personally, I believe you got cheated by the judges. But hey, who am I?
I mean, it's a conspiracy all over this place. I just want to let you know.
What's the other conspiracy?
I mean, it's a conspiracy that I was even here in the first place, you know. But
it's conspiracy all over the place, man. Hey, man, I'm just saying. Ain't no way I fucking lost no shit 3-0. You crazy as a motherfucker. I'm retired too, by the way. I just want to let y'all know it was a one and done for me. I'm
Die.
So everybody's retired. Everybody in the bottom row is retired.
So everyone's retired now that they have a chance to actually win.
Jordan said he's retiring. Penn said he's retiring.
I said I was probably one and done after me and Mark.
To be clear,
I announced my retirement before the PCL started. I said this was my last one.
I said I'm retiring unless I find out who the judges are. Because if you're gonna screw me, I need to know who the hell you are. That's all I said.
I'll be one next year, Penn. I'll be one next year. And
I just said I was
one and done. I'll put a name to my ballot.
I keep telling you guys the judges. How many more times do you want me to tell you?
One time, but honest this time.
Low. Dub. Fluent. Ticket. Ron.
Oh, you were one of the judges?
No, not me. It's another Ron on the behind the scenes. And then
Ron
2 more judges.
I got you.
It was 2 more judges as well, but I will not release who they are. They don't.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I said
shout out J Rob and shout out Lamont.
I said this is why I was retiring because it's very hard to put a criteria on a judge because at the end of the day, if we go from old to new, if you only gonna favor the team that you think is your favorite team, and it's okay. I don't want to do it. I mean, I possibly could be a judge because I don't have a favorite team, but you know. I'm in the Rockets, but I'm also not delusional about the Rockets either.
But I just want to say, like, there's a human element to this, and basketball debates are very subjective, and you could say this person won or that person won. But if I know for a fact that 3 of the judges are Laker fans, I ain't arguing against Austin Reeves. If I know 2 of the judges got a personal beef with me,
but that's why they keep the judges anonymous too, though. Like that's why nobody knows who the judges are.
The judges are not anonymous. I just said who they are.
Yeah, right. I know for a fact J. Rob and Lamont are 2 judges. So maybe Ron isn't lying. Like maybe he is. Maybe he did just say the judge.
Hello. What y'all want Low to come up here and tell y'all that he's a judge?
No, Low was on Mars' show. He ain't tell Mars he was a judge.
Well, I ain't asking because to be fair,
you should have fucking asked him.
I don't really care. I just wanted to know who the judge was who think I got swept, and that was Lamont. That's all I cared about. Merry Christmas. Congratulations again. Congratulations.
I am not ticket.
Congrats.
I am not ticket. No, I'm not.
What?
All right, y'all. Well, we got super chats, so let's go ahead and make these happen. Salute to everybody that sent through super chats, and salute to everybody that's liked the video as well. Oh well, Nate said, "How long until the next generation downplays Mars' undefeated streak or calls
her
an accolade
merchant? Them is more appropriate.
You would date them? All right.
But I mean, I think a couple years down the line, if PCLs are still going on, and I've been retired for a few years, if someone goes and wins a couple more PCLs, some people will be like, hey, he had more comp than Mars did, or that she had more comp than Mars did, and might try and coax me out of retirement. But I think my resume speaks for itself, personally.
Damn.
Well, I do want to say this. Heading into the next season, I'm pretty sure that Real Talk is heavily favored to win. But Jordan, I think you got some action. Obviously, Chilltown.
I ain't going next season. I just told you that.
Jordan is still a loser, man.
You still be favored.
I'm not no sore loser. I'm just not going. Hey, man, you know, I'll be having shit I'll be having to do, man. You know,
chill.
Ron, you gonna do the next one?
Yeah,
I think the people want to see Ron in a PCL.
I'm a host it.
He is Mars. I'm already hosting. It's already behind the scenes.
Okay. Shit, I ain't doing shit there. I ain't doing shit but spectating.
Nah, pull up on me. Y'all know I'm the best. Y'all know I'm the best host on the platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm built to host PCLs. You know what I'm saying? Right, Penn?
Possibly, yeah.
My man.
All right, y'all.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the next year, though.
I stood on that
retired.
fence. I tiptoed that fence. I said possibly because I'm not disrespecting.
my money on John D.
I think I'm a better host than that pin. That was a bad.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'm
gonna ask you a question that will cement if you are a better host. If somebody interrupts somebody in the first 90 seconds, would you call that out and add some extra time?
Oh, it just won't happen because they'll be on mute. I'll make sure to mute everybody. There will be no.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
there will
be none of that.
Them from chill the whole tournament. Oh my!
Hey man, that's stifling defense.
Bring that crown out. Bring that crown
Hey, you're talking
out.
about Pat Beverly and Avery Bradley? That's Pat Beverly defense.
I will be muting all of that. So you don't got to worry about nothing like that.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
WPCL host. There you go. You got it.
Drip Bayless sent through a super chat and says, start bench cut rosters. 25 Nuggets, 11 Mavs, 22 Warriors. We've seen players like Jokic carry subpar teams to the finals and win. Why does he get an excuse? Question mark. We act like last year didn't even happen.
Who's he? Jokic?
When did Jokic carry a subpar team?
23 is what he's alluding to, I believe.
But that's not a subpar team.
Yeah, because Jokic has never had an all-star or all-defensive teammate. That's the narrative Denver fans are pushing. Even though they've said Jamal Murray is better than Devin Booker and Kyrie. But besides,
when you say Denver fans, do you mean Swiper?
No, but it's not just him because he responded to
he's a ringleader, man.
But yeah, Swiper be doing what he does on Twitter. Shout out to Swiper, by the way. Of those rosters, I think the 25 Nuggets, no, because they can't guard anything. So
they're the worst.
Yeah. So I would say the 2011 Mavs, no, the 22 Warriors. 22 Warriors are the best, then the 2011 Mavs, then the Nuggets. That would be my order.
Current Nuggets.
Yeah, the 25 Nuggets. Yeah. That'd be my order. That 22 Warriors team is underrated.
3-0 since that coaching change, though. Just want to throw that out there.
Against the Kings, Grizzlies, and Rockets, right?
Respect. All three are.
I'm not disrespecting them. I was just asking because they came back against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies.
All three of those teams have above 47 wins. That's a respectable win.
The Kings do not have above 47.
My bad. Kings do not, but the other two do. So they average out. They average out above 47 wins.
Yeah, and the Rockets played their guys. Now they were trolling, but the Rockets did play their guys. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Ron.
All right, Finn275. Finn said, I want to thank Mars for finally calling out Chill on that BS narrative that Steph was the gatekeeper in 2016. Happy playoff time.
Yeah, people think I'm a Steph hater nowadays. I'm not. My opinion on Steph hasn't changed since I first came on PC. I still think Steph is as good as I always thought he was. What I don't like is the revisionist history about how Steph was viewed by people on this platform and the majority of the public, and how much that has changed based on a championship in 2022. I don't understand how your opinion in 2017 can change 5 years later. I just don't understand that. And I'm never going to understand that. And I refuse to have people gaslight me into acting like they thought this the whole time when they didn't. That's what I push back.
So do you think that KD is better than Steph? I mean, Steph is better than KD?
Yes, I think. Yes, I've been very consistent with that. I thought Steph was better than KD. Ever since I've been on this platform, that's what I've been advocating for. Like the whole time. Anyone who watched Open Gym can attest to that. Anyone who watched the Old Players' Choice can attest to that. That's what I was arguing pretty much every week because that was a very hot debate. And I was in the strong minority in the chat and on the panel.
Yeah, we was holding it down on Morris on the panel. Stay strong. Drip Bayless became
you do have a little weird thing with Curry now, though.
I speak against the consensus. So, like, when Jokic wasn't getting the respect I think he deserved in 22 and 23, I was the pro Jokic person on the platform because everyone else was just underrating him. And then the tide switched after the championship, and now I end up speaking more negatively on Jokic because now he just gets glazed. I think the same thing happened with Steph. I was speaking more positively about Steph because the narrative on Steph, I think, was too far in the opposite way. Then he won in 22, and then everyone switched up, and now Steph's top 10 all time, borderline top 5. So, okay. So now I'm just on the other side of the argument. But my opinion hasn't really changed. It's just the people I'm talking to, opinions have changed. So now what I'm saying is even more negative or positive to combat them. Same with KD. Well, I'm higher on KD than I used to be, but
You're the big underdog supporter. You don't ever support Scotty Barnes. All right. Gotcha.
you do that enough.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shout out Drip Bayless becoming a YouTube member, and then shout out my dog Eli the Misfit. Eli said, how ironic. Can't say consensus when people clearly disagree.
People disagree that Steph's the greatest shooter ever. It's still the consensus.
Who disagreed about that?
Ox. And he's not
Ox
the
is
only
complaining.
person. He's not the only person. There are people who still think that Steph isn't the greatest shooter ever. It's just a very small minority.
What people? Who says that?
Yeah.
Old folks, them old folks be saying that shit.
Yeah, there's still, you let some people tell it. They'll
They'll be
swear
like,
Larry
have you seen
Bird
Chris
better.
Jackson? No, they be like, have you seen Chris Jackson? I'm like, Chris Jackson was tough, but he ain't Steph. Tell you that.
To the super chat, the judges. He was judging. So maybe he'll be back now that he's done judging. Big Fan Breezy sent through a members chat and said, how many game sevens the panel predict for the playoffs? The most is 5 game sevens for the playoffs. Hashtag Nets draft in top 5, maybe top 3. Hashtag basketball karma.
I think the Clippers and Nuggets might go to 7.
The Clippers are going to beat the Nuggets.
So
I'm favoring the Clippers right now, but I'll see. Pacers Bucks might go to 7.
No.
I don't think
6
it will,
games.
but it might.
Yeah, 6 games.
Knicks Pistons might go to 7.
6 games.
I think OKC will have a series that goes to 7. Whether it's in the finals or in the West, I don't know. But I think OKC will have a series that goes to 7. So I'd say maybe like 3 game 7s, 4 game 7s.
Masenko said, I thought Royce White was going to be.
Oh, hell no.
He couldn't fly on them planes.
Hell no.
Royce
He like a politician now, though.
Cold.
He was,
some.
He was,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he could. I mean, when he got to the Rockets, he didn't want to fly on them planes. Now he a politician, I think.
Shout out Royce. Sauce Man
gotta
Bandit 72 sent through a members chat and said, Mr. We are fine in the West will show the grit and grind.
Cook.
Shout out y'all. Hey, I can't wait for these 2 games tonight.
It's a question for Real Talking Mars.
What'd you say?
It's a question for Real Talking Mars.
Oh, I think Kawhi's the better defender than Bruce Brown.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
But if you ask me who's better guarding and keeping the ball in front,
Hey,
Bruce Bowen in them talks. I'll say that.
hey, no, don't say that while Chill and Ox up here.
Well, chill on him.
Well, Chill gone. Yeah, you ain't even.
But Bruce
I
Bowen
still
being
love
able
him,
to guard on the perimeter, to keep the ball in front of him, he might be better than Kawhi at that. Might be. I'm not saying he is, but might be.
Might be, huh? Okay.
It might be.
Run the ad, Ron, was said by Zero Just Vibing. I remember when he sent that, but I'm not going to assume that he was jumping to conclusions to tell me to mute somebody up here, but maybe he just wanted me to run an ad. I don't know.
Put his picture back up. Zero looked like he was just vibing in the car. What did he had on? Just took a selfie while he was in the car. Look at that. He just snapped that thing.
Shout out to Zero Just
YouTube.
Vibing, for real.
It looked like he vibing.
Arch sent through a super chat earlier, but I'm gonna read it again because it was $100 super chat. He said, "El Kawhi hate. Let's hate on Tatum instead, please." So y'all remember that next time you want to hate on Kawhi, just hate on Tatum instead.
Nah, that's a trigger word. Kawhi trigger word for some people. I mean, not Kawhi. Tatum is.
Oh, Mars ain't put anyone in timeout. That was me.
Yeah, I don't
chill
time
on
people
that.
out. Yeah, I don't time people out.
Yeah, don't be calling people chimps.
Damn.
Jean-Mar Skeet Nielsen. This is what Skeet had to say in his.
How do you know that's
membership.
how you say his name?
Skeet said, "Rondo assist, Rondo assist, receiver create the value."
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not as high on Rondo's passing, more so playmaking as like most people.
You see my Dirac eyebrow?
Playmaking, sure, but I do think as far as like ability to make passes, he still has to me the craziest pass I've ever seen.
The wraparound to Ray Allen.
Yes, with the left hand, and it was on. Like
Y'all know where I
crazy.
got Rondo at, and then that's probably why I'm on panel in the first place. That video got 10 million views. You know where I got Rondo at for sure. And I'm doubling down on this shit.
Kareem NYK 2001, somebody's favorite person in the chat, became a YouTube member. Shout out Kareem. We know who he believes won the
Is that your
PCL.
favorite person, Mars?
I mean, he got a lot to say about me. I'll say that. But
For sure.
yeah.
Just
Shout
like
out to
He
Matthew
said I
Burke.
got robbed.
That's like Matthew Burke. with me.
He thinks I robbed you. He thinks I robbed Jordan. He thinks I robbed John D.
That sounds like Matthew Burke. Matthew Burke with me.
Yeah, you called him racist.
He is. He racist, bro. Matthew Burke is racist for sure. For sure racist. With that name, Matthew Burke. I know what he is now. I looked him up on
Might be Trae
Facebook.
Burke's brother.
No, he racist. Matthew Burke racist, bro. Gotta be.
Ligma sent through a members chat and said, "Panel, what's your best basketball memorabilia or merch? What y'all got?
I got it right behind me.
What that
An
is?
official NBA ball signed by Allen Houston.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't have anything. So.
I got a couple things, but I'd probably say my homie Clippers jersey. I got a few of them. It's cool.
I have a well-to-do Hakeem poster that I had to take down because I got bullied during the stream.
Oh damn.
Because they told me I'm not. The Lakers and the Rockets were playing each other, and I was going for the Lakers, but I had a Hakeem
because
poster in the
you
back.
fake. Yeah, you
I
fake.
can't
Yeah,
believe you go for the Lakers and you in Houston.
Yeah,
real
he
talk?
fake.
I ain't
He
pulling up
fake.
the
He
shit,
fake.
real talk. That's
Bro,
crazy.
I'm a Lakers fan, bro.
That's
It is what
crazy.
it is, man. I got Houston number 2 though. The Rockets are my second team.
See, I don't believe in
Bro, you
second.
know what was wild? I had this ball for so long, and my ex-girlfriend used it on asphalt and scuffed it up. Bro, we broke up like 2 weeks later. I was so pissed.
Was that a part of the decision making?
It was
That had to
definitely a
be. That had
huge
to
part
be.
of the decision making.
Had to be a swing. Had to be a swing state on that
disrespected
one.
my Allen Houston ball. Yo,
You should have told her, Pin. You should have told her you scuffed the ball. I'm scuffing it.
Oh, Ron. That's
Jose
crazy.
Primo.
If Cam was young, he could have done it.
All
was
right,
like-
here you go, Mars.
like-
Here
I
you
was like
go,
six- I
Mars.
was like
Here
16,
Mars go with the
17, yeah.
bullshit.
Nah,
Hit
if Cam
the
was young,
bullshit.
then I guess it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
hey, shit. It is what it is. You know, motherfuckers make mistakes when they're young, but let's move on.
It's a good thing you're not young, Pin, and you was able to look past her scuffing your ball. But anyways, Jose Primo
He
said
said he was
"Okay."
16. He was young.
I was young. I was Mars's age.
Allegedly.
Around about, yeah.
Jose Primo said, "Okay, said a word for 30 minutes." LOL. Who's
He was waiting for them results.
talking about Ox?
I
Nah,
think
he
it's
talking
on
about
chill.
chill.
He was waiting for
Oh.
them results.
A lot
Oh,
of unks up here.
it might have been Dale. I don't know. I
Like a
don't
Primo
ask
my
for clarity.
age, maybe a couple years older.
Primo's older than you?
I think
Well,
so.
shit. John D
Motherfuckers
said he
be
younger than
older.
Mars.
Why are you shocked by everybody's age?
I think we,
No,
no, I
'cause
think we
ain't
around the
Ox
same. I
like
know
born
we,
in
I
like
know we,
1990 or something.
yeah, I know we around the same age, so he ain't going.
God damn.
And John D
I
said
think
everybody
I think he's a couple years older than me. I think. I don't know.
nobody gonna harp on the fact that John D said he younger than Mars. I mean, he younger than Mars. So we gotta
I don't
round
know why
about
John D
Mars'
said that.
age.
John D's
22.
Yeah, John D's 22.
Exactly.
He's
So
not
Mars
younger
is
than me.
20. Mars in between
John D
22 and
A,
55.
John D doesn't know. John D A doesn't know how old I am, and B, I can assure you, if he's 22, he's not younger than me.
Mars is lying to y'all.
Yeah,
I
you
know
are
how
not.
old he is.
I don't.
younger than
It don't
22.
even matter how old
You
Mars
are
is.
absolutely lying. You are not younger than
You can-
22. There's no way.
Mars is
I'm
between
I'm
22 and
offended that you guys
55.
think I'm old. I'll say that. I'm offended.
Mars is between
Take
22
better
and
care of yourself.
55.
It's just funny how Mars is like Luka in the EuroLeague, 16 years old, tearing y'all asses up in the PCL, grabbing the MVP.
Bro, this man Mars got
Becoming
a
a
family at
judge.
home, bro.
Y'all out here
Using all his
teenagers.
PCL money, eventually
See,
buying players.
The reason why
choice.
Mars retiring because because I'm coming out this whole seat. Better take your ass to retirement.
You say you coming out what seat? The whole seat. What seat?
Okay.
NY sent through a members chat and said, "Is Scotty still better than Bron?"
No.
Tough questions.
You know what? Fuck it. Stand on it. Yes.
Yeah, stand on. I was about to say
Stand on
Pin.
it. Yes, he
Stand
is.
on it.
No, Scotty's
Shit.
amazing.
Someone said
Y'all see Mike Gate yesterday?
Who?
There was a massive issue.
Oh, you talking about the thing with the Raptors?
and they
I'm-
called Jonathan Mobo an idiot.
I'm
I ain't even listened to it. So
I'm the
if
one
that's
who
what he
did
said,
that.
that's crazy.
I didn't say it, but obviously I'm the one who clipped it. I'm the one who posted it up. It's led to a lot of interesting discussions about media and players. Like,
Why'd they call him an
Enunciate.
idiot for? Did he do something dumb or?
no. The media over here has had this, persistent issue with Scotty. You know, they try to judge his body language and his words, and they say he mumbles too much or he doesn't give the media very full answers. So, he did some media training this summer, and they were saying some shit about how like, oh, it's a good thing that now he's enunciating his words better and he's giving fuller answers. And then they said something about Jonathan Mobo and eventually ended up calling him dumb, which the craziest part about this is Scotty had just left the room like 2 seconds. He out the room, and they started talking and the mic was on, and now they're all pissed off because they're like, oh, no one told us the mic was on and bullshit like that. But
so this is the thing with that. That's no surprise because a lot of people they expect a lot of athletes to already not be very intelligent. And then on top of that, if you do speak, like say if you have a slight speech impediment, people just think you're dumb because you can't really enunciate your words very well and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised by them thinking that. But I wouldn't even call it sad. I'll just call it a reality. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's wrong, but it makes sense why people feel that way. I still think it's messed up that they said that. I think it's messed up that he had to hear people talk about him like that too. You know what I'm saying? I just don't ever want to hurt nobody's feelings. Damn. But the thing about that is, if they messed up and just kept their mics on, that's 100% on them. But if somebody was spying on him and that was a private conversation, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, it's right.
There ain't no private conversations in 2025, Ox. You just assume that if you're in public, you could be recorded. People have their phones on.
I think recording people without their knowledge is corny. You know what I'm saying? I think if you put out information that's not somebody's knowledge being in recording like a private conversation, I don't think that's right. And I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm actually, I was actually asking like, were they being spied on or they just messed up?
It was a press conference. Like you see, there's like 100 cameras and 100 microphones in the room. Like you should probably watch yourself if you're saying that.
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to get more clarification on what was going on. I didn't know it was all that. So if that's the case, then they just need to watch. You got to watch what you're saying. But I just think it's messed up that he had to hear people talk about him like that. Though that's not.
I agree.
All right, y'all. Slimy Keys became a YouTube today. Shout out my man Slimy for joining up. Western 742 said, I really would enjoy an Ox and Jordan Sunday show. Those two together are hilarious.
Might be the two funniest on the panel.
So on Sundays, I'm about that.
Hey,
Jordan, can my name be in the title?
So you gonna cheat on Chill?
Hey, cheating on Chill is crazy. But that's number weird, one, number one.
What's the show gonna be called? Cheat on Chill. So we got Chill with Chill and Cheat with Chill.
Hey, Ox, I'm gonna tell you this. Your name 100% could be in the. Your name 100% can be on the other thing. But
so
cheat on Chill and Chill with Chill is crazy.
Creep
it's
with
gonna
Ox.
be what? Creep with Ox is crazy. That is crazy.
Relax, bro. You doing too much, bro. See, Ron be making this happen.
God damn.
Drench and Ox. Y'all the new Starsky and Hutch.
Oh man.
French oxtails.
French oxtails is cool.
French tails?
Nah,
but I ain't French, so where y'all get this from? It's Drench man, not the French man.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Some allegedly in there, but stuff happened.
12.5%.
Yeah, it's about 12.5%. We do the math.
Yeah, we'll work on it. I guess oxes in France or French ox, whatever we want to call it.
Ox got to be drenched.
We'll put something together.
Who said that?
Oh
my god!
No, the chat is
There's no way. There's no way that's gonna be the name. That's crazy.
There's
no way.
It's hilarious. That's hilarious. But nah, I'm about that though. You don't talk to me though. I'm not the one, you know what I'm saying, to make that happen.
You gotta get your lawyer on the phone, then we make it real.
You didn't get my email about my show suggestion? You don't want to talk about that, huh?
Oh no, we're not doing that shit here.
Oh, okay.
You sent him an email?
No, I'm just playing, bro. I have no say so in that. I'm just talking shit, bro.
Just 1 hour of me going up there and explaining to the world why Scotty Barnes is better than you think.
Oh shit!
The ratings would be off the charts because you have a lot of people in the chat hating. That would be great.
And I know what we could do. I know what we'll call it. We'll call it Pin vs. World. I've seen this before.
Yeah, welcome to the Piniverse.
Oh, now that shit.
Welcome to the Piniverse.
Now the Piniverse or Pin versus World would be crazy because a lot of folks pulling up hating on Pin. I'm just saying.
Oh, bring them.
I'm telling
Bring
you,
them
I've seen him.
one,
I've
one at a
seen
time.
this.
Bring
Yeah,
them
I'm
on.
down.
I-
I'm down to see Penn versus the world. I'm down to see
I
that.
host it. I host it, Penn. I host it. You know,
I know
I keep
somebody
right.
that might pull up and say you biting his style, but that's neither here nor
The
there.
penitentiary.
Whose style am I
That's
biting?
The
Whose style am I
penitentiary
biting?
would be
Is that
crazy.
another ticket thing?
Penitentiary. You need
Penn,
that.
you might
Definitely
get,
not
you
that.
might,
Hey.
hell no, Penn might get hate
you need
emails
that.
for years if he
What?
go
Damn
penitentiary.
damn that hate email. You need that. The
The
penitentiary.
penitentiary would be
locked
crazy.
up abroad. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy, Penn. Go crazy.
No, right. Nah, you trying to get Penn. You trying to get Penn served on the platter, boy. February would be his month, boy. I'm telling you, boy. You get that boy served on the platter.
Shit,
Boy, that would
it's
be crazy.
No
good
one's
money,
serving me
man.
on a platter.
Hey man,
I got-
Penn, stay
I
away
got-
from that name,
one.
penitentiary.
Who said that in the chat? Who was the first one? Because that's where I said it. I
Jay,
seen it in the
said,
chat.
I think.
Bro,
So
you,
was
you,
J-Dot?
you might need a bulletproof vest. I walk around, my skin is bulletproof. I'm good.
Yeah. Walking through the crowd like you can't be touched, baby. Locked up
Can't-
abroad. I'm
can't
digging that.
touch me.
Man. Go crazy.
All right, y'all. Avery B sent through a super chat. He said, I seen Dominique Malonga, the number 2 pick last night, who happens to be coming to Seattle, do a drop step spin move into a dunk with ease. Ron, pull up the video.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
I saw that too.
I didn't know
Gonna
she was.
start
I
having
didn't know she was.
posters in the W, man.
If she dunk on someone, yeah.
If they lower the goal, they would be able to. I think it would be cool. Like 9.5. Tomahawk that shit.
I'm gonna pull up a video here in a second so y'all can see. It's not the dunk that he's talking about, but it's another dunk that she did just over the weekend. But yeah, she does dunk with ease.
Yeah, she do.
Also,
Her and Ezzy, her and Ezzy together. I like it. I like her and
Yeah.
Ezzy.
And also too, I know you guys might say Tony Parker just be yapping. You might say he don't know what the hell he talking about, but he labeled her the female Victor Wembanyama. So I think we're gonna be all right in Seattle. Who needs the
Not bad.
Sonics?
Number 2 pick, Wembanyama.
Or the blowfish. I mean,
The difference
it
is
may
she don't
end
she
up
don't
looking
think
dumb.
she don't
She
think
don't
she's a
play like a
shooting
2
guard.
guard. She don't play like a 2
Yeah,
guard.
she don't think she's a shooting guard. She, you know what I'm saying? So nah, I don't even like that. No
But,
knock to Wemby, he dope.
Bob and Ron, do y'all know the player, the 5th pick that the Golden State team picked up? She from Lithuania?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know about her.
Yeah,
I seen it.
I'm not familiar with her
I'm not
either.
hip. I don't know. her.
I don't really know about it. I was trying to see if y'all knew.
I was hoping you were streaming it live on Playback because I had to take my son to baseball practice,
He was on Playback, right?
so I had to try to.
No, I
jump
did.
on.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him on Playback. I seen him.
Yeah, Mox.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I jumped on. I didn't think he was. He was bullying the one nigga that didn't make your thumbnail in time.
all right, so
I'll be switching back and forth.
here she go right here. This is the dunk that she did during her workout.
Get up, girl.
damn.
How tall is she?
Easy.
She's 6'6".
6'6".
See,
God
Penn.
Damn.
Penn. See, Jordan can't do that, Penn. So don't try to
damn
throw no
right.
lob. Don't try to throw no lob when I'm in the paint.
Bro, I can't do that
Shit.
either.
I can't do
That's-
that. I was
that's
able to do
crazy.
that. I was able to do that in
She-
high
I
school.
touched,
but-
I touched the
she
rim
gonna get a
one
couple-
time in
that
my
shit
whole
gonna
life,
eat.
and I was feeling so hyped.
Man, put that goal on
Yeah.
9.5, bro. I promise you, she bodying the shit out of somebody.
That's-
But y'all,
that's
the
not-
thing
they can't
about
do
her
that,
though, the thing
Why
about her,
not?
so
The ball already smaller.
But that changed how you shoot. It changed.
It changed
that
everything.
vibe.
They'd have to go. They'd have to go change.
Yeah,
They'd have to change goals all around the world.
Yeah,
Switch up.
yeah.
It just
They need
switch
to.
up all the basketball.
It ain't
I don't
nothing.
think they need to because the only thing that does is make you dunk, and like that's not just basketball. Like basketball ain't just dunking. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it's part of
there's
entertainment.
only- yeah, but see, that's what you talking about entertainment. I'm just talking about good basketball.
I'm talking about the eyes on the sports. No, I agree. They play excellent basketball.
Women
I love
are getting more athletic.
And they're
Like,
getting
we'll-
taller.
There'll
That
be a
is
point
true.
where
Yeah.
maybe not posters, but we are getting to.
Yeah.
You're going to see more dunks in the WNBA.
I believe
Bro,
that
like
as well.
people are getting taller across the world. There's so many NBA players that are about 2 to 3 inches standing. If they reach up, they're touching the rim. That just wasn't
Yeah.
the case that many years ago, you know. So I mean, women are growing too.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit. Bobo.
speaking of Dominique, we just
I mean,
seen
Lisa
her dunk-
Leslie was like freakishly, you know, when she was dunking the ball, and then you got Candace Parker. Now you got so many dudes.
It's been
so
a
many
couple other
who can
girls
do
in
it.
between too. Some of them haven't went to the WNBA, but it's been a couple. Oh, girl from Toby, I think Toby Fournier.
Oh, the one from Canada,
from Duke. Yeah, she.
I seen her do a
Liz,
back
Liz
scratcher.
Cambridge can
I seen her
dunk,
do a back
right?
scratcher.
Liz
A
can
back
dunk.
scratcher is crazy, man.
Liz.
That's what she
I seen. I mean, Kiki. I seen Kiki come through there.
Yeah, Kiki can dunk. But
But,
this
I mean,
girl, I
shit,
think
you know.
she the most athletic that I've seen. Cause she like I'm
She
seeing
just
her
blew
do,
it with it too.
Yeah, I've seen her do one hand dunks off one foot. You just seen her do a two hand dunk off 1 foot. I seen her come basically vertical off 2 feet
Yeah.
and go. It wasn't vert, but she came to a running to a jump and stop. Went up off 2 feet with 2 hands, and then the dunk that the super chat was talking about, she did it off a spin move off 2 feet. So she spun into a 2 foot gather and then went and flushed it with one hand like this. So like,
But she do it like that.
up.
But I've seen her come off when she just rip through one bounce and spin and just go dunk it too.
Yeah,
but this on top of that though, there's been a lot of tall girls that could dunk, but they just weren't good at basketball. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Making no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to high school with 2 girls that was coming through dunking. You know what I'm saying? That was
when
I was
coming through dunking is crazy.
Yeah, like Vicky Ball, she went to my high school. She went to Tennessee. Like Pat Summit came to the gym for her. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple girls that I went to school with that could dunk. So
I went to school with 2 high school All-Americans girls that was dunking. I mean, they weren't dunking, but they was hooping. But 2 high school All-Americans.
Yeah, I seen her dunk in the
American
game.
Girls I went to with a gay yo school to business, and they wouldn't even.
No, don't do this, bro. I don't like to have this conversation with you. The people ain't here for this. The people ain't here for this.
Y'all would have stayed in Portland. Y'all wouldn't have crossed the state line.
The people are not here for this, Ron. You know you lying, bro. You know that.
We would have left y'all alone though, because we wanted to pick on you bumpkins. That's what we would have did.
Yeah, you crazy as hell, boy.
We gotta get
this girl went to UT and Kentucky, and the other one went to A&M. You crazy.
They know what's up, man.
3,000 points in a season. Stop playing.
They in the WNBA?
Nah.
All right. Well, the ones I'm talking about won championships.
I mean, shit, it's okay.
Hey, but you know what though? On a serious note though, the thing about it too though, it's kind of like just development. Where I think like recently throughout the probably like last 15 years, I think more people that are in basketball are going to get the taller girls, like getting them started younger, because you know, like with girls, a lot of the time, if you're 6'2", a lot of times you're clumsy. You know what I'm saying? Just like with men, like for men, most people that are like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", they're super clumsy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not normal or not average. Your average 6'8" person isn't fluid, able to move. You know what I'm saying? Like I move really good for somebody that's 6'8", 6'9", you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that's happening with the girls too, where they're going to get these girls that are going to be 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and they're getting their footwork right early, because a lot of them, like I was saying a second ago, I've seen a lot of girls dunk that were just like really bad at basketball. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that's
I think we're starting to see a lot of that.
That's why I'm starting early. I got my daughter watching the panel with us right now. I'm trying to hurry up and get through these super chats. So let's go.
Yeah, hurry up, Ron. Go down.
That's also why
I'm gonna celebrate my victory. I'm about to get lit.
Hey, Jordan, Jordan, because for real though, because I'm going crazy with my sons right now. We working on footwork, explosiveness. We're not even doing all that because the NIL deals are crazy. You don't got to go to the league.
Crazy.
Hey, we getting
my
right.
Daughter 5 months. My daughter 5 months.
Damn near F the league, boy. Don't get
that.
You staying for 4 years.
Hey, my daughter 5 months right now. All we do is watch hoops. Shit. I mean, that's all we do. No cartoon shit.
I'm telling you, this shit real, bro. Hey, Jordan, we was born 15 years too early, bro. I'm like,
boy, she right. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get Ron to hurry up. She on my lap. She's trying to go. We gotta go.
MP13 said if Jalen Green decides to pretend to be Kobe with these off-balance mid-range pull-ups instead of going downhill, they are going home in 5.
Apparently, those are good shots.
They're going home early regardless.
Nah, Memphis.
Oh, unless they play Memphis. My bad.
Memphis.
I think y'all could beat Memphis though, for real.
So do I.
I think y'all should beat Memphis, actually.
So do I. Why do you think I'm rooting for Grizzlies?
Okay.
Mystical.
Wait, Ron. When I said y'all, Mars, I'm talking about the Warriors. Go ahead, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
I know the real you, Mars. I know the real you. Go ahead.
Real me at Knicks fan, though. People don't ready.
I'm just playing.
Mystical said this Shea discourse is nasty. Niggas could see Prime Jordan win 82 games and would still vote Jokic because of the box score.
Yeah, because Swipe will be on Twitter talking about, hey, Jokic has 46 wins of the Nuggets. I seen him say that today. He was like,
Jokic is responsible for 46 wins or something, and Shea's responsible for 11. He's trying to imply the Nuggets have 4 wins without Jokic.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I don't know
Swiper come up. People be messing with Penn. Swiper come up with way more stats than Penn, bro. Telling you.
Penn has his go-tos, but Swiper
got anything, bro. And I don't even know how he come up with
anything that paints Jokic in a positive light, Swiper will use.
He noticed that
go-to stats that he'll use.
Yeah,
consistent.
And you know what's funny? I know Swiper set up every time. Y'all watch tomorrow too. I hope he's not listening right now, so he'll be conscious of it. When he hits you with to be fair, when he sets it up with that, he's finna go on one.
I told y'all one of his things when he say 100%, that shit 68% every time.
To be fair, one of the biggest Jokic fans in my life follows Swiper on X, and she said it's becoming hard to be a fan of Jokic. She's Serbian.
Seen as the Jokic guy on this platform, then Swiper came, and it's like, damn, I can't just let this slide. This is ridiculous.
I'm trying to hurry up too.
Now I'm a hater, I guess.
Respect to Swiper.
No Cat Print said 90% of teams probably fold after Steph hits that 3, putting us up 4 late in the 4th. But these niggas wouldn't go the fuck away.
Just don't fold. Yeah. Why don't fold? I better come
on. Skeet sent through another super chat and said back to back for the niggas that didn't get the message. Back to back, like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon.
This is back to back, yeah.
Like I'm 96, like I'm Jordan 96, 97. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Skeet. I see you dropping bars on us. Shout out the boy Skeet. Hey Jordan, if you got a slide, like don't even worry about it.
Yeah, see, Jordan trying to be nice and stay around. Like, go down, man.
Jordan, you can jump off.
God damn, I gotta get off of this shit, man. My daughter want to watch basketball, man. God damn, man. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all later.
Hey, y'all go watch some Kawhi defense highlights.
You go watch our Arvita Sabonis.
Oh shit, she ain't looking at no Sabonis. We watch. Hey man, we watch Kawhi get blow by. That's what we watch yesterday.
Okay. Ain't no way you trying to push a gent.
Bro, it's a cartoon. He's showing her Kawhi go bye-bye.
Yeah. Nah, it's all right. I'm gonna catch I might slide him on.
She's gonna be growing up getting into fights with people in high school, being like Kawhi was a bad defender. I'm just kidding. Peace.
Indoctrination is crazy.
Void Century said, who gives a F about this convo? Paige Buckets and Enrique Agumwale is on the same damn team also. Or is on the same damn team. Also, stay on that side when Bam is all NBA next year, chill.
Paige and Enrique, it's gonna be a show.
Hell yeah. They're still gonna be weak, but it's gonna be all right.
Probably so.
Mike sent through a super chat and said, shouting Jordan sounds like Buddy Love if you close your eyes.
I can hear it.
Oh man.
But that scene at that comedy club, bro, is probably the funniest scene in comedy history, bro.
Yeah, yo, crazy. Dallas still got Carrington, right?
They do got Dejanay.
Yeah, they did. They don't got Natasha Howard no more though.
Nah, they don't have Natasha and they lost
not her and
Big Lexi. Satu, yeah.
And Satu,
yeah. DSG Piccolo said Atlanta Hawks don't own their pick. They're not taking chances.
Yeah, that's something I spoke about yesterday.
J Rock sent through a super chat and said, does Vince jump higher than Jordan? And is Jordan's first step the fastest ever?
I think he might jump higher, and I think Jordan might have the fastest first step I've ever seen.
Allen Iverson.
Dwayne Wade's first step.
Allen Iverson. You don't think Allen Iverson had a faster first step than Jordan? I do.
No,
I don't know, but I do know Michael Jordan has the fakest recorded vertical jump in NBA history.
What they say is 48. Is that
48? That's absolute cap. I don't give a damn with nobody.
D Wade or MJ would probably be my picks for fastest first step. AI was shiftier, but I don't think his first step was as fast.
I think he was super quick, man.
D
ridiculous.
Rose and Russ in that convo too, though.
Oh, D Rose, yeah, D Rose. Oh my god,
it was just so much for Jordan though, because he was so big, he was getting so low too on that explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he covered so much ground in that first.
Damon
He got so low they called
his
nickname was the Black Cat.
Does Damon Stoudemire get any love in this, or is that just pure speed?
Yeah, I think you're thinking more about like
end-to-end speed.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't put like John Wall in his talks, but he was extremely fast.
Well, I would love to see if we can measure this someday.
Yeah, well, shout out to Black Cat.
One day you will.
Ulysses Ventura said the Nuggets versus Clippers, Serbia versus Croatia. There's lots of lore in there. Battle of the Balkans.
Sorry,
not really.
Not
really. No, man, they're all buds. Everybody's cool with everybody over here. I mean, back home it's different because people try to divide you and make you all hate each other. But over here, anytime there's a summer event or something like that, or there's a couple of teams in town, you see Goran Dragic, who's from Slovenia, hanging out with Luka, who's from Slovenia, but you also see him hanging out with Jokic and Vucevic and all these guys. Like they're all tight. They're all cool. It's been that way for like 20 years.
Yeah, they're gonna be cool, but not on the court. I ain't talking about hanging out having brewskis after the game. I'm talking about in between the buzzers when Croatia is absolutely putting a foot in Serbia's ass. That's gonna be the difference. That's gonna be the difference for this playoff series. I'll be surprised if Denver can make it out of Game 6. I like Clips in 5, but
I got Clips in 6.
Cool.
Yeah, I got.
But y'all get ready for some nasty.
I got Nuggets in 4, man. I got Nuggets in 4.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Nuggets in 4 propaganda push tomorrow. So be ready.
Mars is saying that so Swiper don't jump on him when he get in here tomorrow.
Oh, the way you kicked down the door on Monday on your Kawhi type hype, just get ready for that tomorrow. You don't think Swipe, the great Swipe, have been listening?
No, you scared of that. You scared of that.
We're on Superchats.
Yeah, Ron. You guys working overtime every day this week.
It's the playoffs. This is for the love of the game. Solomon said, "Are there any rules we should put in place for the MIP voting? For example, I don't think a second-year player should win the award."
They never do.
They never do. In year 2. John Morant was in year 2, no?
I can't remember the last time I was. If I'm wrong, then it's a very strange. Like there already is a unwritten rule about this.
No, he was in year 3.
Yeah, they don't. They don't usually give it to second year.
2 to 3 jump is usually the one though. But that's usually the one where you like those players that are like that. They take that next. They go to the next level. Brian Logan said, "There's a very short list of Westbrooks in the NBA. Kawhi did and could guard a majority of the league, like Andre Iguodala or LeBron in the finals."
Kawhi was a good defender, and still is
very good defender.
Yeah,
I can't believe Jordan is running from that argument.
Just go by him. That's what you do. Just go by him.
I think you guys misrepresented that.
No,
that's what he said, and that's
why in fairness, I did not.
I know what he meant. I know what he meant. I'm just saying what he said was hilarious.
The case he presented was nasty. The goalposts and the places he was taking it to was nasty. And overall, I just disagree with the level of defender that he believes Kawhi is.
Hey, Ron.
What's up?
Lo just texted me. He said, "Tell everyone I was a judge. I picked Mars over you." So,
see,
there's that.
Yeah, maybe Ron wasn't lying. He I know 3 of the judges now. Definitely true.
So what do you need Dub to text you?
Please no.
See, okay then. So you'll never know the 4th judge. But all right, y'all. MP13 said Jordan got to be careful with his initial statements because we'll be in this shit for 3 hours arguing semantic statements in circles. This is insanity.
I've been
felt like insanity.
When you say something and you like, because I catch myself doing this a lot. I'll say something and I know what I mean in my head, but it's like other people aren't in your head. Like you have to be very clear with what you're saying. So then I'll have to go back and like recant what I said to make it clear what I mean. And then it makes you look like you're backpedaling your original take when that's not the case. You're just trying to make it abundantly clear what you meant. So I can empathize with Jordan on that, but he did just say that great scorers
That's
have to go.
and that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying to Jordan. Like, bro, you say something, you can't assume that we all know what you mean. So it's okay. It's okay to go back and say it. But Jordan is young and full of vigor, and his pride will not allow certain times for him to admit, like, okay, my bad. See, me, I have no problem with that. But I get in there too, where I'll say something, I expect y'all to feel me. And then sometimes I'll be like, well, fuck it. Y'all need to get in my mind a little bit and see where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go all the way out with this. I don't care.
It was just that any defender can blow by Kawhi. It was just
because Penn, he said that, Penn.
And it was
That's what
two
he said.
other statements that he said in there too, where it was just like, bro, are you being serious?
Penn, he said that Kawhi's not the type of defender to keep people in front of him. That he's a good defender because he recovers so well. Those were his words. I didn't twist it. I didn't make him say it. I didn't put a gun to his head.
If he said that, I'm sure he misspoke, but I think we all know what he actually meant. But cool.
I don't. I don't.
You feel like staying here for another hour for me to explain it to you? You can jump me too. No,
I'm potting. I'm potting.
I ain't gonna be there.
And on top of that too, though, Penn, yesterday I was extremely sensitive about Kawhi Leonard yesterday. I wasn't letting shit slide, so I probably am responsible for taking it to another level it didn't have to go to. But that's fine. I was about that yesterday. That's
why
I
were
was
you sensitive about Kawhi?
Because I don't play about Kawhi Leonard. And the fact that he's in the form he's in right now, and Jordan and Chill keep talking about, well, he always gets hurt. Well, he ain't hurt right now.
Touch wood.
That is true.
Sick of y'all with this Kawhi.
We shall see though.
He's made of glass, Ox.
Bro, I'm rooting for Kawhi.
Ron, we are 45 minutes over time.
You're right, Mars. I gotta go fill up a glass with champagne to celebrate you. So let's get up out of here. Alan Bowling said, every time you see that trucker hat, best believe it's Cap coming with it. What trucker hat? All I see is a Puma hat.
That's not me.
Was Jordan wearing a hat today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Dell.
Oh, Dell was wearing a trucker hat?
Dell too. Yeah.
I forgot Dell was on here so long ago. I forgot I was saying. Oh my god.
All right, so the last super chat of the day, unless somebody sends to another one, is from Thickest Pilot 9. Thickest Pilot said, Caitlin is dope. I think Fee is better. I had them winning the chip if the refs weren't selling calls. But all in all, this dub season finna be fire.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. I wish Olivia would have came out, but shout out to her.
I might peek my head into.
Come on, Mars, get down. Oh, look, I got another super chat, Ron.
Teddy Hart said, "Dang, Ron, we got beef."
Ain't no beef.
Ron, I've been sitting here so long. You know how loud my knees is about to start cracking when I stand up.
Yeah,
I'm talking about all right side. Just
we out here, right? We out here.
But I couldn't.
It's no beef.
I was wrong for thinking you was Hunk. All right. Peace. Catch y'all tomorrow.